Opie and Anthony.
Radio shock jocks.
Opie and Anthony.
You guys are so bad.
Yeah, you guys are really mean. You guys were picking out the worst pictures you guys could find and putting them up there. Like, seriously, like, I'm not...
Stop, don't, no.
Oh, what happened?
God, I knew it.
What is wrong? Sucking on a big black... What's wrong with it?
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
And we're off and running. Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
Good morning.
Anthony.
It's hump day.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
877-212-08. God bless Daryl Strawberry.
Really?
Well, he's on the news right now. He said, hey, if steroids were available when I was playing, they had to be available.
He just,
They were available when I was in high school.
There's too much time doing coke.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, I could do steroids, but I got to do some coke.
He said if they were available, he certainly would have done them.
Yeah?
There you go. There's an honest guy.
He did pretty well without him.
He sure did.
Doing other, drugs, but,
I think we're going to get him on the show in the near future. He's got a book out there.
In the near future.
And he's saying, hey, I would have done the roids. Sure, why not? If everyone else is doing them and it would have helped me, I would have done them.
Yeah.
I like that.
Why not? Especially back then when, nobody was even peeking in on you.
Yeah.
Didn't matter. Everyone was fine with it. Now it's taboo.
And guys, A-Rod has to see a specialist.
Yes.
He's got a cyst on his hip.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Sure it isn't called the little man in the boat? He's got one of those.
Just hanging off his hip.
It's like we found, they didn't say where on the hip. It's kind of in between his hips, along with the rest of his vagina.
You can get it checked in October. I'm sure he won't be playing baseball.
And what is that all about? Perhaps everybody's going to be going, some of the side effects of doing steroids are tumors and...
Yeah, they'll link it to steroids, that's for sure.
Of course they will.
And they called off the search for those NFL players and some nobody, because that's how the news does it. Two NFL players and a nobody.
And some guy you never heard of.
You hear that they're now playing for the Dolphins.
Is that the joke?
That's the joke going around.
Oh, wow. Too soon? Not.
See, they're now playing with the Dolphins.
Yeah, playing with the Dolphins. That's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Playing for the Dolphins. I thought that needs a little work.
A little bump? All right, I fixed it up.
Needs a little work, but playing with the Dolphins, that
they're now
makes
playing
sense.
with the Dolphins, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll admit I actually like that one.
You like it?
Yeah, that is. It's,
dude, if one more
even though it's morbid, it's cute.
Yeah. But if it fits in.
Yes.
One more person sends me that joke, please, no more. There you go. It's out there. I acknowledge that you've sent it.
I only get jokes that I can't forward to anybody.
Of course.
Or I would never, ever have a career.
Of course.
Like another political guy. This guy was pretty down on the totem pole as far as politics go. But don't know his name. Doesn't even matter at this point. Just some other guy that decided it was a great idea to forward a joke that he got.
Oh, the watermelon guy.
No. This is a new guy.
A new guy.
Chock full of racist material. Talking about equating African-American children with feces.
Oh, nice.
And, this was like hardcore stuff. Talking about things about the president that the Secret Service would be very interested in. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of every panel, there was this picture of Obama just looking puzzled, like this puzzled face.
Right.
And then it would start a new kind of panel with more just hardcore racist jokes and another confused face of Obama. And he's had no regrets. He just said, hey, I get these, and I just forwarded them to other people. And
he's a politician?
No clue.
What is he, like a dog catcher or something?
He's like an assistant to an administrator. He's very low level, but it was high enough where it was like picked up, and the NAACP wants some action.
He works at the DMV, is what you're saying.
Could even be that. It's just low level, but it's another instance of somebody going like,
what website?
Uh-oh.
Did you see that on your website last night?
AryanNation.org, or it was a
websites.
Stormfront,
Yeah.
or one of those.
Yeah.
You gotta keep an eye on what's happening
because I
left and right of the mainstream, my friends. And I don't mean just going to CNN or Fox.com. You gotta go to far left and far right websites in order to really get an inkling of what the fringe is up to.
That's how you justify it. Because I bet you
whatever I got to do, whatever I got to say.
I bet you it's 99% to 1%.
No, most of
you look at the other
I
side for 1% just so you can come in here and say that you're,
oh no,
looking at all sides.
I read a lot of liberal articles. Drudge prints a lot of them, believe it or not, to make them look bad.
Yeah.
So they pop it up, and I look at Drudge all the time and stuff. And FARC.
But this racist cartoon you're talking about, I have no idea what. I haven't seen that.
I heard on mainstream. That was on mainstream media. I'll get more info on it as far as who it was.
Mainstream media, like what?
CNN.
CNN had it up on their page?
No, they reported it on Headline News.
They reported it?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Another guy in trouble, blah, blah, blah.
I want to see what that's all about.
Yeah, definitely got it. It wasn't from my normal trolling of the websites on
that's what I'm getting at.
Far right and far left.
That's what I was getting at. Education official resigns over racist email. Was it an education official?
Could have been.
All right.
Yeah.
By the way, I said it yesterday. I want to say it again. That boat thing.
Yeah.
There was only one spot.
And that guy got it.
Yeah, because how they found him sitting on top of that boat. That boat went over. They all got in life jackets. And then they realized, wow, we can't hold on to this boat.
Yeah.
And so, you turn into like every man for himself. You don't care if you're all friends. You're panicking. You're 30 to 50 miles out.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, wow, we're fighting for the one spot now. I don't care that we went to college together and we're best buds and we were just fishing and drinking beer. Now we're fighting for our lives.
Yeah, he got that one, it was kind of a flat spot in front of the motor.
Right.
Where it wasn't really getting water washing over it.
This story has legs because every time they show that boat, I'm like, there's nowhere else to hang on.
Yeah.
Maybe hang on to the motor a little bit. Maybe 3 guys are going to hold on around that motor.
Yeah.
The rest of the boat, you can't hold on to that.
And it all depends on where you were when it happened because it's not like you could just swim over to it a lot of times. Those waves, that was in some pretty rough water.
Right. But you become an animal, I'm thinking, at that point. You're like, I don't care we've been friends for forever. There's one spot that is going to guarantee survival, and then we're fighting for it now.
Yeah.
Because just how the guy was sitting up there all nice, almost comfortable, just waiting for them to rescue him. He's up there, and where were the rest of the guys?
Gone.
So he's going to be sitting up there, and the rest of the guys are going to kind of be in the water? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
This story isn't over, is what I'm saying.
Unless you think...
I think they're going to start questioning. I'm like, okay, you said that all 4 of you were hanging on to this boat. Well, where were they hanging on?
Yeah, you think the story's getting a little fishy?
I think the strongest guy won.
Yeah?
I hate to say that because I'm sure they were all, but really good friends and stuff.
He was just one of the guys. You'd think the NFL guys would have been the stronger guys.
But this guy played football, too. He might just be one of these, gym rat animals.
Yeah.
They're all big dudes. Because look at him just sitting up there. Where else were they supposed to hold on?
That is the only place. He's sitting right there.
The only place.
On the bottom of the boat, in front of the engine, holding on to the engine, and then...
Have you ever been, like, fooling around with a boat and it goes, like, upside down like that, but you're in safer waters, relatively speaking? You can't hold on to anything.
No.
You really can't hold on to nothing.
Especially that fiberglass bottom like that.
Right.
A wood bottom, you might have, something encrusted in barnacles would be easy.
And all of a sudden, 3 guys are not going to be holding on to if they could have that motor.
Yeah,
something doesn't make sense.
But would a couple guys be able to? It looks like a couple guys would be able to hang on to that, even if their bodies were hanging off the boat into the water.
Yeah, in the water.
That's actually a little bigger than I thought it was. It looks like a guy jet skiing, unless you know what you're looking at.
He's just sitting on top. I'm very suspicious. That's all. I have a feeling there was some kind of struggle to get safe. The other guys were like, oh, man, and they floated away. I don't think
Bye-bye.
I don't think maybe they were holding on for just a little bit.
Yeah.
But if you're in the water and you're holding on with your fingertips and that guy's sitting up there nice, what are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Your survival instinct is going to kick in. You're going to turn into an animal, and you're going to want that spot, right?
Yeah.
Seriously. This is 50 miles out, 30 to 50 miles out. You can barely see land. You're panicking.
You can't
and do
see
whatever
land.
it takes to survive.
Yeah.
But they called off the search.
Yeah, they said, we looked. We sent out a bunch of helicopters for...
And they're very confident that they really took a nice look. Because they figure out, how the tides are working and stuff. And how and they throw other things in the water to see how far it would drift. And they're pretty smart.
They've gotten pretty thorough with being able to check. I mean, when you look at the
don't they have a heat
ocean,
sensor or something too, or some
they
kind of
use
like
all kinds of like the
high tech stuff,
like the cops use when they're tracking those cars at night and stuff like that. And,
it's a really sad story. But that guy really hasn't talked yet.
He said that their boat, none of them had.
No, I read the whole story. Yeah,
none of them had on life jackets.
No, but when the boat flipped.
They got him. They dove under the boat and got the jackets out.
They just couldn't turn the boat back over. They could, but they all survived it, and they were all clinging for like 8 hours.
Wow.
And
that's what I wonder about. And all of a sudden,
8 hours.
I don't know, man. I think those guys float away right away. It would
have been like ropes or just something they could have fastened themselves to it a little better instead of just depending on your grip, especially in the water. You're going to get. That hypothermia. Your muscles just tell you to go screw yourself.
Or maybe the guy, the guys in the water, because of the hypothermia, they got weak and let go and started floating away too.
Like young Jack, just slithered between or down underneath the icy surface. Even though, I guess the water was pretty warm, relatively speaking. But it's the Gulf. Although even
they said this was a hypothermia situation.
Yeah, even like 75-degree water, you stay in there long enough, you're going to die of hypothermia.
Yeah, it was colder than that even.
Yeah,
it was in the
60s. Yeah,
low 60s. I do believe.
I'll bite you in the ass pretty quick.
So that's
poor bastards.
That's the first look at what's happening out there. But they called off that search.
Tragedy.
Oh, it sucks no matter what. All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll continue. 877-212-0-A, see what you guys are all about. The Chicken McNuggets 911 call is great.
Yeah, I've been listening to that one.
Great.
Heard that one a couple of times last night. Got some chuckles.
It is great.
I love it's like, we'll be right there for you.
Yeah. Maybe we'll get a movie review from E-Rock.
Ooh.
Who went and saw Watchmen last night.
He did?
Yeah, the movie was so good that he decided he needed to, get in here really late this morning.
Oh, does he see a movie that's really good every day?
Yeah, no kidding. He just doesn't want to listen.
No, he doesn't.
It's like 15 minutes before the show, and he's walking in with his coat on. I'm like, what happened? Oh, the movie ran really late last night.
What? How late?
It was a 6:30 showing.
It was a 6:30
Yes.
show.
I go, shut your trap.
How long's the movie?
And then he wonders why everyone makes fun of him.
Well, because he's adult.
Exactly, he is. He makes it so easy to make fun of him.
He really does.
Wait. How late was it?
He goes, the movie
started at
It couldn't have been that late. He had a review that he emailed to everybody at 9:51 p.m. So it wasn't even 10 o'clock, and
Caught
he was done with the movie and sending out his review.
Which means
His web of lies. Yeah.
Where is he?
I'm one of his biggest defenders, but it's whatever.
How late was
Let
it?
these guys just keep beating you up, you dope. Opie and Anthony. Stephen S. from Bayshore on the instant feedback. I suppose we'll have to wait for the Larry King interview of that lone survivor to find out what really happened to the other three fishermen. That'll be a treat and a half for everyone.
So, what did you catch? Just some inane question about something that shouldn't even be asked.
Did you also lose the fish you caught that day? Are you disappointed?
What type of sandwiches did you bring along? When I went fishing with Sandy Koufax, who I never really knew, we brought sandwiches and sprinkled some garlic on it and drank Welch's grape juice.
That guy's going to be all over the place when he rehydrates. 877-212-0-A. Sam just caught a little moment on TV as he was helping out the radio show in the office. What did you find?
Teletubbies, you little homo.
No. I was watching Good Day New York. And there was a bit of an awkward moment between the on-air staff, between the sports guy and the anchor.
It never happens.
Because they're doing this fun thing today where the anchor and Mike Woods, the weatherman who we've made fun of in the past.
Who's an animal, by the way.
They were seeing
the workout.
His arms are as big as my thighs.
He looks like The Rock.
Yeah, he's a monster. I wouldn't mess with him.
They were seeing who was taller.
Right.
So as it turned out, this anchor is taller than Mike Woods.
Uh-oh.
But then the sports guy came on and did his sports thing and said, by the way, I'm taller than both of you. And then it just degenerated from there.
Into this?
Fantastic.
Yes.
And, Rita, I am much taller than you are.
You are 6'3". There's no argument about
All right,
that.
you're all giants.
But you are also with Mike. You are uglier than I am.
I doubt that.
Even your wife thinks I'm cuter.
Wow. What?
Oh, boy.
I've never met your wife.
Yes, you have. That was nice.
No, it wasn't nice. She's not being nice this morning.
Really?
Duke and I are not nice
You
to
need a
each other.
timeout.
Duke and I
Give
are
him a
never nice to each other.
timeout. Give him a timeout. You go sit in that chair
Mike's
all the way
taller,
over
by
on the
the
other side of the studio until you can behave to your colleague.
Well, I guess I'll be back on Monday.
Okay.
Hey, if you're heading out the door, you don't have to miss what's coming up here on Good Day New York. That's because it's Good Day all day. Don't be so salty, Duke. Don't be so salty.
Both of us have bigger arms than you.
All right, we are all talking about the economy nowadays. Well,
Of course she's got to stop it. Of course.
They just couldn't stop jabbing at each other, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least I got bigger arms than you.
That was the sports guy who was obviously offended when he said the thing about his wife, and he was just trying to maintain his composure, and all he could say was, you need a timeout.
Just that, little boy barbs and little old behave. They can't even argue for real and be fun for real. There's that, now you sit down. I better. Just be real about it. You don't like each other? Be that way.
And can a taller thing be absolutely proven?
Yeah.
Isn't that something that isn't subjective?
Yeah,
or,
who's better looking? That's,
that's
that's open for
subjective,
debate,
whatever.
depending on who.
But I'm taller than you.
Yeah. No, you're not.
No, you're not. All right. How do we can solve that with a ruler.
They were close to a fist fight, but it looks like a few of those guys wanted their jobs. So they didn't want to be the one.
And the hole calmed it all down.
Well, of course. That's why she's there.
Oh,
Keep
guys,
it safe for everybody.
Move on to the, the low pressure system.
Yeah.
That was him and Mike Woods yelling at the anchor off screen.
Oh,
saying
really?
our arms are both bigger than yours.
Wow.
What the hell is wrong with these people?
I don't know.
They're probably right, though, because,
Yeah,
Mike Woods is an animal.
big guy.
Yeah, big guy.
Where's E-Rock?
Petrified to see him out when we were goofing on them really hardcore. Hey, you're Mike Woods. Tin, 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 tin.
So you saw Watchmen, and
Here comes
and that's the
E-Rock.
reason you're late today there, E-Rock?
Hey,
What's your pleasure, E-Rock? What's your pleasure?
That is diet green iced tea.
Diet green iced tea.
Yeah.
Well, that must make the underside of the bowl look really nice.
Yeah.
A lot of splashback with that.
Why are you late today? You said you were late because the movie went long.
I got home late and I overslept a little bit.
What time did you come in? I'm after.
I love that excuse.
It was like
That's a good
20 to 6.
So wow, you really overslept. What time did the movie end?
Technically, you're supposed to be here before 5 a.m. Then we gave up and said at least be here at 5 a.m. Then we gave up on that, and now it's 5:40.
Comment, E-Rock? He just, by the way, listeners, he's just kind of moving his limbs around a little bit.
Yes.
He's shrugging shoulders. He's throwing hands out. He's doing a pantomime.
So what time did the movie end?
Like 9:40 or something.
Whoa! It's a miracle you're here at all.
9:40.
How'd you make it in, kid? Jesus. Easy, slow down.
9:40.
After a movie, you got to have a 12-hour, relaxing period.
And you know damn well it wasn't 9:40. He's copping to that to make his story look a little better.
No, the movie's over 2.5 hours long. It started after 7 o'clock. They did some kind of trivia presentation before the movie.
Trivia?
Yeah, trivia presentation. Where they
You
were
were not drinking or something after the movie?
Are you okay? Did you have a stroke?
You're really you're slower than normal.
What was the trivia answer for who's most likely to get fired?
Trivia.
Trivia.
What time did you get home?
I walked in the door after 10:30.
After 10:30.
So
So
it's really late.
When did you give your little movie review online?
It was like around 10:50, somewhere in there.
Is there a time code on that?
9:51.
9:51. Sorry, 9:50.
How did you
So not 10:50, 9:50.
Oh, sorry, right,
9:50.
Yeah.
That hour difference has made people go to prison and die
Right.
in a trial.
Oh, yeah, it was 9:50,
so it's not
not
just an
10:50.
inconsequential. It's an hour.
So he's trying to push everything so it makes sense that he might be late.
No.
What's the real
It's
story?
obvious
What's
it's
the
9:50.
mystery here?
Nothing. I left the movie, went back up to 57th to get my car, and then it took a while to find parking where I lived, and then got in after 10:30.
Where'd you send the review from?
From my phone.
Are you too tired to type?
No, I wasn't at the
It's an
time.
exhausting evening. You go to the movies, you get the car, you drive.
Are you doing a tired thing to try to make us think, well,
No.
he's tired?
No.
Because I would do that when I would come in late to my sheet metal work. I'd be like, oh, yeah, well, it's tough. And my throat's a little scratchy.
No.
No?
No.
You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Who doesn't just adore Little E-Rock?
Well, I don't know. I want to know, like, you got to bed at what time?
It was about 11.
Okay.
Yeah. Wow. Now it's 11, he's in bed. And would you toss and turn a little bit?
Thinking of the movie?
No.
Were you scared?
No.
I didn't.
Were you pretending you were one of the Watchmen?
No. No, it was a very good movie.
That's your review?
Oh, all right. It was very violent, overly violent. A lot of gratuitous sex and nudity, and this isn't a movie that you'd think most comic book movies are, for younger people and everything. And this was really gory, and a lot of male genitalia throughout the movie. For
no wonder you couldn't sleep. I'll just let me crank one more out. 5 in the morning. He's got no fluid left in his body.
And a really good soundtrack. So it was a very good movie.
Sounds like you didn't even see the movie.
I did.
Anyone could say what you just said by reading a couple things online about Watchmen. It's not a chick flick, so obviously there's going to be a lot of violence.
No, but there's a lot of more, almost like Pulp Fiction style violence, where they'll just be talking. All of a sudden, in one of the scenes, they corner a guy who abducted a missing little girl, and they couldn't find her, and they found out that he chopped her up and fed him to the dogs in the back of his apartment there. Oh. So they corner him in the kitchen. The guy corners him in the kitchen, and he's talking to him. And then just takes out some cleaver. Yeah. Just starts smashing him right in the forehead over and over and over, and leaves him there. Just walks right out.
Well, really, that sounds like a good movie. I like that.
Yeah, and it takes place in alternate 1985.
Alternate 1985,
where Richard Nixon is president.
I thought where Biff Tannen had a huge casino hotel, and Biffco. Yeah,
and it's pretty much a group of costume superheroes who've been outlawed for the last 10 years, who are pretty much operating underground. A couple of them work for the government, and they decide that when the world's on like the brink of a nuclear war, that they can't just sit back and let the world.
They have to come out as outlaw superheroes and save everybody.
To an extent, yes.
What parts did you miss getting popcorn and bonbons?
Nothing.
No?
No.
I really don't think you saw the movie. I'm not even joking. This is the worst movie review ever from a guy that loves seeing movies.
Well, I never read the books or anything. This is the first time I've ever seen or heard the story.
There's a lot of what else did I remember reading about this movie online? And I
heard about it. It's very monotone. It's all
right.
A lot of violence, some sex, some male genitals.
That's all stuff you could read online. Yeah. That's all stuff I've read online.
Well, I'm sure at this point every part of the movie could be read online. With
you saw it though,
yeah,
allegedly.
I did. I was there.
He was there.
How did you eat any snacks, or were you good?
Yeah, what'd you have?
I had.
Don't lie, we'll know.
I had a large diet soda and a couple of nachos from the person sitting next to me.
A couple of nachos.
Mm-hmm. That's all you had?
Who was sitting next to you?
Not bad.
That's all I had.
Who was sitting next to you?
Some stranger. Just dipped your hand in his nachos. Got hungry?
No, Big Kev was sitting next to me.
Oh, Jesus. So a couple of nachos.
Big Kev loaded up pretty well. He was set for a 2.5 hour
So you're
movie.
just helping him out.
I had a few of his nachos, but I didn't have the rest of the other stuff.
There's a couple, now there's a few.
Yes. Now he and Big Kev curled up under a blanket and watched a stolen Chinese copy of this movie and ate nachos. That's what really happened.
They made a little bed fort and rubbed beards.
Whenever one of them had a bed fart, they would pause the movie and then Dutch oven themselves voluntarily. Got a nice nacho fart.
Sounds fascinating. Sounds like a great night out. You did make it into work. That's even though the movie started at 6, but you weren't in bed by 11.
6. Started after 7 o'clock.
But it was good.
Very good.
Did Kev like it? He was looking forward to this for a long time.
Kev's stopping by on Friday. He can tell you, but he stood up and applauded after the movie.
Okay.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, it does sound kind of humiliating.
For the nachos?
No, it was a very good movie. I never read the book. Knew very little of the story going into it, and the movie is like I'll go again this weekend to see it a second time because there's a bunch of stuff I'm sure.
Yeah, it sounded so good in the synopsis he read. He's going to go see it for the first time on the day he doesn't have to worry about getting up for work.
Right now. I was going to run and call Kevin and go, please, cover for me.
Vouch for me.
Please vouch for me that I sat next to you and ate a few nachos.
Yeah.
Ugh, whatever.
All right. Go see it. Watchmen this weekend.
Wow.
Excellent job of promotion.
Yeah. Good. Well worth the movie company or whoever it was sending you.
Yeah, they did ask where you guys were. There was somebody there with a list,
good.
And said you were not coming.
Well, I wouldn't mind going if I didn't have to go to a homoerotic thing with just two of the guys.
Yeah.
I want to bring a broad.
I know.
I'm already going to Watchmen.
Why? Yeah, why would they do that?
I don't
and
know.
say, here you go, you can go, but just guys from the show. It's like, we'd like to maybe have some company, somebody you can lean over to, and instead of grabbing his nachos, maybe, talk to a girl about the movie, rub a leg. Nice.
I'm going on a date with Opie and Anthony. I want to go with a chick.
Yes. Yes. Well, E-Rock.
There's our exclusive review of Watchmen. Amazing.
Well, I don't know. Danny said he heard bad things, in the works. Like, people were like, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was going to be that good.
The papers are giving it all really good reviews.
Yeah, I don't know. That was like some of the early reviews I had been hearing. That it
Web
wasn't,
geeks,
it wasn't,
though,
yeah,
like, dude, this is going to be, and I
not
heard.
gonna be that great.
Yeah.
Things like that. Who knows, though,
I definitely want to see it.
Obviously, I mean, just from the stellar review E-Rock just gave it, I mean, who's not running out to see it this
Oh, my
week?
God. I feel like I saw the movie myself.
Well, it wasn't all just like comic book nerds and stuff, and most of the audience was people from Hot 97.
Oh, good.
So
overweight? What?
Give me your watch, man.
97.
Yeah, there was a lot of talking going on in the theater, a lot of shushing, and then more yelling.
And let me tell you another thing. That's turned me off to the screenings.
Mm-hmm.
I went to one screening for that god-awful effing basketball movie.
Semi-pro.
You
slept through most of the movie.
I did. I was exhausted.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't go to these things also. I wake up early, I come to the show, I do the show, and then I can't be waiting around and then go to some screening and stay awake. That's my nappy time. I nappy. And, I was exhausted. And I was just in fear for my life the whole time there. I wasn't actually sleeping. I was playing dead. I hear that's how you get away from assaults. Just play dead, and they'll sniff at you and go away.
It seemed like there were a lot of, homeless and...
Like they were handing out to everyone. You can't bring your girlfriend, but they'll team you up with some stinky homeless guy.
Yeah, there was.
Get some brains, dummies.
Yeah, that was a scary audience. I'm with you on that one. All right, let's get a real review from Kent, the movie guy. Kent, could you help me out? Is this Watchmen movie good or what?
You know what? People are going to like it and people are going to hate it. It is not your typical X-Men. It's not Superman. It's really different. It's pretty out there, just like the comic book was. It's going to really appeal to fans of the comics because it's almost the comics word for word except for a few scenes. But those comics aren't very mainstream.
Yeah, a little niche-y.
It's a little niche-y.
I want to ask you, these superheroes. Are they superheroes we know, Iraq or Kent? Question, comment.
No. The whole idea is they're people like superheroes, you know. There's a character named Night Owl who's kind of like Batman, you know.
Oh,
he's got all the
generic.
gadgets and
But he's Night Owl 2. He's replacing the original one from the 1940s.
Yeah. Ah.
So he just picked up the
Night
gimmick.
Owl. And what does he look like, Batman?
Looks like
Pretty much looks
Batman,
like Batman
and a mouse crossed together.
Gee. And then do they have, what other superheroes do they have?
There's Dr. Manhattan, who is this all-blue guy made of energy, no mass to him, from a failed science experiment.
Naked, that guy.
Yeah.
Always naked?
Always naked.
He's the one that you always see the genitals.
Can't put clothes on energy.
He does at some point.
Silly.
But most of the time he's just floating around, and as he comes into the room, the first thing you see is just a big blue coming
blue,
right at you from the screen.
Penis just coming at you.
There's a scene where he's 100 feet tall, totally naked, just working.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yeah, it's got to be, 6 feet long at that point?
Oh, my goodness. He's all bag.
He really is.
Yeah, there's nothing going on down below.
It's like every Michelangelo statue. Every guy it was like obviously 10 degrees in every room. He had a model posing.
Yeah, it looks like a Da Vinci drawing.
No, but
if I may quote another stupid artist from the Renaissance period. I'm an idiot.
Anything else, Kent?
Well, if you guys like The Dark Knight and you like movies like 300, it's kind of an amalgamation of those two type of films.
Yeah.
And it's good. I also went and saw a movie called I Love You, Man, the comedy coming out in a couple weeks with Paul Rudd. Absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, we might have Jason Segel in. He's in that movie, right?
That movie is... I haven't laughed that hard in a long time.
Yeah, but what kind of comedies did you like recently, just so we know where you're at?
I liked Role Models. It's kind of that super bad type of role models, that whole group of guys.
I Love You, Man, it's called, huh?
Yeah, I laughed a lot. I didn't think I would. It's actually a pretty good take on a chick flick type of film, but there's a lot of, gratuitous language and just really awkward moments.
I love those.
Those long, perfect, awkward pauses, and Paul Rudd plays the perfect straight man. It's also got Andy Samberg in it from Saturday Night Live.
Right.
And he plays a gay guy who's straighter than his brother. And it's absolutely hilarious.
Are the pauses awkward? Do they seem realistic, or are they, like The Office had the real wonderful awkward pauses, and then I've seen it try to be mimicked, and it seems like stagey awkward pauses.
Paul Rudd's really good at it. There's moments where, his name's Peter, so this guy he's trying to become friends with calls him Pistol Pete, and it's really douchey. And then Peter tries to come back with a nickname and just comes up with the most awful, mumbled-out nicknames that make no sense. He calls him, Broheen out of nowhere. Just the look on his face, everyone in the theater's just... you just get douche chills.
Okay.
It's really funny.
And it's called I Love You, Man. Cool. All right.
I Love You, Man. Comes out on the 20th.
And you liked Watchmen. Watchmen getting 73% positive reviews on RottenTomatoes.com. Thank you, Ken.
And you'll notice, though, it's getting 73% there, but the popular critics, the guys who get in more papers, they're only giving it 14%, and that's why it's getting a really wide variety. Some people, it's not going to be a film that a wide market's going to enjoy.
It'll do great in video.
Well, I think they're hoping for a blockbuster, though.
Yeah, it'll do really good on DVD. The final cut, Kevin Smith actually wrote a blog about it. It's over 3 hours long, the final cut. But the version in theaters is only 2.5, so there's going to be a lot on that DVD and Blu-ray.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Kent.
No problem, guys.
Bye.
Wow, Kent really summed it up.
Yeah, much better than E-Rock did. And
2 movies, for the love of God.
Just got this note. E-Rock's diet counselor says nachos are not allowed on the diet you're on.
Whoops.
Best answer ever. E-Rock responded, oops. Oh, man, that's great.
Have you been doing good with it though?
Yeah, I've been doing good.
Okay.
Oh, look at the comments coming in. Same thing Iraq's dad said.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. There you go. There's
an Iraq moment right there.
Yeah.
Almost didn't happen today because he was so late.
Right, 2 breasts up from Eric.
Shook his head.
He just shakes his head in disgust.
Let's say hi to Cody in Indiana. Cody, what's going on?
Thanks for the spoiler alert, Brock. You really let a lot go on that one, douche.
I don't know.
A few spoilers?
I didn't know.
We didn't really hear spoilers.
No, I was being sarcastic. You let nothing through. Worst review of all time.
Yeah.
I have had all the action figures. I've read the book. I'm a nerd when it comes to Watchmen, and you've made me almost disinterested in watching this movie.
This guy's a big fan.
You couldn't be...
You forgot to mention that there's stuff happening on Mars. There's essentially time travel and all kinds of interesting stuff. Instead, you want to talk about nachos and a diet soda.
Well, that was my fault. I did ask the little albatross what he had. That was my error in judgment.
There's a lot of...
Good morning, fellas.
There's a big buzz on this movie, and one of our guys actually got to see the movie already before it even comes out, and he gave us nothing.
Nothing
On the movie.
Stuff on Mars and...
time travel?
Time travel? That sounds like something really interesting that I want to see.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. More phone calls after the break. 877-212-08, and also this 911 call to McDonald's. Someone was on the line and said that this woman had every right to call 911, but he went away.
Shut up. I heard the thing 3 times last night. This woman had no right.
If he wants to call back, that would be great. Maybe he's just messing with us. I don't know. But this call is pretty hilarious. She was not happy with the service at McDonald's and called 911.
It's not an emergency.
We'll do that next. Opie and Anthony. It's Opie and Anthony. So we got this broad. She goes to McDonald's. McDonald's ran out of Chicken McNuggets. This woman got very upset.
How does that even happen, though?
How does that happen? A lot more people going for the cheap meal.
Either that or considering... Let me think. The way I hear the woman on the call... I'm thinking they probably go through a lot of chicken nuggets at this particular McDonald's.
Popular item in this particular one, you think?
I'm thinking.
Oh, boy.
Just trying to put the logic to it is all. That's all I'm trying to say.
So she calls 911 3 times.
Yeah.
Because they ran out of chicken nuggets, actually, yes. Here we go.
What's going on there? I ordered a 10-piece chicken nugget with a small fry, and she said that they didn't have any chicken nuggets. And so I told her I want a McDouble and a small fry, and she told me I would have to pick anything else off the menu because she can't refund me the different steak out of the meal. And I told her to just give me all my money back, and she told me she can't give me my money back either. I have to pick something. There's no manager there? Ma'am. You already spoke with the manager? She say she are the manager. She's saying something.
She say she are the manager. She say she are the manager.
That bothers you?
Oh, you can't even fathom how much that bothers me.
Yeah, that really bothers you.
I know for a fact, especially on the fly like this, I am anything but Mr. Grammar.
Right.
But she say... she are the manager is just grounds for arrest right there.
That just gets under your skin.
Ooh, does that kill me? I can't listen to she say she are the manager.
Really bothers you?
You can't imagine how that bothers me.
Here's the guy that agrees with the woman calling 911. Cassius.
All right.
Hey, guys.
How you doing?
Go ahead. What do you got?
I'm not even the same guy who I guess was on hold on the last segment. But
all right.
Yeah, I mean the whole issue is that they refuse to give her money back. It's like what on earth are they thinking? Like
That's not a crime, though, sir. Like that. Cash, it's not a crime. That's a civil issue. That's not a crime.
It is a crime to take someone's money and then refuse to give it back.
No, there was a transaction made. Yeah. I'm sure it's in McDonald's terms of service that they can replace an item with something else of similar value, blah, 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 whatever. The thing is, she could have gone to the manager, but she say... All right, I'll go back. I can't even. It's just beyond me.
Well,
she say she are the manager, and then instead of calling 911, you call up. You go above to like the franchise managers of McDonald's, and you say you have a McDonald's franchise. That there's other channels that you can go.
You're going on the assumption that she would be able to call somebody else outside of the McDonald's. Maybe everything is, the corporate headquarters are closed or whatever. I mean,
whatever. Then take it up the next day. Do you understand what 911 is for? Do you understand that perhaps some poor son of a bitch clutching his chest has to wait for this effing ignorant bitch to call up about her McNuggets? Some accident maybe wasn't being reported. A robbery in progress.
They only have one operator.
No, I'm not saying. And a lot of times the circuits aren't completely full. I'm saying it's very hypothetical. Of course, probably all of those calls would have gotten through, even with this friggin' dummy calling 911. The fact of the matter is, maybe one day they would need that one line. That one operator that might know, maybe she's talking, and she called 3 times. Maybe she's talking to a very experienced operator that could talk someone through CPR better than another one. There's so many things. Don't laugh, idiot. You friggin' jerk off. What are you laughing at? You're an idiot. Go screw. Laugh at me, you dumb son of a bitch. You're a stupid man. You're stupid. Call 911 on me. So they go and arrest you, you dumb son of a bitch.
Why are you getting mad at this guy?
He's a dummy.
The guy is kind of stupid.
He laughs at me because I'm saying, "Oh, hey, dummy."
Give her the money back.
You don't even.
The money back for
you know what? They should have. They should have given her the money back. You're right. But she shouldn't have called 911. And you laugh when I say perhaps one of the 911 operators might know CPR better than another one? Are you stupid? You're a moron. You're an idiot, Cassius.
Purely hypothetical. Screw you, you dumb guinea.
Hey, wait, Cassius.
Yeah, all right, Cassius. Change your name to Mohammed.
Hey, Cassius, I have a question.
What kind of name is that? Would your mother F a black guy and name it Cassius? What happened, Cassius? Where'd you get that name?
Racist nonsense.
Yeah, I'm a racist. Your name is traditionally an African-American name.
Fair point.
Yes.
I don't even know about that.
I'm just saying it is. What happened there? Mommy, are you half black?
My dad was a fan of Cassius Clay, so that's all there.
That's good. Cassius should have come over his house and beat his testicles so you never could have existed. You're useless. You're stupid.
I'd hate to have the name Cassius Clay, though.
Chuckling at my logic.
Well, Cassius, the reason you're being kind of stupid is because when they call, you say 911 emergency services, and you cannot, unless you're just being like the funny fake laugh on the phone guy, you can't honestly say that's an emergency. That's a civil issue, and that has to be taken up on the following business day with the corporate headquarters, and you know that.
No, not necessarily.
I've just said
it's just so ridiculous.
How is it an emergency, though, Cassius?
Give her the money back.
Cassius, how is it an emergency?
She has to reach the cops.
There are certain forms she has to fill out before she could get her money back. I'll try to find them, sir. This is not the best breakfast I've ever had.
All right, Cassius, thank you.
Okay, all right.
All right. There goes Cassius.
Even mad, I can throw in a Fast Times reference.
He was just chuckling.
I just have my money.
Bit.
Could you reach in and get me the money, Brad?
Gave you a little chuckle.
The guy's laughing at me when I'm saying perhaps one of the 911 operators that she's tying up with a McNuggets call.
Can you give me the basics on this whole story?
She's an idiot.
She went in for the
So is Cassius.
Because I'm not up to speed. She went in for some chicken nuggets. They didn't have them, but she already paid her money.
Yeah.
So then what did they say to her? We don't have chicken nuggets, so you have to order something else?
The whole story sounds suspicious to me. I believe that she paid some money.
Mm-hmm.
They ran out of nuggets.
Okay.
Or something, and she probably started dipping into the fries or something. They probably brought the fries over, and she started, dipping in, eating them or whatever. I'm just speculating. But it doesn't sound like the whole story here is she ordered something, they didn't have it, and wouldn't give her money back.
Well, and how do you give the money first? Who pays for a meal before who just hands over all their money and goes, look, you take what you want. Now let me think of what I can get.
Yeah.
We don't have them. All right, well, money back.
Well, I know if you go into a place like McDonald's or a lot of the fast food places, they ring you up, you pay them, you step over to the side, and then they bring you your order.
Right.
And then for them to go, well, we don't have any nuggets left. Would you like something else? And she says no, and then the person goes, well, we can't give you your money back. That does seem odd.
Doesn't make sense.
Like she should have either just given her her money back, or if the woman wanted something else, she could have had that. It doesn't sound like something was... It sounds like there's another half of the story.
Yeah, we're trying to get more details, but here's the 911 call.
But one thing is for sure.
What
this
happened?
Woman had no right to call 911.
Yeah, I agree.
That's all.
You got to keep those lines open,
Boy,
no matter
that's
what.
my old centralized up apartment complex on fire.
Really?
I'm not kidding. On Hawthorne Avenue, is it?
Why is all your old joints being burned down? Your old restaurant got burned down.
I know.
Now where you used to live
This was
back in the day.
Yeah, I believe these were my old apartments.
Is that where the murder happened?
No, this was before the murder.
All right. Just let that sit there for the newbies. Yeah. Here's the 911 call.
What's going on there? I ordered a 10-piece chicken nugget with a small fry, and she said that they didn't have any chicken nuggets.
They say.
That's why I told her I want a McDouble and a small fry, and she told me I would have to pick anything else off the menu because she can't refund me the different thing out of the meal. And I told her to just give me all my money back, and she said that she can't give me my money back either. I have to pick something.
There's no manager there?
Ma'am.
You already spoke with the manager?
She says she are the manager. She's saying something about she just can't refund me my money or something. But she don't have on the menu what I want. I want a chicken nugget. And she's telling me she can't refund my money now. She don't have what I want. And she can't force me to eat something that I don't want.
All right, I'll send an officer.
A little weird. Not refunding the money, saying, look, you got to pick something else from the menu.
She's not as irrational as a lot of those calls. She just didn't know what to do, but there's got to be a better way to handle the call in emergency services.
This is a dummy.
And what are they arguing over? $5?
Yeah, I know.
What's a meal at McDonald's these days?
This is somebody that really, Jimmy's right. She's very calm. Her grammar, she should be arrested for that.
Well-spoken.
Well-spoken.
She got her point across.
She says she are the manager?
Yeah, well-spoken. And she got her point out.
Well, she certainly did.
In a roundabout way, but you understand what she's saying.
But she obviously has a complete lack of understanding of what you call 911 for.
Yeah.
And this seems to be a big problem in the community.
In the black
Even though
community?
I've heard, well, no, I've also heard a lot of white trash idiots calling 911 for stupid reasons at fast food restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, well,
we had the
dumb, soccer mom call.
Uneducated. Yeah, it's just stupid people.
By the way, they want to argue the Cassius name. Tiffany in Queens, turn down your radio and talk.
Hey.
Hey.
I just wanted to let you know, guys, that Cassius is actually a traditionally Greek name, not black.
Oh, good. So he takes it in the... yeah, whatever. Even better.
Is Cassius really a Greek name?
Yeah, Cassius, you know?
I did not know that. I did not know that.
I just hoped I would. I was shooting in the dark.
You guys know I listen all the time, so.
I was shooting in the dark, just hoping I would hit a nerve when I said that perhaps his mommy was, had a little jungle fever.
Yeah, I know.
That's all.
All right. Thank you, Tiffany.
Grabbing it
No problem.
All right. Let's go to Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Boys.
Hey.
Mike.
Opie, did you just ask Anthony why is all your old places being burned down?
Did I say why is all your?
It sounded that way.
Why is all your old places being burned down?
You know, I dumbed it down after hearing that the woman to the 911 operator.
He say they are the fire department.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's go to Lisa in the Bronx. Lisa.
Hi, guys. How are ya?
Good.
If this lady goes on and says, Obama president now, I think I'm going to crash my car into the side of the road. I can't. Anthony, I love you so much.
Thank you so much.
You are always right.
I am always right. I'm the only voice of reason left in the country. I realize this. I have a great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. I heard that in Spider-Man. And I know that I have a great responsibility to the people, to my people in this country, to keep them educated, keep them aware, keep them safe.
How does a little racist like Lisa survive in the Bronx, by the way?
By listening to me.
Are you in the white section of the Bronx, Lisa?
I certainly am. I represent.
Say,
wow.
Right.
Little racist girl.
Circle the wagons.
Living a little too close to the action. You're crazy.
No, it's not that bad. In the good section.
All right, thank you. Let's go to David in Kansas City. David.
Good morning, boys.
Hey.
Man.
Hey, maybe her boyfriend was out committing a home invasion and she was just trying to type some of the 911 lines there to slow down the response.
Because that's what those people do, right, David?
That's right.
Yeah.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
All right. Let's say hi to Ray, a girl in Westchester. Ray.
You doesn't have to call her Ray. You could call her Ray.
Good morning, boys. I'm just calling to defend the woman who called the 911.
Okay.
And the reason is all she wanted was the police to come to help her settle the dispute. And like most people, I'm sure she didn't know the phone number of her local police department.
Yeah.
So the only way she had to get in touch with the police was to dial 911.
Well, let me tell you something. You can, for a situation like that, if it's that important to her, she could have gotten the number of the local precinct. And when they say, is this an emergency, you say no, but I would like an officer down here to deal with this. 911 is crucial to people that are in grave trouble.
Right, I understand that, but you're looking at it from an intelligent person's point of view.
Exactly, and you would think this country could have some intelligent people.
And those people aren't intelligent, right, Ray?
I never said that.
Right, Ray?
No.
Those people.
By those people.
I think we have more white trash calls to 911 calling about stupid things than we do African American.
You could hear it in her voice, right, Ray? Those people, not as smart.
I'm just saying people who, judging by her grammar,
she are the manager.
Doesn't appear to be particularly well educated.
Very good,
That's all
Ray.
I'm saying. And she doesn't want to spend the money to dial
whatever your name
information.
She should have got her money back, but you can't call 911. You got to take it up with the manager.
But maybe they can't, maybe McDonald's has a policy where they're not allowed their cashiers to give money back because it might lead to larceny on the employee's part.
Well, all right, whatever the issue, but you can't call 911 with the same. If you have to call the same place you call for a gunshot, you can't call to get money back between a McDouble and a McNuggets.
I understand that, but the woman didn't know what to do.
All right, thank you. Let's go to a McDonald's expert, Mark in Mastic. Mark.
Obama president now. Where are my nuggets? Now, she... that
was a
good one. She should have gotten a rain check. They would have given her a voucher for a free meal or something.
Did you work at McDonald's?
I used to.
So they're supposed to give you a little rain check or some kind of voucher or something? You don't
hook you up.
You don't give the money. You don't give the money back if someone asks for it.
Nah, we never did. We give you free fries, free nuggets. Well, no free nuggets today, but they'd give you something. Here, have a Big Mac. Sorry about it. It was never. Here, have a Sunday with some nuts.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yep.
Let's go to Ralph in New York. Ralph, we still have two parts of the phone call to get to. Ralphie.
Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Ralph.
How are you? Okay, here's my issue. I went to McDonald's about 5 years ago, ordered a bunch of burgers. They shorted me 5 of them just as I was leaving the drive-thru. Nicely went inside. I was the only white guy in there. I said, listen, you guys shorted me 5 burgers. They're like, well, we don't know if you took them and hid them. So I'm like, I'm not going to give you guys all the time. No big deal. So for the next 6 or 7 months, one day out of the month, I would go in the bathroom and crap in the sink. And that's how I got to that.
Wow.
That's a good one.
And that McDonald's knows exactly who it is.
All right.
That's a Lulu.
That's the way to work.
Yeah, we solve problems like at Jack in the Box. Let's say it's 3 a.m. We've all been at the bar, and you get a bad Jack in the Box order. You just take.
Whoa! How old are you? Jack in the Box.
Oh, this was when I was a kid.
All right, you're
you're driving around with your friends, you're drinking, and then you go in there, Jack in the Box, to get maybe a breakfast Jack. And if you didn't like it, what you did to voice your discontent was to heave it against their giant glass front windows on Jack in the Box.
Nice.
And watch it slowly slide down the window. And the laughs we all got were well worth the price of the actual piece of crap food product.
But we were too stupid to, videotape all this stuff.
Who could videotape it? We didn't have...
we were dummies.
We didn't have videotapes.
We had a lot of opportunities to videotape cool stuff, and we just didn't do it. All right, let me say hi to Sean in North Carolina. Sean.
Hi, Big Daddy. Y'all ain't got no chicken nuggets? What other kind of meals you got? We got double cheeseburger, quarter pounder with cheese, fish fillet,
mixed salad,
Arch Deluxe.
Arch Deluxe. Let's say hi to Bill in Jersey. Bill.
See one of those in quite some time there, Danny. Good one.
Bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, if she got her food and didn't pay for it, what would they do? They call 911, right?
Yes.
Because that's what those people do, right, Bill?
Bill, even though I know where you're going with that. Hold on, Bill.
Because those type of people will do that.
What I was saying, Jim?
Bill, what's that?
My point is that they didn't give her what she wanted. They didn't give her money back, so they basically ripped her off.
The difference is one is a crime, like just taking something and not paying for it is technically stealing. If you pay for it and then have a dispute over the policy of a refund, even though, look, she should have got her money back, that's technically not a crime that you contact the police for. That's a civil issue. There's a difference, man.
Well, there's not really that much of a difference.
There is. It's a huge difference. It's a giant difference based on the fact that you're on their property and have to adhere to their rules. If their rules are no refunds on food, then you're screwed. And
she ain't asking for a refund because the food was bad or something. They didn't have what she ordered. They took her money knowing they didn't have it, and then they tell her, oh, we don't have it, you got to get something else.
Well,
that's not right.
Then you get something else. That could be part of their policy that you got to live with. Who knows?
No, that's not right.
But it's not a matter for 911.
I would have called 911 for it. I would have just knocked the manager out or something. And left.
Okay.
But,
you know what? I don't blame this woman for calling 911. She was very frustrated and needed a solution to her problem.
You are out of your bird.
Thank you, Bill. Hey, McDonald's issued a statement. We got that. And part 2 and part 3 of the 911 call that this woman made because she didn't get her chicken nuggets.
Thank goodness. Yeah, 3 times, by the way, she called.
We might have to check your blood pressure in a little bit.
3 times.
Opie and Anthony. All right, where were we? Where were we at?
I don't know. I got so distracted.
Yeah?
Watching the news during that commercial break.
Woman calls 911 3 times because McDonald's ran out of chicken nuggets.
All right.
And wouldn't refund her money. We do have a statement from McDonald's, but first, part 2 of the 911 call. She called back 3 times.
Yeah.
This is the second call to 911.
I called a couple of minutes ago for police on,
Okay, what's going on?
Oh, I'm to McDonald's, and I ordered a 10-piece chicken nugget and a small fry, and she took my money and gave me the change back, and then she came back to the counter and said that they doesn't have any chicken nuggets, but I like anything else.
It doesn't have any.
You don't have no chicken nuggets. I want a McDouble and a small fry now. And she told me I would have to pick something else off the menu that equal up to what I paid because she can't do that. And so I told her, just give me all my money back. I don't want anything. She told me she's not going to give me my money back. She can't give me my money back either. And so she's trying to force me to eat something off the menu that I don't want.
You're at McDonald's on Delaware?
No, not Delaware.
North US 1?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we got an officer coming out there to talk to you.
To talk to you.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, I'll be right out there to talk to you.
She seems calm enough.
Yeah, you can't.
Calm doesn't mean anything. Calm does not mean anything. You can be calm, cool, and collected. You're wrong.
Let's say hi to Mildred. Mildred.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Mildred?
Hey, I'm an EMT. I've done the 911 dispatch thing, and this wouldn't even make my best of list. This is nothing compared to what's on a daily basis in the inner city. I have had my weave is too tight, my toenails are too long, come to my house, tell me it's 2 Percocet too many. I think the worst was my parents won't let me go to the movies, and they'll flip out on you in a second. People abuse the system left and right. It's horrible.
I don't think this one's abusing the system, though. She's just a dummy. I don't think this is abuse. She's just,
She actually thinks that this is what 911 is for. If you need a cop, because she wanted a cop on the scene, and instead of going through the proper channels of finding out the nearest precinct, calling the precinct, and telling them it's not an emergency, but I want a car here. I want to file some kind of a report. That's one thing. 911.
This is a prevalent view.
What's that?
This is a prevalent view that 911 is for whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even kidding. My weave is too tight. What do you want an ambulance for? We can't say no to people like this.
Loosen it with a 38.
Hey, her weed is too tight. You're escalating the situation.
Yeah.
All right, thank you, Mildred.
Thanks, Rod.
I want to say hi to Chris. He works for the New York Fire Department. What's up there, Chris?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey.
I work EMS for the fire department, and, at least this lady had a legitimate beef. She didn't get her money back or whatever. People abuse this system like the other caller was saying. Last night, I got a job to go to a house to reassure a 3-year-old that her father was feeling okay. So he called 911, got a fire truck, police department, and an ambulance all taken off the street, rushed to the house, lights and sirens, to reassure a 3-year-old. It's ridiculous.
The kid was scared.
People don't care.
The kid was scared.
He was frightened.
He was frightened.
Oh,
exactly.
God.
Exactly.
The resources that ties up.
Exactly. And
amazing.
Put the public at risk, everybody going there, lights and sirens.
Right.
At least this lady had a beef.
All right. Thank you there, Chris.
All right,
Yeah,
guys.
she didn't want it, though. She wanted the chicken. Shut up.
Let's go to David in Israel. David.
Ooh.
Good morning, boys.
Hey, David. He calls from time to time. How do you listen to us in Israel? Online, obviously?
Hopefully not on the bus.
A little
they explode.
What do you listen to us online there, David?
What, would silly people call about a rocket attack or something? Oh, those wacky people.
Trying to kill us or something?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
And I just want to reiterate, I used to work in EMS in Jersey. We had people calling for the stupidest stuff. People were under the assumption that if they called 911, automatically they'd be seen by a doctor right away. They don't know the triage system. We had a girl that called 911 because she wasn't feeling well, because she was puking. No chance in hell that she was pregnant, even though she was showing, all the symptoms of being a few months pregnant, morning sickness and stuff. And that, takes ambulances off the street. And sometimes you only have a certain amount of crews on it, especially where I worked, where it was volunteer. If the local volunteers were dealing with something stupid like foot pain, then when someone had a heart attack, they had to wait till somebody else in the area could come in and help them out.
They could wait.
It would just like the Rockets. It just sometimes it used to really eat me, but we had to go because we had no choice, because we're called, that's our duty to show up, and we got to take them to the hospital, and then we're being used for something else.
That's great. Yeah, let the hearse get the other guy. It's okay.
Hey, Jimmy.
Love this guy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Linger longer.
Wow. All right.
I guess he means stay off Israeli buses. Try to linger longer.
Let's go to Tom. Tom's a cop. Tom, how are you, buddy?
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hi.
I got some really good 911 calls. I'm a cop in Suffolk now. I worked in the city for about 5 years.
Yeah.
Wyandotte, you guys are familiar with that neighborhood. There's one house. It's on Irving Avenue. I won't say the exact number, but they call every day. I've been there before for someone that ate the last 2 eggs in the fridge, someone that smoked the last cigarette from someone else's pack. Now, this house is just full of animals. No one works. They all get SSI, Section 8. Someone else called because the roommate took the bicycle, didn't return it. Let's see, what else? One of the, they get domestic calls, violent domestic calls. Mother versus 8-year-old daughter states daughter is out of control.
It's in speed dial. It's in speed dial.
One of the best is probably got to be when I was a city cop over by Port Authority. Had a guy come up to me. He said that wanted me to go lock up a drug deal that was down the block because he tried to buy $20 worth of critter, as he called it, which is crack. Said he sold him $20 worth of critter, turned out to be broken up cashew nuts, and he wanted me to go lock him up for ripping them off.
I love him.
And he said, I know smoking critter isn't legal per se. He says that, per se.
Per se.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go help you out. I'll go lock him up. So, did the next best thing. I locked him up for attempted possession, made some overtime.
Dude, what else would you be doing in Suffolk County? Like a little kid stealing a Playboy from a stationery? Come on.
Oh, you know what?
You're in Suffolk County. What?
Scrape out of trees. You go to Wine Dance. I mean, you guys listen to stuff.
Oh, I know.
But
come on, the majority of the things you're shoveling teenagers off the highway.
We get that, too.
All right. Thank you.
Be safe out there, my friend.
Let's go to the third part of the 911 call. She called a third time.
How can I help you?
I'm calling. I need an officer from McDonald on US 1, North US 1 by the bridge.
Okay, what's going on there?
I just ordered for food. The manager just took my money and won't give me my money back and trying to make me get something off of me that I don't want. I ordered chicken nuggets. They don't have chicken nuggets. And so I told her to refund, give me my money back. And she's telling me I have to pick something other something else off of me. And she's not going to give me my money back. And she don't have the right to take my money. Here come an officer right here.
Okay,
there you go.
She's like, okay, yeah.
Oh.
She probably licked whatever they brought out. Here, we have this as a replacement. I want my money back.
Those people do that.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying.
She was very persistent, and she got, she got something done. McDonald's had issued a statement saying their employee escalated the situation and has offered her a free meal gift card and a full refund.
Hope you had a nice Arnold.
Fast time.
Yes. Actually, the employee was wiping big, hairy off of the mirror in the bathroom at the time this woman came in. Big, hairy. That is a hysterical scene. He's just reflecting on his life, and he's wiping that graffiti off of the window of the mirror.
Tom, Chicago, you should be charged a fee for making cops respond to crap like this. That's not a bad idea. You just got to educate the public on this because too many of these calls come in.
Education do people need that 911 is for emergencies?
Danny, give me one of our favorite 911 calls. We have a whole batch of these we collect. Jeremy in Cleveland, how are you?
Good evening.
Good evening, Jeremy.
Yeah, I work as a dispatcher here for the police, and this woman called before because her stupid effing cat would not come out from under the bed and eat its food. So she wanted me to send a patrol car to get this stupid cat out.
Would you have a 9mm?
Oh, well, I
get the cat out.
Cop car.
You
I
just
didn't send the cop car for the dummy.
You know what you do? You shoot him with something like a hollow point, and that'll push the cat out from under the bed with each shot. You just make sure you know what your backing is because it'll go right through a cat. It's going to go through him. But it will slowly push him out, especially on a wood floor. It'll push the cat out. Best way to get a cat out from under the bed.
Or put the cat in your bong, like that dude did.
Yeah, whatever that story is.
That guy was...
The cat in the bong story.
It was terrific.
I don't even know.
Cat dead?
No. Cat is fine. He's finer than ever.
Cat got the munchies. Pat in Deer Park, how are you, Pat?
Hey, she should have went straight to the top and called the Mayor McCheese.
You know, that ain't bad, Pat.
I like it.
You know what it was? She was really depressed. She was a real grim ass.
Ugh.
What? Boo.
Gary in Westchester. Gary.
No good.
Boo.
Hey, boys.
Hey, Gary.
They should have handed her a Big Kahuna burger and sent the sorry ass on her way.
Big Kahuna burger, right.
Yeah.
That's that Hawaiian joint.
Yeah. Danny found one of our favorite 911 calls, the Burger King. Is this the soccer mom one?
I do believe so. This is the Burger King soccer mom minivan.
Yeah.
Call.
Listen to this one, man.
It's a little long, so if you want me to just stop it, just let me know.
Okay.
Sheriff's Department, how can I help you? Yeah, I'm over here at Burger King right here in San Clemente. Mm-hmm. No, not San Clemente. I'm sorry. I live in San Clemente. I'm in Laguna Niguel, I think. That's where I'm at. I'm at a drive-thru right now. I ordered my food 3 times. They're mopping the floor inside, and I understand they're busy. They're not even busy. Okay, I've been the only car here. I asked them 4 different times to make me a Western barbecue burger. Okay, They keep giving me a hamburger with lettuce, tomato, and cheese, onions. And I said, I'm not leaving. I want a Western burger because I just got my kids from Taekwondo. They're hungry. I'm on my way home, and I live in San Clemente.
This bitch.
Okay.
Let me just say something.
What?
Laguna Niguel.
You know this area?
Oh, yeah.
Rich area?
It's a pretty upper crusty, snooty little area.
Mm-hmm.
It's full of people that, have some money.
Yeah.
San Clemente, too. Nothing to spit out over there at San Clemente. Used to be the home of the Western White House. Richard M. Nixon.
That's true.
Used to live in San Clemente. So just hearing this bitch calling 911 about this, that she can't get her Western omelet burger, whatever the hell she's calling for. She's really the antithesis of this other dummy, but it's the same stupidity.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Which caller do you hate more?
I'll be quite honest with you. I hate this stupid white bitch more.
All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Jummy, what if one of our kids are on the soccer field as they're practicing soccer and breaks his friggin' neck and there's no ambulance to go get him or emergency response because you dummy, are calling about a burger?
Mm-hmm.
Ugh. People are disgusting.
She gave me another hamburger. It's wrong. I said 4 times. I said, I want it. She goes, can you go out and park in front? I said, no. I want my hamburger right. So then the lady came to the manager, whoever she is. She came up and she said, you want your money back? And I said, no, I want my hamburger. My kids are hungry and I have to jump on the toll freeway. I said, I am not leaving this spot. And I said, I will call the police because I want my Western burger done right. Now, is that so hard?
Okay, what exactly is it you want us to do for you?
I said, I'll do down here. I want them to make me right.
Ma'am, we're not going to go down there and enforce your Western bacon cheeseburger.
Enforce
What
it.
am I supposed
What happened?
to do?
Oh.
This is between you and the manager. We're not going to go enforce how to make a hamburger.
Enforce.
That's not a criminal issue.
Make the burger. Make the burger!
There's nothing criminal.
So I just stand here. So I just sit here and block.
You need to calmly and rationally speak to the manager and figure out what to do between you.
She did come up, and I said, can I please have my Western burger? She said, I'm not dealing with it. She walked away. Because they're mopping the floor, and it's all full of suds, and they don't want to run. They don't want to go through there. And
ma'am, then I suggest you get your money back and go somewhere else. This is not a criminal issue. We can't go out there and make them make you a cheeseburger the way you want it.
Well, that you're supposed to be here to protect me.
What are we protecting you from? A wrong cheeseburger? No. Is this a harmful cheeseburger or something? I don't understand what you want us to do.
Well, just come down here. I'm not leaving.
No, ma'am, I'm not sending the deputies down there over a cheeseburger. You need to go in there and act like an adult and either get your money back and go home.
She's not acting like an adult herself. I'm sitting here in my car. I just want them to make my kid a Western burger.
Now, this is what I suggest. I suggest you get your money back from the manager and you go on your way home.
Okay.
Okay? Bye-bye.
Do you know how many other places? Yeah, it's not like,
that's a great one.
It's not like this is a 1 in a million restaurant or something she's looking to go to. She could probably drive around the block and find another one.
It's a woman that has never been told no.
Right.
She gets her way wherever she goes.
This spoiled, entitled bitch.
Absolutely.
From San Clemente. Is in Laguna Niguel, probably shopping at these little outdoor boutiques.
Right.
And then has her stupid kids that are hungry. And they're not even really hungry. She's probably hungry. Gonna feed her kids some garbage.
Let's say hi to Greg. Greg.
Hello,
hey,
Greg.
Morning, boys. What's going on?
911. I tried ordering the chicken soup. I couldn't get any. My dog is very, very sad because I'm very thin.
Holy cow.
Wow, I had no idea where you're going.
Well, I know. Until Jimmy knew. I knew I had to keep going.
You should have said my dog Tiger. I would have known immediately.
Ah, yes, Tiger.
I just checked it off the list.
Ah, good.
One every
All
day.
right.
Brady dead AIDS.
Joke.
Got it.
Go ahead, sir. We filled our quota for today. Go ahead, Greg.
All right, yeah, I work in Jersey, and we got this one woman who orders out every day. She's practically a shut-in. Well, one day her Pizza Hut was about 20 minutes late, and she called 911 because she thought they were getting held up. That's why she thought they were late. She actually wasted a 911 call for that.
All right, she was dumb, And this lady in Florida didn't do the right thing, but they weren't belligerent. I mean, maybe she was. This lady in San Clemente was belligerent, like you want to knock her teeth out.
You're supposed to protect me.
You want to just punch her in the face through the minivan window.
That you're supposed to protect me line is like, from what? The wrong burger?
A Western burger.
Yeah.
Nice. I think a lot of people just don't understand what 911 is for, because it happens too much, it seems.
Emergency. When you call 911, it shouldn't be like, hey, if you keep this up, I'm calling 911.
Right.
When you call 911, it's, oh, my God, call 911.
Yeah.
That's when you call 911.
That's a perfect way to look at it.
Holy Jesus, call 911.
Right. If it starts with holy Jesus or oh, my God.
If it starts with,
if you see something and your first thought is, oh, my God.
Oh, God, what do I do? 911. The only thing that pops in your head.
Right.
It shouldn't start with, hey, you know something? If you keep up these shenanigans, I'm going to call 911.
Right.
Never.
So you turn the corner somewhere in Manhattan. You see like a man on the street clutching his chest, flopping on the sidewalk. Oh, my God. Call 911.
Here's what you should hear while you're calling 911.
Right.
That should be as you're dialing those three numbers.
That's so true.
Jesus, man. Come on.
If you're not sure you should call 911, guess what? You shouldn't call. It's pretty obvious when you need to call 911.
Yeah.
As Anthony explained perfectly there.
Oh,
hey, we got the cat in the bong story that we kind of referenced.
Yes. Well, the cat's in the bong and he's very stoned.
Hey,
a boo, 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 boo.
But you just brought up something.
Oh, I did.
Are the musicians working on the
Jimmy's lunch?
Are the musicians working on the Anthony Cats in the Cradle song?
I certainly hope so.
Was it Cats in the Cradle or the was that the one we want him to rework?
Cats in the Cradle is the one.
With all Anthony's growing up stories with his dad.
My horrific growing up stories.
We really want to hear a couple of those. I'm hoping some of the musicians out there are working on it. You got to remember all the stories Anthony has told over the years.
There's so many.
So we need someone that's really into this radio show.
Yeah.
That has some musical chops.
Yeah, call 911. We'll find out.
Well, we'll definitely play your song if it's good enough. So here's the cat in the bong story.
The man who stuffed this kitten into this makeshift bong and smoked marijuana through it says he's done it more than once. Asia Shoemaker says he never meant to hurt his girlfriend's 6-month-old cat, Shadow, but just wanted to calm the kitty down.
You can't make this up. No, this is one of those things you just go, I don't believe this.
A domestic disturbance complaint brought authorities to the home of the 20-year-old. That's where they found Shadow stuffed inside the 12-by-6 contraption Shoemaker used as a bong. He said it was constructed in such a way that the cat did not get totally immersed in smoke, and that he had done it a total of 3 times after the cat would bite and scratch him.
You get to a point where you think you've seen it all, and then you see something like this happen, and, you know, who knows what the human mind can invent for entertainment.
As for Shadow, he ended up at the Humane Society, where workers say he seems normal, not high-strung or wild.
Of course not.
You haven't seen that type of behavior in her at all.
Authorities ticketed Shoemaker and his girlfriend on suspicion of misdemeanor animal cruelty.
You know what? It's not a bad idea, though. You've had cats.
Oh, they're crazy sometimes.
They're fidgety mother effers. Yeah. They could use a couple hits to calm them down.
Put them in the little bong chamber.
Oh, my God.
But after a while, the cat will just start scratching, and you go, I know, I'll meet you at the bong.
Yeah, the cat's scratching and just sits by the bong.
Yeah, well.
What am I, you out of weed? Pick some up, dummy.
Cats are nervous Nellies. Just always, like, on edge. Just ready to, like, freak out at the stupidest thing.
Dart off and scratch something expensive.
A little pot might mellow out the little fella.
Take a whiz on something.
Yeah.
Ugh. Cats. Out of here. Cats.
My brother had a cat that whizzed all over the house because, you know, my brother was having sex with his girl. So the cat, for some reason, felt like, no, you know, that's my woman.
The only saving grace is that, thank God that smell comes out of everything so easily.
How stupid is that? Cats are
literal Jim.
Dumb cats spray in the house because the cat thinks there's some kind of, like, love connection between himself and the woman in the house. Wow. What is that about?
Cats are weird.
They are weird. I'll never have a cat again.
I'd say, okay, you want it? And then I'd do the cat. Yeah, if it's jealous like that.
Oh, really?
Then you do that with the cat, and the cat won't want that anymore.
What if you realized the cat wanted her, not you?
I'd be mad.
Wouldn't you feel like the silliest goose?
We got one more 911 call there, Danny.
911.
All right, give me one more going in a break. Let me say hi to Malik real fast. Malik, you got to keep it fast today. We only have a couple minutes before break.
Yeah, it was good. Hey, yo, listen, Ed, this is a fact, man. It's more privileged white people that act like that and call 911 than it is black people. You know what I'm saying? And
I know. Black people usually have legitimate reasons. You know, there's a dead guy laying outside the stoop, or gunfire, something like that. I understand.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And they don't need.
Why are you agreeing?
He says exactly.
What's wrong with you? Stick up for yourself for once.
Removal guy. That's what they need.
Right.
Yeah. I agree with you. There are so many more dumb white people calling 911. I've heard the tapes.
Is that it?
Yeah. All right. All right, so I'll see you.
All right, Malik. We got which one you want to play there, Danny?
I have a real short one. I won't blow it.
Short but good?
Yeah, it's definitely funny.
All right, we'll play this going into break. I think Dice is going to be on the show next. Is he here?
Is he here?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Not gotten word.
All right, here we go. And one more 911 call. Opie and Anthony.
Arlington 911, what is your emergency? Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? Well, that's not an emergency, but it's Tuesday.
877-212-ONA.
I like this.
How's everybody today? Doing good.
Danny's playing air guitar to this. Yeah, nice riff.
Hey, remember that guy who beheaded the man on the Greyhound bus?
It happens so much. Which one? That crazy Canadian, right?
I love this. He pleaded not guilty.
He was holding the head in his hand as he stepped off the bus after people saw him sawing the guy's head off. How do you plead not guilty?
I understand this is America. Let's get that out of the way. But there are times where you should not be allowed to plead not guilty.
It's Canada.
Oh, Canada. I'm sorry.
You know something? I believe the same standards are pretty much there. Times you should not be able to plead not guilty.
Was the bus from Canada and all that?
Yeah.
I thought America was involved in some way.
No, the whole... Yeah.
All right, whatever. But still.
Canadian Greyhound going across the southern highway.
Right.
It's spelled Graye hound. Greyhound.
All right, so
hound.
So take the American thing out of it. Still, there are times you should not be able to plead not guilty.
When
you're holding the head of the victim.
Yeah.
After everyone saw you saw through his neck
with a giant Rambo knife.
Right.
And then you're holding it up at the window like, hey, look what I just did. How do you plead not guilty?
You should be able to plead, I'm guilty, but.
Yeah. Guilty with an explanation.
Right.
I've seen that in traffic court, which is hysterical because that's not a plea.
Uh-huh.
You can't have that's not a plea. The second you say guilty, you're guilty. And then it's the judge's discretion. Guilty with an explanation is the dumbest thing you can say.
Because it could just be guilty. I did it because I felt like doing it. There's my explanation.
There's my explanation.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm guilty, but with an explanation. And I've seen judges go, there's no such plea. Mm-hmm. What's your plea? Mm-hmm. Like, they don't want to hear your story. Then plead not guilty. Try to use your explanation to get out of it.
Right.
There's no explanation if you're guilty. You're guilty. What do you want, a victim's... one of those victims' comments where they give a speech, and he was speeding past me.
I've been bitching about that CD player. It just goes to the next track.
Wow. Quit it now.
We don't need the audio, right? So he's pleading not guilty on that one.
Yeah.
What? Is there... What?
There was some really interesting stuff in the story. I don't know if it's on that audio, but about the evidence.
All right, then.
The evidence.
Yeah.
Valuable evidence. Get the evidence in the car, Junior.
Put the head back in the car. Daddy, my hat blew off.
My head blew off.
I hope that guy's goddamn head was in it. Could be the funniest line in movie history.
Oh, yeah.
Daddy, my hat blew off. I hope your goddamn head was in it.
Daddy.
My hat blew off.
Stupid daddy.
So this guy, this guy Tim McLean just fell asleep on the bus, and this lunatic, Asian guy Vince Lee, just flipped out and started stabbing him, and cut his head off.
Yeah.
The guy fought him too.
Snoring. Could have been.
Let's get the latest on the story here.
Family members of a Canadian...
This idiot again. Can we use another reporter for our show?
Family members.
AP guy?
This guy bores the hell out of everyone.
Listen to the
He puts
way
everyone to sleep.
Enunciates. That family. It was family members. Family.
Who says family?
He said it perfectly.
This is like NPR
family members
type stuff. This is like an NPR delivery.
Blah, 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 blah.
We need some excitement because this is a beheading story.
Family members of a Canadian carnival worker brutally murdered on a Greyhound bus last summer heard disturbing details about the man charged with the crime. According to a statement read in court on Tuesday, Vince Lee told police he was guilty, said he was sorry, then begged officers to kill him when he was arrested for beheading Tim McLean. But in court, Lee pleaded not guilty to second-degree murder. His lawyers say they're not disputing the fact that their client killed McLean, but they argue he was mentally ill and not criminally responsible. A psychiatrist told the court the Chinese immigrant is schizophrenic, and he believes God told him to commit the crime. 36 people were aboard the bus when Lee stabbed the 22-year-old victim several times, apparently for no reason, as they rode along a highway in western Canada. After those passengers escaped, Lee allegedly showed McLean's severed head to them as they stood outside the bus. An officer who was on the scene says
he's got a delivery like he's not going to make it to the end of the story. Like he's going to be snoring before he gets to the end here.
Blah, blah, blah.
Head to them as they stood outside the bus. An officer who was on the scene says he saw the suspect hacking off pieces of the body and eating them. The victim's mother says even if Lee isn't found criminally responsible because of his mental health, he should still be required to serve some jail time for the gruesome attack.
He should be institutionalized forever. Like, obviously he's nuts. You don't really have to argue that. You don't slice off a guy and eat him on the bus, regardless of how long your trip has been or how many stops they didn't take. But you're crazy.
Yeah,
you're
you
a
are
crazy person.
Yeah.
And you're never going to not be crazy enough after doing that to get out.
Yeah.
You're never going to be like, remember that time I cut the guy's head off and ate his arm? All better now. You're never going to be sane enough after that.
They didn't have it in that story, but in one account, they couldn't find all of the guy's heart and his eyes, so they assumed that the gentleman consumed those.
Well, of course, it's the best parts.
Wow.
If you can eat a body, you go with the heart, the liver. It's nuts. The eyeballs, they pop in your mouth. All right. That guy was a bore. How do you make a story like that boring?
By putting his voice to it. The family.
I heard Dice was here, so we're just kind of sitting waiting for him to enter the studio. Bill Gates bans Apple products at home.
Yeah, he's having a little problem with the old ball and chain, Lloyd. Wow, that's nice. Blue screen the phones just went to.
Phone system just
Blue
crapped.
screen of death.
Oh, boy, now we don't have phones? This place just slowly rotting away in front of us.
This morning, too.
Oh, that's great. Well,
did it.
Well, the phones were lit today. Did we overdo it?
We went through our quota. Do we only have so many calls we could take per day and then post blue screen on us?
Who knows?
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. I'm working on it now. We'll have them back in no time.
What do you think the problem is with the phones?
I don't know.
Do you know?
Reboot it. We'll try to reboot. We're rebooting.
Why don't you call the phone company?
The phone company. Yes, obviously Tim's working on the problem.
Tim, when you're doing those promos, I want the mic just to fall off and a fist to come out and sock you, and then the mic goes back
on. Bill Gates bans Apple products at home. The problem, his wife wants an iPhone.
Yeah.
Out of all the phones out there.
He's got $40 billion, you dumb woman. Why don't you just shut up and enjoy it? Why do you have to have an iPhone?
That just goes to show you, after a while, it doesn't matter.
Nothing's good enough for them.
It doesn't matter. She's got the head guy that was like the big muckety-muck of Microsoft, money, all kinds of cash, and she just wants to mess with her friends with the iPhone and the little apps and things like that. And he's like, no, try this.
Exactly.
What's wrong? Windows Mobile not good enough for you? No, it stinks. Oh, well, wait a minute. Hold. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Is it good or is it bad? I don't know. Someone tell me what I should think.
Dice making his way into the studio.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
There he is. How you
I
doing?
won't film a lot. I've been filming everything.
What's happening?
Hi, sweetie.
Especially that. Especially that.
Yeah.
There's dice.
A dicey dice. He already cursed. That's
Drops
good.
the S-bomb before he sits down.
Yeah.
I saw you on the news before. You were being all nice. Not one curse. Not one curse. What happened? Oh, okay. How you doing?
Who's this guy filming?
That's Sam. Like his hair?
HD, my friend.
It's a nice camera.
Oh, wait, I need a mic, right?
Yeah, why don't you...
HD. All right, let me shut this off so we can wrap.
That's nice, see? You just videotape everything you do.
Yeah,
Might as well.
Face.
Well, you got a camera in those glasses, too?
Kenny, do me a favor? Would you please?
He's just moseying around.
Take your time.
Flirting out orders. Just being dice.
Yeah.
Where do you want me sitting?
You can sit right over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is a different setup than the other joint.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Oh, I didn't know what that was. I'm used to
Flashes.
getting a light like that in my eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a problem.
What happened?
It's an aorta thing.
Get out of here, an aorta. Aorta's in your
Aorta's
chest.
your heart.
Oh,
A retina?
your retina. Yeah.
You got a retina
No, yeah,
thing?
they give me. I get shocked.
You get shocked in your eyeball?
No, look at it.
What happens?
See, it's red still.
Oh, it's a little red over there
They
by
actually
the
give you a shot in the eye.
cornea. Stop it. They don't give you a needle in your
Yeah,
eye.
a needle in the eye.
That sounds like torture. Where you
No, it's not.
Guantanamo?
You don't feel it. You don't feel it.
How do you not feel that?
It's a mental thing. You overcome it mentally.
What are you, Kane from Kung Fu?
No, they numb it. They numb it. And
With drops?
It really doesn't hurt. Yeah, with drops.
But just the thought of it.
That's what the
That's
doctor
crazy.
said. That screws you up.
Why are you
Yeah.
getting them? What's wrong with your eye?
I told you this in Vegas.
I don't remember, but the audience doesn't know.
With the I'm not thinking that way.
Jimmy's kept his mouth shut. He's no rat.
There's like a fluid buildup.
Yeah.
If you understand me now. And what happens? The fluid builds up. Brown nose. The fluid builds up over there, like with the this, that, and the other thing, and they got to give a shot to decapacitate it.
To get the fluid out.
To get the fluid out.
We
Yeah.
end up like.
No, it was really messed up. Months ago, it was really messed up.
Yeah? Was it popping out of your head?
No, you just can't see good. Everybody looks
hurting?
like a Martian.
Really?
Yeah, it's messed up. I'm not kidding
Wow.
around.
How often you got to have the
I
needle
actually had to
done?
cancel concerts when that happened.
Really?
Yeah, because the right side of the audience is normal looking, and the left side all was like wavy, and you could fall off the stage.
Would it be weird if they were just really like that? The eyes were fine, but the left side of the audience was wavy.
So funny about that. Now you just laugh at what you say.
I know. I
like
do that a lot.
You've like changed that way.
A little psychotic.
Would you shave?
Yeah. I shaved the goatee. I just leave a little tuft of hair here.
I'm trying to work without the glasses.
Little porno mustache going a little bit for a little while.
Why? Who's the weather girl?
Oh, that's old
Oh,
news.
no, that was the traffic girl.
The
That's old
traffic
news.
girl.
You saw her on the news just before.
She does naked traffic, this chick.
I don't know about that. She's the one that was with the I guess you guys had some kind of dice impression poem thing going on over there.
You know what? Just show them how it's done, please.
I don't need to perform for myself. What am I doing?
It's the best.
Hey, jerk off.
I mean, they were also a little nervous.
Yeah, they were nervous.
weren't
They were
bad,
nervous.
you know.
No,
They
it was
had
that was the
Do you
traffic.
think I let the guy win that should have won?
Oh.
Because he had the most energy. That's
We
why I
couldn't
like
hear
it.
all of them.
Yeah.
You know, one guy comes in with his jig.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's that about? Leave
That
the
was the
chick and you get the win.
That was the traffic girl.
That was the traffic girl?
Yeah.
Why doesn't anybody clue me in? Why don't I know nothing?
Dice, you're so preoccupied with dice.
Well, number one. No, I got to say this because last time I saw Norton, he was coming in for your wedding, so you got married.
Yes, I did.
Congratulations.
Thank
How's
you,
it
sir.
going?
It's good.
Prenup?
Huh?
What? Look at Dice.
Prenup?
Prenup.
Whatever. No. She's a nice girl, right? You happy?
Yeah, she's awesome.
How many months you married now?
3 months.
They're together for a while.
Sounds thrilled.
They were together for a while, though.
No, we talked about it last time, but he had to leave Vegas for the wedding.
Nice wedding. She's a great girl.
Mm-hmm.
The family drinks like me.
You're very happy today. I like this about you.
I'm in a good mood. I'm in a good place. I am. I got out of the relationship I was in. First, how we gave me this talk about the marriage thing years ago. That's finally wrapping up. Where I'm at the end of my
That's
checks.
Finally wrapping up.
Can you believe this?
We were talking about that in 2000.
Yep. Thank you.
There's no end to it.
No end.
Even when you think it's wrapped up, that's when it begins.
That'll get me so annoyed. But right now, I'm looking at 2 more handy-dandy payments, and I'm done.
All right. And what about your social life?
Then I had the girlfriend that I was with.
Who was the girl you were showing me on the screen that time that you were dating?
Who, the one on
that was probably her that you
That was
just saw.
probably the
That
one
was
you
Jill,
just saw.
the traffic girl.
The traffic
girls all over town.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you don't care? That don't bother you, right?
I used to go out with her. I don't know.
Oh, you don't go out with her?
No, there was a big, a big boudel happened. A big boudel happened at my house at a party.
And don't worry, I'm prepared. I'm not, I know this is a different show, and, I got to watch the...
The
language? The language.
So, I was going out with the traffic girl for a while. But then this other girl apparently was in my closet at my house when the traffic girl knocked on my bedroom door. And she opened up the closet door, and lo and behold, there's another girl there. Come on, don't look more mysterious. You know how
That's
this
a good
works.
story.
No, but it's
called a midlife crisis.
Personality.
He's living his life now.
It's a different personality I'm watching.
Personality.
You mean you got to get a personal.
He's living his life now.
Yeah, having fun.
Yeah. Well,
finally
I'm glad
decided.
to hear how happy. You know what? I liked you better when you were miserable.
So did I. I think a lot of the
He's very
fans did,
happy.
But you know something, though? By 11...
You put me in a good mood, which is getting me angry.
Oh, good. I'm glad I could help.
What happened on The Apprentice? You get kicked off the first week. You were making good TV there.
Those dummies. Why would they...
But we know that. We know that. You watch the show, right?
You would have been on there, and the ratings would have gone through the roof.
I was the entertainment, and I knew that.
You were the loose cannon in there. That was different than all the other goddamn sane...
You know what gets me? What they cut out. There was such great comedy cut out. And when they went to showing the cupcake sales, show that for like a minute. You know what I mean?
They showed it for 20 minutes.
There was so much stuff between me and Tom Green.
Yeah.
Just great stuff.
Underwear
shopping and Macy's for a half hour. I mean, it was...
See, I want to see.
But I get that would have been funny because he actually said it. He goes... Dice, I never, ever spent this kind of time in an underwear section anywhere.
Well, is it the underwear with the men on the cover all
it's
half
different
dressed?
kinds.
Or Fruit of the Loom?
But no Fruit of the Loom.
No.
You get the special stuff.
I was talking about getting the special
stuff that gives them a trill.
But you got it. But then all the pictures on those boxes are all naked guys. They're these buff guys with the little thing.
Yeah, but I don't care.
It's like
about
looking at a porn section, though. It's like looking at gay
why
pornography.
Do you get so involved in that?
I just want to buy underwear. I don't want to go to the counter with gay pornography.
No, but what are they supposed to have on the cover? These big
underwear with a mannequin.
Not even a mannequin.
No,
just show the underpants.
The thing. Calvin Klein started that whole thing.
So they did.
Throw a little fagotito and some panties.
That's what they do. And then what's worse is that other store, the one with where you got to carry around Abercrombie and Fitch. You got to carry around a whole bag.
I don't go in
with
that
an 8x10 billboard of naked gay men.
That's a store I don't believe in.
No,
no, it just doesn't work.
Why? You don't like the club music?
You know what? That I do love. I love the boys in there, but the clothes don't fit the club music.
Hey, Donald Trump doesn't know funny. That's why all that stuff was cut out. He's a businessman.
You know what it was?
It was all about making the show more business-like.
I've been talking about this for, a while now, but they really cut out, the stuff that the public would have eaten up.
Of course.
And that's what I hate about any film show.
He's too serious, because they film hundreds of hours. And
when you see me get mad on the show, when I get up and I go into my rant about what I've done, all that stuff, that was a reason that led to that. That was a definite reason.
They didn't show it.
No, they didn't show it because what happened is right from the beginning. Did you see the whole show?
Yeah, and tell them your favorite part.
Oh, my favorite part?
Yeah,
was
The Apprentice,
when
Celebrity Apprentice, starring Andrew Dice Clay.
Right when I clicked on it on the guide,
yeah,
and then hit DVR this program.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. See, I still got to watch the whole thing. I mean, you don't know what a DVR is?
No, it's like a digital VCR.
What's wrong with you?
VCR.
You can watch TV when you want.
What do you take a dirigible to your gigs? It's a DVR.
I'm sorry, I don't have that.
It's like when you get your cable box and you can record things.
I got a cable box.
Yeah, you can record things.
I don't know how to do it.
You don't know how to pause.
Let me tell you, I got
what
three
if you
remotes.
Take a leak when
I got 3 remotes and only one, for some reason, knows how to turn the TV on.
3
Everyone's
remotes.
got an on button.
You know, everyone now has one
seriously,
remote.
One universal remote.
No, I don't know. I tried to set that up.
Get a guy.
Get a guy. He
You don't do it yourself. You get a
I don't have the
guy.
patience for that stuff. If I miss it, I miss it. If I miss it, I miss it. That's it. I don't care. I don't want to go back in time.
No.
And especially seeing something I got fired off of. You know what I mean? Let me keep replaying that part.
But Dice, you did it to yourself because you were supposed to.
Being the first to get fired is special.
Yeah.
Anybody could be fired.
Their middle guy is
not
really. They're stupid because Herschel Walker's not going to give them good TV.
Herschel's who should.
But you did it to yourself because the whole first episode was making cupcakes, and you're in the kitchen and decide you don't want to make the cupcakes. I'm like, oh great, they're going to have to get rid of him now because he's not even doing the basics.
Know me for a while,
right?
I'm going to stand there and make cupcakes.
But you could have made it your own way, I guess.
No, but that was the reason.
What?
There was a reason.
You didn't want to look bad.
I was rebelling against the cupcake.
I understand that, but that also means that you're not going to be on the show too
long. The guy
long.
that owned the cutlery school, whatever it is,
yeah,
you know, he let me keep the stick that you roll the dough with. Nobody got that.
You should have put 3 tablespoons of goo.
It's amazing. You say that. If I say that, they're going to beat me.
No, you could say that.
You could say goo. You could say goo.
No,
but he refused to make the cupcakes, and that was the first problem.
I felt right from the start that there was a little problem when I came in there.
When there's always a problem. The one clip they showed on TV a million times where you go, and you're Donnie Trump. That was edited because then there was an awkward silence, and they had a shot of you looking all weird.
Donnie Trump. Do that. That's when I was doing the impressions.
Yeah.
You know, like banging chicks in different impressions. You know, hey, can you move your legs back a little? That they keep in there.
Alone.
Yeah, imperfectly. I don't even got my day going.
To a T.
But you know what it was? The minute he said hello to me at the Intrepid thing, I knew that was a problem because, of course they cut out a lot, but he greeted everybody just about, like saying Dennis Rodman, 5-time thing, what you do,
NBA champ.
Joan Rivers, facelift queen, whoever was there that they, Clint Holmes, whatever he did.
The country singer, whatever his name is.
Yeah. What a bore this guy was.
There's a lot of bores on that show.
I'm just like, what is he here to, fix things? Is this guy hard to... No, I'm saying there was nobody exciting. I like the ice skater, but I just felt there was no reason for him. Scott Hamilton. Nicest guy you ever want to meet, but get him out of here. I wouldn't hang with him.
Well, you're making a good point, though. There was you and Donald are like 2 alpha males.
Yeah.
And Donald doesn't want to be upstaged by anyone.
So what was
the whole thing, what he said to me is, do you still like women? He was going right... No, he was going right to the act. Mm-hmm. And you can see right in my face, what is this guy? What is this, a setup? Mm-hmm. So when they stopped filming, we had to leave the Intrepid to now go over to Trump Towers. And what's his name? Little Marky Burnett comes over. Big shot, tough guy, right? Little Marky Burnett comes over. This a-hole of a human being, right? And he goes, yeah, I'm Mark Burnett. I go, yeah, yes, you are. I go, let me ask you something. What was that all about upstairs? He goes, what are you talking about? I go, everybody he gave his kudos to, about who they are. I go, but to me, do you still like women? I go, you setting me up? I go, because I'm telling you now, if you set me up, let me go now, because it won't be worth what happens. I go, the aftermath of this will be awful. I go, not just for Donnie, for you. And he starts walking away, and I'm telling you, I was angry. Tom Green was watching the whole thing, so I grabbed this guy's arm, because he's walking away, like he's somebody. I said, look at me when I talk to you. I said, I'm telling you something. I ain't looking for no TV show, development deal. I don't need one of your shows where I'm going to live in the woods and eat penguins and ferrets. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for that, okay? I'm not that desperate to be on TV, so I don't care. I'm being nice with my language now. I said, I don't care about you or what you do. I go, but if you mess with me, I'll dig so deep into your mind, you'll never, ever get over it. That's what I do. You know, and he goes, we wouldn't. I said, let me go to the boardroom right now and just quit. Tell Donnie the same thing. Oh, please don't do that. So I just decided at that moment, if they're setting me up, well, just make it funny.
Right.
You know, and then the minute I show up, like you saw, forget about breakfast. Some bagels and butter. Who don't have that? This guy's supposed to carry a lot of cash around. How don't you grab one of the chicks working for you and go downstairs and buy some bagels for these guys?
He was obsessed with the bagels, Anna.
No, because
and the lack of.
Normally when I wake up, I'll be serious. I don't eat a lot during the day.
Yeah.
So if I have something, it's like just a bagel.
It makes sense that you guys go back to the Trump Towers. There should be a little food for you guys.
Yeah, not even like a whole bagels and butter, not even cream cheese. Not everybody loves cream cheese.
Not looking for a big spread, just something.
You know, this is a world where cheese is so important. You ever see anything like this? You never meet one chick that ever goes, cheese is bad for you. They never say, oh, cheese is good for you. Really? Where's the leg I used to like? Is it under all that crap surrounding it? All those dents that looks like a Mack truck's been banging into it for hours on end? And you want to tell me, I broke up with a chick over cheese.
Over cheese?
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
Oh,
I'm laying in
Cheez-Its.
bed, right? Here she comes with the bun, with no makeup. It's like Marilyn Monroe walked into the bathroom. And Marilyn Manson walked out. And she lays down, you know, I'm watching TV. And I don't like people near me when I'm watching TV. So it's like bad enough. She's in the room, you know. So now she lays down there, and the crunch of the Cheez-It. And I'm looking at it. I said, let me see. Packed with cheese. I go, packed with you. I go, that's what you are. You're packed with cheese. Now pack your bags and go home. Get out of my house. You understand? Get out of my house.
Over Cheez-Its?
Yeah, I can't deal with that kind of thing. I won't deal with it. They smell from the cheese. They want to kiss you after she shoved 100 Cheez-Its
in the
down
mouth
her
of their feet.
her little
You
fat
can't tell
neck.
the difference.
Little fat neck that wanted to choke her to death for eating those things. I think smothering you could get away with.
Yeah, you probably can.
In a court of law, like you go to the judge, hey, how did I know?
I woke up.
I was asleep. How did I know I'm laying on top of her for 3 hours? I mean, I felt something moving, but I figured maybe she's trying to hug me or something. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. You know, what am I going to tell you?
You probably could.
I'll never do it again. I won't sleep with pillows anymore. Right? Let me out of here. You saw, huh?
So Trump
put a box of cheese.
I want to go back to The Apprentice for a second. So,
Okay.
So Trump thought you were going to quit, and he didn't like that.
No, well, what happened, see, this is it.
And he got at you a little bit going, are you quitting on me?
Yeah, he played that card, right? So because he knew he was going to fire me. See, that's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know, I knew it, right? But what happened was the other guys, I mean, even Rodman, and they don't show him in the baking area, but he did a lot of work. He was making the stuff. He was mixing the batter. You know, I was standing around. I didn't want to put on the stupid hat.
Right.
Bad enough what my hair looks like. I'm going to put on the hat. So I look like a jerk off
Yeah, they all had the chef hat.
for Donnie, so he could have a couple layers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and the lady in there, she was nice, Margaret, whatever her name was. You know, she's going, oh, you got to wear the hat. You know, it's a health thing. I go, who's looking? It's cupcakes. You know
What's
what I
with
mean?
you and hats?
No, so she says,
The hat.
So what happened is I figured I would try to do what I can do to draw people to the site, which is go on the air, go on radio, right? But what happened in the big boardroom where they sit there like you're on trial for friggin' murder, you know, and he's going, you know, you didn't do the work. I'm going, you know what? These guys really did the work, and these guys really... You got to understand, when these people come to do this show, they really want to win. This is how desperate they are to stay on TV. I'm going to be the Apprentice. Yeah, I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that word means. You know, I'm going to be the Apprentice. Good. What do you get, a cape?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You get a
gives a crap?
scholarship? What do you
gives a
think?
crap?
Donnie's really going to give you a $10 million a year job? What are you, an idiot? No, I'm going to be focused. Even Tom Green, who I'm friends with, he goes, Dice, I think I could do this. I go, do whatever you want. I want to get out of here. I'm up 5:30 in the morning with some chick sticking a pencil in my eye to put some makeup on. I go, I'm a night bird. I want to go to sleep 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
See, the first week, though, you just kick out some dullard. You don't kick out Dice, who's bringing some good TV.
Forget about Robin.
Herschel Walker is a bore fest.
Herschel was the team leader. They normally fought.
Melissa, what is she
What
ever
about
done?
Country Bumpkin?
Melissa.
Oh, she was on the other side,
The
though.
Joker.
Huh?
You see that face?
Yeah, she's already doing a lot
That
of plastic
face hanging.
surgery.
The
Huh?
next time she goes for surgery, she should say, "Take it off the ground 2 feet up," so I stop kicking myself in the chin. She wanted to open her mouth about me. You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm real good with Joan Rivers. If she would have said anything to me, I would have shut my mouth. Because I think she's a great comic. She's been through a lot. So I decided if she messes with me, it's Joan Rivers. First person to ever put me on a talk show. Keep your mouth shut. And then her daughter, I don't even know what she does.
No one
You know
does.
what I mean?
She's
I
his
understood it years ago. This is my daughter. She's 18 years. Now she's like 76 and a half years old.
Yeah, what happened? How'd they
You know
match
what I mean? With her
ages?
face pulled up. I'm saying, like Jack Nicholson's Joker. The illegitimate son of the Joker is what she looks like. Not even a girl. And wants to open her mouth when they go, who should be fired? They didn't work with us. They didn't know what was going on in our sector.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And she goes, Dice, why? Why, you pig? Why me?
She give a
Why,
reason?
you ugly pig? No matter what you do, no matter how you shorten that nose and bring up your chin to a human friggin' level, you know what I mean? Why? Why am I getting fired? Because you know Paulie Shore?
Oh, you think it was personal, something
It was
like that?
personal.
Yeah.
It's always personal.
Yeah. Hey, who wins
And I
the
don't want to get mad. It's early in the morning.
Who wins the Apprentice? Let's blow it up.
You want to know? I don't know.
Come on.
I was gone.
You gotta
kidding.
know.
They want me to come back to do the last episode. So I don't know. Nobody knows.
Did you have to write a contract?
Yeah.
Sign your name away? Come on.
No, but
who gets kicked off next? Let's
No,
make some news.
You want to
today.
know something?
Let's make news. You know, like you got to know some stuff.
I really don't know.
Who cares about that show? Let's go.
I could tell you who don't win. Who don't win? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I like it.
You know
Dalton
what I mean.
doesn't
He
just
goes, you know
don't.
what I mean, right?
All right, who don't it win?
Who don't
win?
Who don't?
That's right.
No, he said don't it. I like it.
Dodent. No, it was Dodent.
I heard don't it.
Who
win.
Dodent? win?
Don't like not.
That's right.
Who does not win?
Dodent.
Come on, let's make
lot
news
of
today.
them.
Like
A
who?
lot of
Throw
them.
some names out.
I don't know if I'm allowed.
Who cares? You're Dice. Remember? Let's blow up Donnie's spot
Tom
today.
Green has a good run.
Tom
I don't
Green
know
has a
if he
good run.
wins it though, because Tom Green is a funny guy, but he's also a smart guy, and he really showed up to win. He actually told me we were in the underwear section.
Yeah.
Right? And which I don't know how they didn't air that, And he goes, Dice, he goes, you're doing a different show than everybody here. He goes, I really want to win this thing. You can't do what you're doing. You went into the guy's office and told him, get you a bagel and butter. He goes, these people are serious about winning. I go, winning what?
Yeah.
Throw a few bucks at the charity. You know what I mean?
And move on.
And move on. Let's get out of here. How much you want to stay here?
All right, so he has a good run. Who else?
Let's
do some news
But
today.
he's the only one I know, but I don't know how far he goes.
You're not going to give us
I'll tell you
nothing.
who I didn't like.
Who?
I'll tell you who I did like, chick-wise.
That poker broad that had a hate.
Ugh.
Was she the biggest C or what?
Annie Duke.
Annie Duke is
something?
a C.
I went over to this chick. This is at the press conference. I don't even know this
Anthony
chick.
played poker with her once.
All right, so you know the attitude, right?
Yeah.
I come over to her. She's standing. Actually, I want to talk to Brandy because she's standing talking to her. So I come over to her, and within 2 minutes, she goes into this bitter monologue. I don't even know this chick.
Yeah.
About the ex-husband and how many kids, and he did this. I'm like, honey, I'm not a therapist here. I just want to say, welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Then me and Brandy walked away with the look like, do you believe this chick? And if you notice in the episode, she was fighting with her. There's something loose there.
Yeah.
She's
You know
nuts.
what I mean?
She's nuts.
Yeah, I think she's a real.
It's all chick poker
Yeah,
players.
I
have
think
this.
she just hates men.
Listen, we
That's
have chip on
a
this
lot of
shoulder.
these chicks, they hit their 40s. You know what I mean? They just turn into men, basically.
Yeah.
Just angry. You ain't going to tell me what to do. I'll do what I want with my life. You know what? Why don't you just jump out the window? Can you do that? Can you do that for me?
Let's. We have to take a break. We're late. Dyson Studio.
Oh, really?
We're going to talk about more people he hates from the Celebrity Apprentice. And talk about Donnie a little bit and his kids, a little bit.
He eggs me on. He always
Why
does
not?
this.
That makes for good radio. And you're going to be at Caroline's, what, all weekend? Or just tonight?
Yeah,
one night only?
Caroline's tonight. I was there last night.
One night only. Andrew Dice Clay at Caroline's tonight. 212-757-4100 for tickets. A 7:30 show.
Yeah.
More with Dice.
Last night was great there.
Stay
you
there.
should come by there. If you're not, I don't know what you're doing. I'm talking to Jim Norton right now.
Maybe you know what it is? I got to tell you what it is. I mean, a lot of us are up all night, like Rodman, myself. We used to come in there. There's no bagels. There's no butter. There's no, so if you could just, I know this has nothing to do with the winning, but yet we got to have energy, and we come in there and there's nothing to eat.
And whose fault is it?
It's your fault because they're your people.
Gotta love that. Andrew Dice Clay in studio from the Celebrity Apprentice.
How didn't he understand that? It's his place.
When he had that answer, like he's like, well, whose fault is that? He expected you to go like, well,
it's not my fault.
You go, no, it's your fault.
Yeah,
your name's on the building.
Exactly, and it's not like I'm asking like for eggs.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Nothing cooked.
Just something easy.
And the whole thing with the energy. Yeah, you need some energy to do that.
But, these are all people that stay up all night.
Yeah.
So I figure get everybody bagels and butter.
Something.
Not even fancy. No lox.
No.
Just something you could slap on the bread and chew.
Donald Trump is...
So they come in later with like one bagel for me.
Oh, really? They ran
one
down
bagel.
and got some stale bagel for
The guy's
Dice.
got like hundreds of dollars, and he comes in with one bagel. Whatever he's got.
But you're right. He's an alpha male. Trump's an alpha male.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't handle a position where he was going to get teased or have someone talk to him like
Yeah,
that.
he really doesn't like that.
I got to say it again.
And I don't get that. Like, you know.
Let me say this again. He's a really good businessman, obviously, but he doesn't know good TV. He's stupid. He'll get rid of you. Well, I don't want to sort of sit there and watch Herschel Walker unless some of those multiple personalities pop out. Because I've heard the stories that he might have a little multiple personality problem. You see any of that?
If you push his buttons.
You see any of that?
No, but, he would talk about it.
Really?
Yeah, he would talk about, like, his skills and all that, He wasn't a bad guy. I didn't really have a hard time with Herschel.
He seemed like a very
He
nice
just should have been
guy.
fired.
Yeah, nice guy doesn't mean good TV.
If you're the leader of a team and you fail to win the task, you go.
Right.
That's what was getting me.
And this is what you said about Melissa and Joan Rivers.
We're a very competitive family, and, I've survived this many years.
What's going on here? Joan's doing a show. Melissa's doing a show. Did they ever cut the umbilical cord? Melissa's like 56 years old already. You know what I mean? Let it go.
Bravo. Bravo. And I was telling Dice, being Joan Rivers' daughter and not even have a hint of a funny bone in your body is just amazing to me. She is not funny in the least.
No.
How does that happen?
I don't know what she does. No one really knows what she does except follow her mother around.
Right.
And,
it's
with
nice
the red
to be
carpet
close with
show.
family, but you got to pull away.
At some point.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, when she was 18,
is a mother
it might have been
standing there
cute.
when she's getting a hot beef injection? Oh! Do you know what I mean? There's a time to walk away.
Yeah.
Mom, please go out of my room. He's undressed now. Go out of the room.
Yeah, when she was, 18 or something like that. Her mother-daughter thing. She's overprotective of the daughter.
I don't mind the
daughter's
mother-daughter
clinging
thing
to-
personally.
No, that's fine. But in that respect,
it's good to help her out a little bit in the
you
beginning.
find two slobs in Reno.
40.
Who's looking?
40 years old. She's
This
still
is
clinging
my
to
daughter.
mom.
Oh yeah, bring her over. I want to say hello.
Hey, this is a good question. Pete on Long Island has something. Pete, go ahead. He watched Celebrity Apprentice. Go ahead,
Hey
Pete.
guys, I got one question for you. When you questioned Donnie Trump, and one you called him Donnie Trump, and two, you told him that it was his fault you had bagels, and they had to bleep something out because that awkwardness was just there was something bleeped out. I just want to know what actually was said. What did he say to you? Something had to have been said.
Well, he really did. What they did, they just cut out him staring at me for 30 seconds because he couldn't believe what I was asking him. But I really meant it. I'm sitting there, I'm starving. We're up since 5:30. We just went and shot one thing on the Intrepid, and what are you laughing? The boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen, you have
So when I asked him, I said, I interrupted him, and I said, look, I got to tell you here, we come in here, whatever I said about the bagel, and he just was staring at me. I'm like, what did I do? If it was my place, I would have got bagels. I would have got everything. Yoo-hoos.
Oh, man, you totally self-destruct. You should have stayed on that show. You should have done what you had to do, because you were the only reason why that show's going to get ratings this year. Everyone else on there is a
Well, yeah, I got to figure they know by now they made a big mistake because, I've been asked here who should win, whatever, who did. I really couldn't care less about anybody on that show at all.
You had the attitude that you don't care, you don't need anything, and like you said, everyone else is there just trying to suck up, trying to get.
Well, that's one of the things of him. Like he brought out, the team play. I go, what team? This is a television show. What team? Well, not really. This is a goof, right? You get gigantic ratings. You bring on people that have done amazing things with their life that, the general public could watch and enjoy. At least he's smart enough not to do a show where you're bringing on your neighbor. You know what I mean? That people go, who's that? Who's that? Oh, that's Joe from next door. I don't want to see those shows. You know what I mean? So at least he does now the Celebrity Apprentice, that they're, colorful people. I can't help it if I got more personality than everybody in the building.
You definitely got more personality.
Personality? I mean, I got to get personal.
Hey, guys, does this mean you're not going to do Celebrity Survivor?
Is that one?
Your buddy?
Yeah, when you go in the woods and eat bugs.
Oh, no. Believe me, I told him, and you had to see the look in his face. Like, how dare you talk to me? And I'm like, who are you? Like, what have you really ever done? You got a show on the air, and good for you. Now walk away. Walk away. No, because I was really getting mad at him because he wanted to make like he's too big to be talked to, and he ain't too big to me. You know what I mean? He's just not. This guy don't put money on my table. He didn't help build my career, and they certainly didn't help with, Survivor that I just did. Apprentice, Surviving Apprentice. That should be the next one.
Oh, there's some similarities. Same guy, too.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm Mark Burnett. Yeah, are you? It's lucky I didn't give him a smack.
He kind of invented the reality show genre there, Tice.
So what? You know what? I'm really not into the reality show genre. You know what I mean? I'm really not.
Yeah.
I just don't even understand. Like this show, at least you got Donald Trump. He's a successful, hardware guy, whatever. The buildings, No, he's done a lot. He even fixed my sister's roof. I needed a favor years ago.
Oh, nice. There you go.
No, I'm not kidding. He did that.
Yeah.
The entire building. I went to have a meeting with him, right? And he thought it was about the gig I was doing, but it was about a building in Brooklyn that he owns. And she was on the 6th floor, and the lady on the 5th floor had a leak. And I told him about it. I'm going, maybe you can help me out with this, And he's going, you're kidding, right? And I said, I'm really not. He took the address. Next day, there were trucks outside the building. They did the entire roof. That was a very cool thing.
Wow.
And so that's why when I saw him, I was happy to see him. I thought, all right, cool guy.
Pals.
And he gave me the handshake, where you grab the forearm, too? Mm-hmm. I went in to give him a little hug,
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's going on? I knew there was something wrong right there and then. And I liked the guy. I loved the guy. Don't hold my arm.
If your sister's
be
on
happy
the 6th
you get
floor,
to talk to me.
I know, I heard that
but
too.
If your sister's on the 6th floor and there's a leak on the 5th floor.
Well, that's the thing. They didn't know where the leak was coming from, and the lady on the 5th floor kept coming to complain to my sister.
Thinking it was your sister.
Yeah, but
right.
it wasn't.
So why would you redo the roof? Leaked on?
Because it was coming from the roof through the wall into the vent system.
Gotcha. Right. Let's go to the boardroom.
So yeah, I don't really have a problem with Trump. I just don't like what he said.
Let's go to the boardroom.
You know
Speaking of Trump, this is you and Trump facing off in the boardroom.
I don't want to be in a place where people think I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, even though I know I am.
So are you quitting?
Yeah,
Are you a quitter?
No, I am somebody that...
If you quit right now, you know what's going to happen to you? If you quit right now, for the rest of your life, you're going to be known as a quitter. I don't think you want that.
No, I'm somebody that
I know, but do you think you want that? Over the years, there's been 3 people that quit. And those 3 people are considered like losers.
Well,
I think quitting is stupid. I don't care if you want to quit. You make my job a lot easier, to be honest with you.
It's not about quitting.
It is about quitting, Andrew. If you quit, you quit. You're a loser.
You're right. So I'm not quitting.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, so I won't quit. But I knew where he was going with it.
Maybe we got off on the wrong
But that's what I'm saying. My reason, he didn't really let me explain fully why I was willing to take the bullet for the team.
Right.
That's what it was about. Like, I knew where he was going. I knew that I'm leaving that building the end of the day fired. And I'm going, okay, all these other guys really want to win this thing. So you know what? I'll take it. Let me leave. I'll go home. But he just wanted to give it that sound of like I couldn't hack being on his little sitcom show, whatever. And that's, and they play the dramatic music. It's really nonsense. And he does it real serious, because he wants another 8 seasons.
Yeah. I can't stand the reality show, by the way. I can't stand the formula to it. They're all the same. The bad edits that are edits. The
they were putting
music,
stuff back and forth. I filmed before I left for the airport, they put at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like they had me say that thing about the umbilical cord. Okay, I was already fired, okay? So before I left, they go, can we interview you? And that's where I said the thing about Melissa Rivers, because of what she said about me in the boardroom, that they should fire me. So, I gave her a little dig, right? But what they did in the edit, they put it right up front, like that's how I was feeling at that moment.
At the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I don't like these shows. They manipulate the footage to make themselves look good.
It's not real reality.
To be honest, the way the whole real big fight started, when I wanted to quit, this guy sitting there going, you made a career out of demeaning women. I go, no, I made a career out of being funny.
Yeah.
I go, that's what I mean. You talk about Rodman and what he's done. You talk about Herschel and Joan, but me, demeaning women, I go, my kids are going to be watching this show. I go, and that's what you're going to put in 40 million households, that I demean women? I said, I'm holding you responsible. And that's why at the end he did the number, because he's a bully. So you back a bully against the wall. Basically, you grab him by the throat verbally, so he knows he better do the right thing so I don't get mad. So that's why he goes, you're not a quitter, you're a winner, you've been a winner, because he knew I meant business. It's how I get.
He seems like
I can't help how I get.
He seems like he doesn't care about the show either.
I don't know what he cares about.
It looks like he just kind of comes in for maybe an hour, films his part, and leaves. It almost seems like he doesn't even know what's going on. Someone fills him in.
Yeah, they film in, now do
real
this,
fast.
now do that.
Yeah.
But I got nothing against the guy. I just don't feel I was treated properly and with respect.
Well, I'm mad because
I goofed on the whole show.
I'm mad because he doesn't really know TV.
If he knew TV, I'd be at least through 8 of the episodes.
Yeah, you throw
just to
dice
bring
in there
some
a few
entertainment.
Weeks. Right? Who gives a crap? Who's
going to entertain? Jesse James? I think it sucks. The most common. Please.
Right, here's the moment that ended it all for Dice.
In Dennis, I've seen tremendous fight tonight. Tremendous fight. He's a very competitive guy. Herschel, he really fought to stay. He did, and he did.
Yeah, which person?
And you wanted to quit, and I
didn't want to quit. I was willing to take it for a lot of reasons.
I think your kids should be very proud of you. And I've known you a long time, and I've also known that you've been through a lot. And you're not a quitter. But, Andrew, you're fired.
All right, and I can accept that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
There you go. Dumb. Dennis Rodman is a bore, too. I like him on a basketball court. He knows how to play hoops.
I'm friends with the guy. He's a good guy. And,
great actor.
Oof. But he did more with cupcakes than I ever did.
That's wonderful.
Yeah,
good for him.
Why he's still there.
And you know what? That's also why I didn't like, the kind of task. You know what I mean? It's like, you want to talk about that's demeaning.
You might have
liked to put a bunch of guys in a room, make cupcakes.
You might have liked the next one, though.
And it's not like you're doing it for a half hour.
All day long.
It's all day. All day. And I'm looking for ways to get out. I fell asleep in the lobby. They got mad at me for that.
I don't doubt it.
And, they're coming over to me, Dice, you got to wake up. You got to go. I said, you know what? You got 9 guys in there playing with cupcakes. Let them do it, all right? I go, I'm in a fight with my girlfriend here. I got to make calls. Every other minute she was calling my phone. And I'm going, they don't even show that. She's calling my phone. I'm going, don't you understand what I'm doing here? What are you, stupid? You stupid moron?
I'm at work.
Yeah, I'm at work, and you're calling me with what I said on the phone last night? Pack your bags and go. She did.
Is that the Cheez-It?
And nothing made... No, Cheez-Its is a couple of years ago.
All right.
How is the personal life going, all right?
Personal life's going good. Get a new one now, yeah.
Happy?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, as happy as you can be, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
you're never really thrilled with anything.
No.
Yeah,
you kind of walk around.
That's like when you walk into people that have that great, in like a great mood. You run into someone in a great mood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you know where it's going within a day or two. And that you'll run into, what's the matter? Nothing. Oh, you were so happy the other day when I wasn't in a good mood. Now look at you. Back to misery.
You just get
It doesn't even pay to climb out of misery.
You know what I noticed? Because we're doing a lot of the Twitter and Facebook thing, and you kind of let the fans in on your life a little more, without to the extent of a reality show where cameras are rolling on you and everything. But you post pictures, you tell people what you're doing at that second, and they kind of get a little thrill out of it.
I really hate the Facebook when I turn on and somebody's going, "Oh, right now." I'm cleaning my ears with Q-tips. Who cares?
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I put up there now because I go, how much time they got on their hands to go, oh, I just ate a salmon.
I'm writing
9 minutes ago.
I'm writing that one later.
9 minutes ago.
I'm writing that one later.
But now you feel the pressure that, it's like, oh, my status has been up there for 9 hours. It's not relevant now. So let me change it. So I'm walking to my car, and I just put something like, New York City, goddamn, it's freezing today. And then all you get from the people that you let in your life and give pictures to and stuff is, oh, well, if I had your money, I wouldn't care how cold it is. It's like I'm just trying to share a little something.
Why don't you take yourself off of it?
I would love to.
Take yourself off the grid.
But I don't think you can. I think it's like, Facebook has become aware. It is like Cyberdyne.
Those Facebooks. And I love that they put 8 minutes ago, 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, this is how you felt.
I just took a leak 3.5 minutes ago. Great news.
Yeah.
I'm happy for you.
And no matter what you're doing,
I'm cutting my cuticles a minute and a half ago. I had a bad night's sleep. Who cares?
People do put the most inane crap up there. They're just
looking. Today we live in a world where everybody is just looking for self-recognition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not just people in showbiz anymore. It's just everybody.
Everybody. And they get
so they see that picture on Facebook or YouTube, a little tape they put up, or MySpace. Like, look at me.
And you see how many people looked
taking
at
down a complete bottle of Jack Daniels 14 minutes ago. Look at me passed out in my own vomit. This is what they put on there.
I've seen it. I know.
Every site you go to with a chick, it's all with double glasses in their hand, shots, showing half a boob. Look at me. And I'm going, yeah,
nice.
Pig.
Nice.
No, it doesn't bother me, but it's all the same. It's all the same profile.
Look
what a dirty, filthy animal I can be.
It's given people this venue to make themselves important.
Yeah,
and see that, like, you look at the count and go, this many people know exactly what I'm doing right now, and for some reason that's important.
Yeah, no,
I don't know why.
Well, yeah, and then if you get in touch with them.
Mm-hmm.
You ever call like some of the chicks from the
you write a little
you write a little thing.
Go, hey,
next thing you know, they're whacking you on the phone. You know what I mean? And now you don't call them; they get mad. And I'm going, well, where did you think we were going? You live in Australia. How many calls am I going to wait? It's 14 numbers. I can't memorize them.
Oh, Christ.
But you know what I mean? That's all it's good for. Yeah. Bag whack. Can you say that?
Yeah, whatever. Somebody's here.
No, I'm really trying to watch.
That's all good.
Yeah.
Well,
working fine.
We got to get out of here.
Okay,
that's funny. Yeah. You know what? I'm Opie Radio on Twitter, and I'm going to be cleaning my my ears later. That's my update later this afternoon for real.
That is so perfect because that's exactly what you read sometimes. Like, he's updated his stat. You read, so and so updated his status too, and you read it and go, I could care less about what you're doing.
Yeah, but you're kind of reading it. I think we're gonna get bored with it because it's new.
And I think people could care less what I'm writing on there.
Absolutely. It works both ways.
I'm kicking back, drinking a beer.
Yeah.
That's pretty much my standard one I put there all the time.
Click.
That's my default status.
Somebody wait. Somebody sent me a picture.
Like Facebook,
somebody sent me a picture yesterday of you passed out on the couch. Was that a recent one?
I was sleeping. That was last night. That was yesterday after the
yesterday afternoon. When they do the update of photos.
Yeah.
You know. You know, like if it's a real nice girl and she hasn't been getting action, all of a sudden, here comes the photo with half a hair covering one eye now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, look at me. I've gone slut.
I'm all sexy now.
Yeah, look at me. Please, somebody text me now.
Dark makeup on, but she's looking up at the camera like that.
That's the one thing I like. You text a lot? You do that?
Yeah, all the time.
It's the one thing I like about texting, how relationships never end anymore. No matter how volatile the ending of a relationship, you can't break up anymore.
That is amazing. You are absolutely
No, I'm telling you,
right.
During Christmas, I got a
You're right.
I got a text from a girl. I haven't seen her in 2 years. Just thinking about you. Because, you know, they don't have to call. It doesn't.
No,
have
there's
to,
no call.
So I'm looking at this thing, and I'm going, you know what? And I start to, I was just thinking about you, too. 2 days later, she's under the Christmas tree doing what she knows how to do. The next day, I have a fight with her. I go, see, it didn't work. You got to go. You remember this part, the fighting?
Bye-bye.
No, it never ends. They either email you, oh, I get a song on my email. Oh, this song reminds me of you. Oh, it's unbelievable. You can't end a relationship.
That is so goddamn
And cheating, you almost have to cheat, no matter who you're with. Like, you could be in a restaurant with your chick, your wife, whatever, and you get the boof and you look, and you're all serious. Like, honey, let me just text this back. Order something. You slob. I'm going to drop her off by midnight. By 12, it's... Yeah, he won't call again. I told him don't bother me when I'm out with my wife. God. No, but that's what it is
right
today.
In front of them.
Right in front of him, and nothing makes me happier than that.
Unbelievable.
No, think about it. Just think about it. You know you're out with the person you despise, but you're friggin' stuck there. You know, and it's like, oh, yeah, I can't believe this guy. He's always, let me just send this to him.
Before texting, you never would have taken the call. You'd have maybe looked and hung up, put it in your pocket.
No, you make like it's business. That's what everybody does. When they go home with the computer, oh, honey, I almost forgot. You know what? Go lay down. I'll be in 5 minutes because you know she's going to sleep like the animal after 14 double martinis, right? And you're on your email texting in your orgasm. You know what I mean? You know, I'm you know. And now with the Skype, have you Skyped? Oh, Jimmy, look who I'm talking to. He's texting now.
I've never Skyped before, but I like Facebook and MySpace. I like a lot.
No, let me tell you.
I know what
something.
Skyping is.
Skype is like pal talk. It's everywhere now.
When you could get, you know, let's say you start talking to some chick, right? So all of a sudden, this is what happened to me. So all of a sudden, this girl says to me, she goes, "How come we never Skype?" I go, "Is that something new people are doing to each other?" You know, I thought it was a sexual thing. She goes, "No, you can talk to me like real time." And this is something, Club Soda could vouch for this. I used to talk. If I could see chicks on TV talking to me and just get it done and then shut the remote when I'm finished with her, what would be better? You know, I'd never leave the house. So the girl, all of a sudden, there she is. My son set it up for me. My 14-year-old.
Oh, nice.
He set up the account.
He's pimping for you.
And all of a sudden, there she is in a room with these balloons hanging. You know what I mean? And, you know, it all starts nice. Oh, I can't believe what that I could see you. You know, this and that. Now it's, you know, you're like, wait, give me one second. Now you'd lock the door to the office. She goes, do me a favor. Would you show me what you look like a little? Come on. No, I'm a little embarrassed. Just stand up. Pick your ass up. Do me a favor. It's the greatest thing in the world. And then just at that moment of ecstasy, click.
Got no goodbye.
No end nothing, of relationship. And then you always get like the text coming to you. Did you shut it? I don't know what happened to my computer. I'll call you.
The computer froze.
God bless.
Always blame the.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah,
computer froze.
Oh my God! Yeah.
Yeah. God bless. Take care of yourself.
There you go. Dice is going to be at Caroline's tonight. One show only, 7:30.
One show.
Jimmy might show up.
Yeah,
I heard you guys talking a little bit.
It's an early show, so I can.
Yeah, Jimmy might show up to the Dice Show at Caroline's tonight. 212-757-4100 for tickets if you want to get them in advance, right?
Yeah.
And first contestant kicked off Celebrity Apprentice. That's too bad. It's too bad.
I don't know. I look at it like an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Come on. How long?
You would have gave some good TV. That's
you know what? I would have, but in that situation and knowing like Donald's personnel, How long did you think I could last? The truth. Did you think I'd do a run on there?
You made it farther than I thought you would.
I thought I was going to get thrown off like in the middle.
It just shows you that
nobody ever gives me credit for making it to the end.
Yeah, you actually made it to the point where they're supposed to throw someone off.
Yeah, I was actually thinking they're going to come in and go, you know what, it's just not working out.
Yeah, leave.
Yeah, I got all the way through. So, and I told my kids that, I go, a lot of people thought like I wasn't even going to make it like to, the boardroom.
Yeah, that would have been precedent setting.
That would have been
They'd have
funny.
to go, well, he didn't even make it to the point where we kick him off.
Yeah, like,
that would have been classic. Yeah. Just refused to go into the boardroom.
He was taken out.
I'm not going
cuffs.
in.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm not watching anymore. I would have watched until you.
And the only reason I even came in, there's this candy store where I get like the broken chocolate.
Yeah.
You know that place?
No.
It's right
Broken
around here.
chocolate.
Yeah, they're like the dark chocolate. So my kids like that. So I figured it's worth the flight
to get broken chocolate.
To get the broken chocolate, and bring back a couple bags the way they do it.
I don't think we made news today, though. What else you know about this show? Let's go. Let's blow it up a little bit, Dice. You're good like that.
I like the girl golfer.
Oh, yeah. But she was a bore, too.
Yeah, but who cares? You know what? What happened?
That's a black joke.
I like Khloe Kardashian. That's who I like.
Can't even front
on
anymore.
retro.
Yeah,
It's
Khloe. See,
Chloe?
I had some fun stuff go on with her.
Yeah, but she's the ugliest of the daughters.
You know what? I like
that Courtney more than Kim.
She's curvy. And on top of that, she's funny.
Is she?
Yeah, and they didn't show anything of her in this other than one shot where they got the camera low.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, she was on the street, and you saw that butt sticking out 2.5 feet.
Almost like an upskirt?
I like it. Everybody likes something different with chicks. I do like them thicker.
Mm-hmm. All right.
You know what I mean? Nice little fat thighs. One leg up. Let's go. One leg up. Because I figure they get exercise while you're doing this action to them.
Sure.
Keep your leg up. Now you turn them on the other side. Next leg up. Next leg up. See, they don't even realize they're exercising.
You're like a workout coach.
Exactly. But they don't realize what I'm doing.
Yeah. Me and Jimmy were talking about a great position. The one leg up, sideways, though. They're on their side.
What do you think I'm talking? How do you put one leg up on your back?
Well, they could do one leg there.
No. I like them on the side, one leg up.
Isn't that interesting? It's almost a sideways thing.
Facing the wall.
Yeah.
You bad, naughty little slob.
That's great. It's fantastic. You could feel everything.
Yeah.
It really is.
Put your hands anywhere you want.
I do like that. I really love that.
Everyone likes that one. It's a popular item.
I thought I invented that.
That's what I thought. But then you find out everybody
I'm just
did
the one
it.
that yells about it on stage.
Yeah.
Right. One leg
up. Now I'm going to just start going, one leg up. One leg up.
I like at the Comedy Store when I'm there, and there's always a piano player, and I'll yell it like, one leg up. You know what I'm talking about, right? And he's just looking like, what?
No.
They never get it. I do it 1,000 times. What?
It's the same look I gave when you used to go, Bosco, you bet.
Sure.
And I'd be like, what? You bet. See?
All right, we got
which way? Bosco or you bet?
You bet.
You bet.
we got to get out of here. We're really late.
Okay.
Andrew Dice,
good seeing you guys.
Yeah, Andrew Dice Clay, Caroline's tonight at 7:30.
And I got one. I'm going to San Francisco for Cobb's. Ann Coulter's calling in a little later. And Monday night, she's debating Bill Maher at Radio City Music Hall, which I will be going to.
Oh, wow.
They're doing this series of political debates.
I hope she smashes him.
She's a viper, man.
Yeah.
So that should be really interesting.
Very cool. All right, we're out. See you tomorrow. That's crazy. And we're back with the Opie and Anthony show. We got Ann Coulter still to come today. 10:30, I do believe she's calling in.
Yeah.
What was she on Red Eye with you last night, Jimmy?
Yeah, we did Red Eye, and it was great. And apparently her brother's a big fan of the show, listens every day. So she's like, yeah, I've been hearing great things about the show. And we had
Of course.
She's debating.
Of course.
She's dating Bill. Debating.
That's the
Dating Bill Maher, that'd be insane.
She said she used to do his show a lot, but his fans got like a little too radical. But she has, I didn't know, she has like armed security when she does signings. They
of course.
fucking hate her so much.
Hate her. People hate her because of her politics, which amazes me. In this country where you're supposed to be able to just,
Yeah, but they hate
blurt out what you
they
want.
hate people on the other side, too.
You know what, though?
Come on. I mean, she gets under people's skin more than others, but
the right's got their abortion people. They're the real nuts of the right wing.
Well, when you look at like the way
everyone else, it's like, oof.
They hate her in a way like that Oberman isn't hated. Like Oberman's a disliked guy by a lot of people. I hate Oberman.
Yeah.
But the reaction she gets from people is amazing to me. It's got something to do with the fact that she's an attractive woman and she's not towing the company line.
Yeah.
Something like that.
And she's unapologetic. You know, she doesn't come across as she says what she wants, and that's it.
Didn't they hate that Air America broad, and she was beat up or something?
Randy Rhodes.
Not like or did that turn out to be fake? What was the end of that story?
I never found out.
Was all about.
But she got beat up pretty good by somebody on the streets in New York.
Well, she got beat up
pretty good.
What?
She said she fell. It was almost like, and then I heard she got beat up by a black guy. She said she didn't want to
the story changed.
There was alcohol involved.
Yeah, maybe that's a little different.
Got a little suspect.
Well, we'll talk to her in about 45, 50 minutes. So,
but Randy Rhodes never got the type of the visceral reaction, the pie throwing that they're dying to throw a pie at and call. It's like it's just so silly.
Ugh, please.
All right.
Thank you, Travis.
I want to inform all my friends, tell them to go to
what happened?
The NRA.org site and just voice your opinions. Because a lot of things are coming down as far as legislation against our Second Amendment, and you know how important that is to me. That's all. No big, long speech today. Just go there. NRA.org.
Go there and do your part.
And do your part. Yep.
What's that hat mean? I've been trying to figure it out all day.
It's a triangle with a sword in it?
Yeah, it's a white supremacist hat. That no, I'm kidding. Jesus Christ. Opie's face. No, this is opwear. It's another tactical kind of
what is the
gear that they
though?
give me. It really means nothing. It's just their kind of logo thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
That has to mean something.
It's this logo too. I walk around now like a video game character.
I see that.
It's
I've
like
seen a lot of those type
character.
of tags on Counter-Strike and what not.
It's fun.
What was that?
What can I tell you? They're easy to wash. They're comfortable.
Fire alarm's going.
That's the fire alarm?
Sounds like a dog barking.
They're like testing it or something.
Oh.
Ruff, ruff, ruff.
All right. We're going to do a little cleaning up today. We start with this.
Your coffee, sir.
Thanks, beautiful.
You're welcome.
Ooh.
How can such a pretty wife make such bad coffee?
I heard that.
Judy, what brings you over?
Oh, Mrs. Olsen,
A black
I
eye?
grabbed about my coffee again.
Oh, is coffee a problem?
Sure is. I can't make good coffee.
Good coffee's no problem.
If you use the coffee with better flavors. Folgers. Folgers coffee?
Yeah, Folgers is different. They blend it special. And Folgers is mountain grown coffee.
Mountain grown?
That's the richest kind. You try it.
Richest kind?
Your coffee, sir.
Oh, thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
It's great, honey. How can such a pretty wife make such great coffee?
I heard that.
Try Folgers, the mountain-grown coffee. Wow. Mountain-grown for better flavor.
Obviously, a sexist commercial. That's why we're playing it.
When did that come out? Last week? You realize how you could not get away with pitching something like that. Imagine some guy, I got a great idea for an ad campaign for Folgers.
Right. But you know what's so funny though? Like obviously you hear something like that or watch it on YouTube and you say, well, they could never get away with something like that now.
Yeah.
But I've never seen a commercial for Mop and Glow where it's some husky guy mopping the floor in his apartment.
Yeah, there are roles in commercials. There are definitely roles. There are the women still do the cleaning. They're doing that, and the guy is the idiot in the commercial trying to barbecue and blowing himself up.
More guy being the idiot than women still cleaning in commercials.
No, you watch during daytime television,
they still
it's
have the women,
always mopping it, and
they still have the women doing all that?
Oh, yeah, the broom is coming to the door singing love songs, and she's telling them the broom to go fuck itself because she's got the mop now.
Because she got a Swiffer.
The Swiffer.
Well, they make it, romanticize it a bit.
And then Mr. Clean is always over the house helping the broad out.
Well, you know what's going on there.
He's deep
dicking her.
Oh, God, what a cock he must have.
He's deep dicking the broad.
Mr. Clean.
The housewife.
Big burly hands all over her, the little body like that. Ooh, wow. Yeah, it's all about cleaning. So the roles are still there, but they've taken away all right, you're a woman, and you're cleaning part of the commercial. Like, it's just, it's a wife, and usually it's more a mother nowadays than a wife. They show, look, I'm a mom. I have a lot to clean up with my kids. Not, I'm cleaning up because my husband is at work and he's the one that wants me to clean. I think that separates it from the old days where it was like, how could such a piece of ass have a brain in her head to use a fucking mop? You know, there is a definite difference in how it's presented now.
Yeah, just seeing the video, the guy's all dressed up because he just got home from work. Or he's getting ready for work because it's coffee.
Did she call him sir at the end? Your coffee, sir?
Something like that.
I'm
Something.
Call me sir, goddammit. It was definitely it might have been like she was joking, but it was kind of your coffee, sir.
I do like the fact that the dumb broad was worried about the coffee. I like that when women it's like that's all she has to worry about.
Yes.
In that empty dome on her shoulders.
E-brain.
That fucking brontosaurus brain. Make sure the coffee's fresh.
She actually went out to somebody and inquired, how do I fix this?
I don't know what to do. My husband doesn't like the coffee I make.
Like the coffee I make. This is the biggest problem I have right now.
And what coffee was it? Folgers?
Ugh. All that coffee sucks.
Folgers.
Hey, can we play our favorite coffee commercial?
You've just lost the Folgers account.
Oh, wow.
Exactly. It had nothing to do with us. It was Abigail being splattered all over the fucking grate.
Oh, God. That fucking grate. Just her blood dripping through it. Like a coffee filter.
Yeah. Which was ironic because the last thing she said was, "This is great."
Would have been ironic if they would have put a little filter over the grate. A little cup under it.
Yes.
Can we play
Abigail.
our favorite coffee bit? It's not a commercial.
Yeah.
It's the PSA.
That's a Canadian PSA.
Didn't they ban us from playing this for a while for some dumb
They ban
reason?
us?
No, they didn't.
They banned
play them.
Canada.
Something going on. They did. Yes, thank you.
How about that?
Why did they ban us from playing this?
Sexist?
Because they were expanding into Canada, and they didn't want us playing.
Are you on the air or in my ear?
On the air.
Okay, because sometimes I don't know. Because E-Rock babbles in my ear and at the worst times sometimes.
At night when you're trying to sleep?
Please.
You just hear his voice in your head?
Please. They banned us. Why? Because we were getting into Canada, and Canada's sensitive about this PSA?
Yeah.
Whatever the FCC is in Canada, they had a big problem with this, and XM didn't want to deal with them.
The thing is, it was made in Canada as a PSA. They deemed it a little too extreme. Yeah. It's a domestic violence PSA. They deemed it a little too extreme, and it never made the air. But we were just kind of reporting on it and goofing on it.
We had fun with that.
Oh, hell yeah.
There was a whole series.
Yeah. Canada is full of PSAs, apparently.
Right.
Like, they have PSAs for everything. Workplace safety, smoking things. Like everything is a PSA up there. And this was one of them for domestic violence. The whole gist is you're smacking your wife around at home, and there's no difference than smacking her around like in public. Like, you wouldn't do this in public. So why are you doing it at home?
You're missing. I mean, she's just a waitress. She doesn't know this dude.
Yeah.
So
no, what
you wouldn't get away with. I think beating women, you just wouldn't get away with it.
Right
here.
So why would you get
away with it at home?
That's not the message. No. The message is be careful when serving coffee because spillage is going to cause a problem.
And it goes fucking third-degree burns to your tits.
Hey, you know what? A clumsy coffee server will pay the price. That was the message I got.
Let's get into this because I know this is going to take about 15 minutes because this is one of our favorites of all time.
Kind of walk around with 2 fucking bad wigs on each tit because they're burned so badly.
Jesus.
Little pink, hairy titty wigs.
Here it is.
She spilled my coffee.
I'm sorry, sir.
You fucking...
Oh, I wanted to stop before... whatever. You're still tired from your Watchmen premiere.
It's hard to get butter on his fingers.
Yeah, butter's soft.
I just love, it's like to her, oh, no big deal. Like, oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, because she comes up.
You know, it sucks, but I'm sorry. It happens.
It's at a restaurant, and he's with his kids.
Right.
He's with his kids, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, sir." Like a little squeak in her voice.
And she's ready to clean it up, and
Of course.
probably the meal's going to be on the restaurant. She's going to do the right thing, but this guy snaps immediately.
Oh, he loses it.
But she doesn't even spill it on him. She spills it in the saucer. and he kind of says to his kids and no one in particular, like, she spilled my coffee.
Yeah, not even acknowledging her.
It's like, well, we know what has to happen now.
Yes.
It's like he can't believe the injustice.
You think the kids just look down at their coloring books because they just know?
They
It's like,
know.
oh,
Here's what Daddy does.
I'm going to make believe that Daddy's not going to lose his shit right now.
Here's what Daddy does.
She spilled my coffee.
I'm sorry, sir.
You fucking bitch.
I'll bring you a little coffee.
How do you like this?
You wouldn't get away with it here.
That's right.
You shouldn't get away with it at home.
That's right. Don't spill it here. Don't spill it at home.
But he get away with it at home. You should get away with it here.
The worst part of the commercial, he did get away with it at the restaurant.
Yeah, well, yeah.
He beat the shit out of her.
He poured the scalding coffee. He grabbed the pot out of her hand. Then he pours the scalding coffee on her tits.
Right.
And then he starts punching her in the face.
And the announcer goes, you wouldn't get away with it here, but he did.
Yeah, perhaps they were trying to show how ludicrous it would be if that actually happened at a restaurant.
I think the lesson was for her. You wouldn't get away with it here.
Spilling the coffee.
She didn't.
Right, Jim.
She spilled the coffee, and she didn't get away with it. She got her comeuppance. So don't spill it at home.
Comeuppance.
What other ones we got, E-Rock?
The hell of a comeuppance.
Oh, the boardroom. Remember the boardroom one?
Yep. Where someone.
And then we have the other ones we didn't play much because they put a halt to this whole thing. I think one was the guy getting really hurt
at work.
At work?
Yeah, we had the workplace ones.
Yeah, it's a different series.
Yeah, different series. Yep.
The woman slipping with a hot pot of water is.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's exactly how it happened.
Yeah, but let's go with the
good
boardroom one first, and we'll work our way up here.
Love the boardroom one.
Look at the next slide. You can see now that our operating costs are up 23%.
Ron, I think it's 19.
No, the new number's all right. It is 23%.
You stupid bitch. Don't you ever correct me in front of people again. You think you are, you ignorant cow.
Ignorant cow.
Anything?
You wouldn't get away with it here. You shouldn't get away with it at home.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stop criticizing. Stop nagging and criticizing.
See, I didn't take that away from that,
No, this
Jim.
is about women not doing their duties.
At the end, by the way, she gets hit with the stapler.
Of course she does.
There's some. You guys are sick fucks up there in Canada.
Yeah, they really are kind of crazy up there.
What do you play these during Seinfeld reruns?
This is what they think when they're not smoking pot.
Yeah.
So, like, let them stay stoned or else they just, like, go crazy and start beating each other like this. It's like fucking 28 days later. They get the fucking rage virus. Pot's the only thing that keeps them sane.
He called her a what cow?
Stupid cow?
Stupid cow.
Absolutely.
Fucking stupid cow. Perking up in a meeting, you bitch.
Has that insult ever been used?
Oh, well, apparently it works very well right before a beating.
Works well with fists.
Look at this. Is this the one we just saw?
Yeah.
He's
sorry, we're saying look at this on the radio.
He grabs her by the hair and he's wrestling, bashing her face off the desk.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
No one else in the boardroom is doing anything.
Well, they
really.
heard what she said.
Yeah.
Here's the stapler,
and then he just
throws at her.
He throws her to the floor, wails the stapler at her, and then straightens his tie.
Exactly.
Because he's got to look good for the rest of the meeting.
Sure he does.
Yeah. What's the next one? The chef.
God, I love
This is the
those.
chef with the boiling water? This is horrific.
Yeah. This
It's
is one
about
of the
work
work
safety.
ones. Yeah, work safety seems to be a big thing in Canada, so they do a lot of public service announcements for that. Apparently, again, because they're all at work stoned to the bejesus belt.
Right.
So they have to have these work safety little PSAs. This is the boiling water. She's in a kitchen atmosphere at a restaurant.
It looks like a fine restaurant.
Yeah, it looks great. And she's, I guess, picks up some water and wowie kazowie.
Yep.
What a mistake.
The old slipperoo.
Yeah.
Let's play this one.
I'm the sous chef here.
Oh,
With any luck, I should be head chef by next year. I've got this amazing fiance
Oh, boy.
who I won't be marrying this weekend
Why?
Why? What happened?
because I'm about to be in a terrible accident.
Then leave, dummy.
But really, I should have cleaned up the grease over there, and they should never put the deep fryer so close.
Mother of God.
I haven't seen that in a while.
That is worse than any horror movie scene I've ever seen.
She's got a huge pot of boiling water, slips on the grease.
She falls on her back as it's a giant cauldron of boiling water. As she slips and falls on her back, the water goes right into her face, boiling water. And she's laying there, blood-curdling screams as the skin is peeling off of her hands and face. Yeah. And you can see that engagement ring, which the husband is really going to take back.
Trying to sell. He'll pull it off her much thinner, skinless finger and hawk it.
Just kind of, take the meat away from it.
Get the bitch a green and red sweater. Let her scare kids at Halloween. I'm not fucking her.
We gotta play that whole thing again.
Yeah.
And where do people find this video? What's the search on that? Because that one's that's a must see.
If you just go Canadian work safety PSA, it'll be one of the first results.
All those. Okay, here it is again from the beginning.
I'm the sous chef here. With any luck, I should be head chef by next year. I've got this amazing fiance who I won't be marrying this weekend.
No, honey, what happened?
Because I'm about to be in a terrible accident.
Uh-oh.
But really, I should have cleaned up the grease over there.
Oh, don't
and they
grab
should
the
never
water.
put the deep fryer so close.
That's so hard to watch.
It's done perfectly. I mean, that is directed.
My favorite part is
amazingly.
The stupid guy going, "There's been an accident." No shit, Sherlock.
Call 911. All lines are jammed. Some woman wants her
McDonald
and she's not getting it.
Wow, that is
I forgot how horrid that is.
That's one of the best film things I've ever seen.
That was really bad.
That and the lady, you got to do the lady on the ladder too.
Yeah, we will. John in Pittsburgh.
And 2 girls, 1 cup is good too.
John in Pittsburgh points out she hits her head off the counter too.
She
We
does.
forgot about that part.
To boot. She needs that to boot.
Yeah, she hits the back of her head, the boiling water all over her face, and then it starts in kind of a fire because it hits the stove too.
God, was she a clumsy bitch?
You can still get married if that veil never comes off. As it's taped to the side of her head. Oh, God. Oh, you may now kiss the bride. Oh, God. I would. I don't want to kiss her fucking gums.
Oh, asshole lips. Tell her to hit the bricks. Fucking. The garbage makes that telltale sound that there's a bunch of now no longer needed sunglasses in them.
Hey, Tim, what do you got, buddy?
Oh, guys, you're killing me. I haven't heard that in such a long time that there's the cringe from that girl's scream.
Oh, yeah.
It just drives me nuts. And I know we're watching it on radio, but she probably looks like the guy in RoboCop who goes into that freaking nuclear waste.
Oh, yeah.
And his face is like...
They filmed it.
God.
They filmed it beautifully, man.
Jimmy, happy
Very
birthday,
believable.
buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, it was really well shot. It looks like this woman really falls and gets fucking scalding water on her fucking face.
Yeah. All right, the next one is this the one with the ladder, I think?
This is the one, I believe it's a forklift accident, but we can do the ladder one next if you want.
No, I don't care. Which one you got here?
I'll do forklift. I don't remember the forklift.
The warehouse one. I don't remember this one. We'll play it together and then be reminded here.
Oh.
It's a ladder one.
You take care of that skid? Yeah.
Danny's showing the different one.
Hold on. Start over.
We don't know what's going on.
We're syncing
here.
up the video so we could
the
hold this along.
Whole thing's a
make
mess.
It make sense on
it's
radio.
It's all falling apart. Stop with the ladder one.
I know. It's deceiving on the page here.
Well, why don't you click on the other one?
Because it might. Well, what if I get a virus? I don't want to get a virus, you know.
Well, apparently not.
All right, here we go.
All right, ready, E-Rock? Here we go. Hit it.
Hey, Jim! You take care of that skid? Yeah. Oh. We got an accident here!
This was no accident. The company knows it's against code to store that much weight up there. I knew I should have been focused on what I was doing. And it's obvious the supervisor didn't report that broken shelf.
The guy, the forklift, he backs a forklift with no top into a fucking a shelf and all these giant, like, spiky rods
pipes and rods and things, and just impale him.
He's dead.
And then he's
a dead
dead.
guy now.
But he stands up as a dead guy, talking calmly, and he's got like a giant rod coming out of his chest.
Yeah.
He's a hurting Johnny.
I like the chef one better.
Yeah. Although this one is pretty good, just because he calmly chats when he's fucking injured.
And when all the metal comes crashing down on him, you just know it's over, Johnny. So that one's kind of cool.
But there's two chicks working in a shoe store or someplace that chicks work, and the one's standing on a ladder, hanging something on a roof and on the ceiling, and lo and behold, it's teetering, and there's a glass table at the bottom.
Oh, right.
I remember this one.
Yes.
Also a gem.
Yeah, let's play this one. So as we start this, she's at the top of the ladder. She couldn't get any higher on the ladder.
Yeah. This is not a step, I believe.
Right.
And she's reaching over. There's a glass table. It's got all the makings of disaster, and I'm sure it ends in said disaster.
All right, let's play this.
Somebody help! Accident? There's no accident.
We have a bad
Company should have replaced that ladder years ago.
Damn.
Knew I shouldn't have reached over like that.
Hold on, this is a YouTube.
And why isn't there strict policy about two people doing a job like this?
What happened was the woman, clumsy that she is, ruined a perfectly good glass coffee table by fucking showing off and leaping off the ladder and fucking crashing through it. And then she stands up. I don't know if she's supposed to be dead.
I think she's another dead person.
Oh, she's dead person?
She's dead.
Yeah.
She's so fucked up. There's glass all in this bitch's face. She's all cut up.
She falls right into that off of like a 10-foot ladder.
Yep.
It's a very high ladder. She's on the top step. She leaned over too far. Oh, my God.
How did they shoot that?
I don't know how they make these.
Dude, she takes a bump. It's better than any ECW footage I've ever seen in my entire life.
Is she dead, though, you think?
Yeah, she's so dead.
Oh, yeah, she's dead.
Her head is bleeding. Her fucking wrist is broken.
Her wrist is cut. She's bleeding about the face, her chest.
And now she's going to talk about work
I think
safety.
her tit got cut off or something.
Jesus.
Call 911. Bam. How do they film that? It's perfect.
Dude, it's a one-camera shoot, and she falls off through the glass table
and just does a
into
bounce.
The display.
She does a death bounce. It's fantastic.
Wrecks the whole display, by the way.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she's going to have to pay for that table.
Of course she is.
Cost a pretty penny.
She did bounce a little bit. There's a little
she did a little death bounce.
And some...
but it looked good.
Breakaway table. That's a good shot.
Really literal open. What are we going behind the stunt?
Wait.
Yeah, she bounced a little bit.
She gave a little bounce. Yeah.
Wow. We're being reminded about the construction worker with the exploding tank. That's Eric in Buffalo.
Yeah, I think Eric's got that one ready.
This is the best one, I think.
I like that one.
Gotta find it.
Yeah. This will be the last one, I think.
I just like the ones where the women get hurt. My girlfriend hates the new laugh. I've broken out in our relationship. No, it's not that one. It's this one. I'll say something. I'll go. She fucking hates that. I got her at a restaurant again last night. We were out eating, and she was rubbing my cock. And she didn't see the waiter coming over. And as he approached, I went, "Ow, stop!" And I pulled her hand out of my lap. She was so fucking embarrassed. You
was that 2 days in a row?
Yeah, I got her twice.
Okay, because I'm like, it's either deja vu or Jimmy forgot that he told us.
No, I got her twice.
2 days in a row at the same place.
I got her again. It was really good. She was embarrassed.
You come up with these things. And it's amazing your relationships go the way they do a lot of times, because most of what you discuss about a relationship is, she hates this. Oh, I do something now that she can't stand.
I got her. She was eating crumbly bread, so I took all the crumbs that were on it and I just scooped them onto the table in front of her, and she didn't see it. Then I called the waiter over. I'm like, "Do you have one of those little things?" She spilled it all over the place.
You are an asshole.
It's just funny.
It really is.
It just embarrasses her. It's so childish.
Oh. You were terrible.
That was great.
Very funny.
Here's the construction worker with the exploding tank.
I like this one.
I'm working overtime because I want to take my family on a nice vacation. Soon they get a call telling them I was killed in an accident. Ooh. But hey, I'm wearing a busted harness here. And the company should have checked those tanks.
Oh.
It's been an accident! Run, get some help!
He gets blown out of the fucking window or off the building.
Off
like
the
6
construction
floors.
site, yeah, 5-6 floors. Big, huge fireball knocks him off the building. Then he falls and hits a nice truck that happens to be going by at that exact
Twice,
moment.
by the way. He hits the roof of the truck, bounces, and then hits the hood of the truck.
Yeah. And then it runs over him. All right.
I'm eating.
Yeah, let's take a quick break so we can eat some food. We'll continue in just a bit. We're going to have Ann Coulter call in about 10 minutes. I'm hearing something about Intern David.
Yeah.
I hear the moans out there, trust me. But we'll throw him on for a couple minutes.
Is that why they get mad? Because they want him on longer and they're afraid his appearances have been too short?
Yeah, that's exactly it. There's certainly a love-hate relationship with David and our audience.
I think it's
Some
just
people
hate.
love him, and there's a bunch certainly that hate him. And I think the solution is to have him on for shorter periods of time.
Yeah, David.
We might go a little too long with David.
I love David.
David, do you even know why you're in here?
No, I don't know.
Can't be good though, right?
No, it can't be.
You're starting to learn a little bit. That
I have no idea what I'm in here for. Sam says he didn't say anything to you guys, so.
Oh, yeah, Sam, you want to tell everybody why you brought David in here, and we'll get David's reaction.
Well, I guess there's a story that's been going around the office about David looking at Facebook.
Yeah.
As we established that David likes to check his Facebook while he's at work.
You still like your Facebook, right?
Oh, all the time.
I check it.
He never gives an answer. It's like, I check it.
But you like it, right? You like to see who's checking you out, and you like to check out the pictures and update your Facebook.
Correct, yes.
All right.
Correct.
You're like everybody else out there.
Correct.
Yes, that's
mundo.
We're all Facebooking and doing everything else here.
Yes, that's right.
All right?
Yes.
Staying connected with the peeps, yo.
Yes, the fans, yes.
Right, well, okay.
The fans.
Yes.
The fans of you.
You have fans, right?
Yeah.
Jesus. Do you?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of fans. He's got hundreds of people that friend him, and he doesn't even know who they are.
Yeah.
No, that's weird.
How many friends you got on Facebook?
930.
Wow.
Look at you.
Yeah.
They love you, right?
They do, yes.
What's your name on Facebook? We'll get that over 1,000 today.
David Fried.
F-R-I-E-D.
Yes, correct.
Wouldn't that be fried?
Yes, it would be, yes.
They you don't want
Fried.
Don't call him Fried. They made fun of him in school. When,
I'm sorry.
Did they make fun of you in school for fried?
All the time, yes.
What would they
That's how it's
say?
spelled.
That's probably
It is spelled
something
like that,
was bitter irony.
Yeah. It's spelled like that.
Oh, that was terrible.
I'm with you.
They'd make fun of
They
the
should change their last name.
David Fried.
Yeah.
With the
They
history
did
of
make
their-
fun of that, yes, all the time, yes.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
I mean, what the hell are they thinking?
So they imply you did drugs and said David's fried?
No, they didn't imply I did drugs, no.
I did drugs.
What would they say about fried?
not.
What kind of
They
stuff?
would say, like, oh, fried chicken, oh, you're fried chicken, fried eggs and stuff.
You're fried chicken? What an insult.
Yeah, they said that all the time.
Damn those people.
Fried bacon?
No. They didn't say that.
Fried milk?
No, they said fried chicken all the time.
Fried chicken. Yeah, that is the worst thing you could call
All right,
anybody. You're right.
So let's move this along, Sam.
So anyways.
We've... Oh, my God, shut up. I'm not Bobo. I'll come over there and punch you in the face.
What do you mean not Bobo? I like Bobo. Where's Bobo?
Bobo. What do you mean, Bobo? So we've established that he likes his Facebook and he checks it a lot.
Right, so I guess...
And look at that smile on Sam. Sam's got some fine dirt on David.
I guess the story that's been going around the office that you guys were informed of was that 2 days ago he was on Facebook looking at certain young ladies in bikinis on their pictures that they post.
You like the bikini pictures, David?
Yes.
Of course.
Yes, I do.
And he had his hand very deep in his pocket.
Were you playing pocket pool?
No.
So you had your hand deep in your pocket.
Were you pinching your cock?
Were you squeezing it a little bit?
No. And it just appeared like it. I don't know.
Itching your thigh, maybe. Sometimes that
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
Do we have any other witnesses to this?
Well, Kenny was there too.
Clubby?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Clubby doesn't
Squeezing your
lie.
form.
No.
The thing that is kind of evidence of it was that I took my phone out to take a picture of him. He wouldn't take his hand out of his pocket. And I took my phone out, and he immediately grabbed his notebook and put it over his crotch.
Is that true, David?
That is true, yes.
To cover it and inform me it was not appropriate to take pictures of people's crotches in the workplace.
Did you have a boner? Did you have a little bit of a boner?
Maybe.
What's wrong with having a boner?
Nothing.
Then admit it. Were you rock hard?
No.
There's nothing wrong.
Looking at the bikini pictures.
Well, likely you were looking at fucking Boy's Life.
Yeah.
You know, you're looking at, what were you looking at?
What made you rock hard?
She was looking at people's Facebook pictures. Some of them were girls that were in a bikini or like showing some skin.
Yeah.
Oh, was that one? I think I've seen the picture he's talking about.
There's a bunch of pictures.
No, I think I'm talking. I think I know the picture that.
Could you tell us which one it was?
There isn't one in particular. Just looking at pictures in general.
Well, you remember which?
Well, if you're talking about one in a bikini, right?
Well, there's a lot of people that would just look at it.
Isn't it awkward to have a boner at the workplace, though?
Yes, boners in the workplace are very awkward and
I guess they are
out of place. Yeah,
I guess so. Yes,
I think there might be company rules about boners in the workplace.
You got to tie down your boner with your belt.
Do something
there
with
are
it.
rules about it?
Yeah,
I think there are rules that you're not allowed to have a full boner.
Yep.
If you fill up a bit and get plump, you know, that's okay. But full boners, then human resources get involved.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
no.
So,
indeed.
What were you going to do with your boner? I mean, you got
Yeah.
this boner, you're looking at some pretty hot bikini pictures, and you're at the workplace.
That's no good.
How is this going to end, you think? Maybe go to the bathroom or something?
No, I didn't go to the bathroom.
I said
no.
maybe would you?
And not to go to the not to use the bathroom in ordinary fashion, but to get rid of the boner by jerking off.
No.
What?
What?
No, I wouldn't do that in the workplace.
No?
No, the bathroom's not really the workplace.
The work jerk is probably one of the most satisfying jerks ever. You're getting paid for it. Mm-hmm. You're blowing off some steam. You're not working.
A lot of people do the work jerk.
The work jerk is, I used to do the work jerk a lot. The dumb boss at this place I used to work at would keep Playboys, penthouses, swank, and everything in the men's room. And who couldn't resist the work jerk?
Eastside Dave does the work jerk almost every single day.
So I've heard.
Is that true?
On the third floor. I've seen it, yes. He takes
Because he
magazines
likes the bathroom up there better or something, right?
Well, because he says on the third floor, the stall doors go all the way to the floor.
Right.
So he was actually complaining to me that all the lube that we had was gone, because he used to steal our lube and then take magazines out of our own.
Oh, that son of a bitch.
And then he said,
This is real?
yes, because he would take the magazine and go down to the third floor, put it on the floor because it's covered, the door covers it.
You got a nice look at the magazine that
Then
way.
when he was done, he'd leave the magazine in the stall and just walk out.
Would he come on the magazine?
I don't know where he...
Because that would be,
He's
and then
probably
to leave it there
He's
would be.
probably a filthy animal and does exactly that. What does E-Rock have on this?
E-Rock Scott, he eats it.
No. I caught Dave.
He's the cleaner. Eric the cleaner Nagel.
We caught Dave a few times in the office going through boxes and some filing cabinets trying to find Steve's porn. And
No,
Steve
I
just
have not.
Not you, the other Dave.
Oh, my
the real
God.
Dave. And Steve just realized, and he jumps up and goes, "That's where all my fucking porn went."
Oh. You're noticing your porn being pilfered?
Well, it wasn't even my porn. We used to have stashes of porn to give to the staff and people, and it would vanish, and I had no idea where the fuck this stuff was going.
Eastside Dave on probably a weekly basis asks me, how come Steve doesn't get any more porn anymore?
That's where it went.
Only gay, keep it at home. Because I'm, well...
Jesus. All right, so you caught him with the boner.
Yeah, well, it was probably touching it through his pocket.
Yeah.
David, were you doing that?
Were you touching it
A
through your
little
pocket?
bit. Little incidental brushes.
Sure, yes. Little.
Sure.
Sure, yes.
No, are you just... did you or not?
Yes.
Answer the question. Okay.
All right, happens.
Yeah, it's all right. It happens.
You're poking it a little bit. It
Yes.
happens.
Trying to fill it up a little more.
Sure, yes. Yeah.
Get it to an impressive state.
Yes.
Can I see the picture?
Would you have? What would you have done if no one caught you?
If no one caught me?
Yeah.
Would you have made cumsies in your pants?
What's your end game there?
Probably
you don't just
not. No,
stop.
not in the office, no.
So you just stop, you got a boner, you
Yeah, you just
stop, and
Yeah,
then
it's
and
not-
then what?
It's not appropriate in the office, really. I would have stopped, yeah.
David.
Dave, it's okay. You're not going to get fired for having a boner in the workplace.
You know what
But
happens?
touching it, though, is a little bit much.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You know what happens when you get a boner and you don't do anything with it?
Yes.
What happens when that boner goes down?
That's the end of it.
No, it's not the end of it. It lets you know that there was a boner there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How does it let you know?
How does
there's a dull ache?
How does your boner know? Yes, there's a dull ache, and depending on how long you've had the boner, there's also some clear stuff.
Yes.
That ends up in your undies.
That could be.
Yeah, you end up with a little clear, and then you go to take a piss, and it shoots off to the right.
Yep.
Yeah, like a sprinkler, right?
Well, that's the glue.
Yeah. That's the glue
stuck in there.
Yeah.
Best lube comes out of a man's dick.
Would you have stood up, David, if no one was there?
Anthony Cumia, 2009.
Would you have stood up if no one came in and whipped up what we call a producer snack?
Is this the bikini picture he was looking at?
Is that the one you were looking at, Danny? Danny, David?
Dave, is that the picture you're looking at?
Yeah, he's going to bring it back for you. Just
hold on, we're getting a nice big version of it for you.
We're going to, is that the one?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. What?
What do you mean, no?
There was a bunch of them. I don't know. I guess it could have been
That's
one.
one that you said this shows a lot of skin.
I guess it could have been one.
Yeah, she has a nice body, nice legs.
And you know who that is? Do you have any idea who that is?
No, I have no clue. I don't know who these people are. No, they just message me and they request me as friends, and I just look at them.
You have exchanged messages with this person.
I exchange messages with a lot of people. I don't know who any of them are.
You exchange messages with this girl.
Yeah, I exchange messages with a lot of people on Facebook. I don't even have a clue who they are.
But do you then look at their bikini pictures with a boner at work?
Yes. I did one time. One time I did, yes.
And it was that picture.
It could have been. There's a lot of people.
It could have been.
Yeah.
You can admit it.
Who else did you go through?
Whoever messages me, I just look at their pictures.
And try to get a rod.
Yeah, but you don't get a rod just looking at, like, someone's fucking face.
No.
So you were looking at that picture.
I've looked at that picture before, yes.
You look for skin. You do what we all do. You go to the photo section, you look through, you look if there's any good fucking that will get you a good rod.
Yes.
Maybe whip up a little soup in the fucking underpants, some clear stuff. And then you try to, apparently, I would go home, but apparently you decide to poke your penis through your, through your slacks.
Sounds like this is one of his favorites, though. Why do you like this picture? Besides the obvious. Why don't you explain to us why you like this picture?
Yeah, look at the picture again.
Danny.
Go back to the picture.
It's not that I like. It's just a picture.
Danny, go back to...
Yeah, what is it? Give us a little...
It's a picture of a girl.
No,
what do you like
look
about
at
it?
the picture.
What makes you pop a boner over this
Look
picture?
at it.
It's the picture of a girl in a bikini. I would do that for a lot of girls in a bikini.
Look at the... You keep fucking looking away. It's right there. Look,
Yes,
turn
I see
around.
it.
What? Look at it.
I'm looking at it. I see it.
No, you're looking at the... Do you see what he's doing?
Yeah. I see it.
He looks at it for a split second, looks away, and goes, "I'm looking at it."
Because I know what it is. I've seen it.
But look at it.
Yes, I see
But just
it.
say, I know you see it. Oh my God! Oh my God! He won't stop
What's
doing
wrong,
it.
David?
He takes
Nothing's
one
wrong.
quick
I see
glance
it. I
and
don't
then
need to-
looks
I
at
don't
me.
need to keep staring at it. I know what it is.
Just stare at it. Stare at it.
I don't need to keep staring at it. I see what it is.
No. I know you don't need to. Just keep staring at it.
What's the point of that?
Because there's no point of this whole fucking show.
Of course not.
So just look at the. Ooh.
I'm onto something. I think he pops boners so easily that
Yeah,
he's
that's
really
what I'm thinking.
paranoid that he might
Just
pop a
look
boner in
at
front
it.
of all of us.
Look at her
Now,
beautiful body.
is it that little bulge where the snatch is
Where the penis
in the
goes?
bikini? Is it the legs? That picture is stretched too. I'm not really digging that picture because it's stretched.
Maybe I could do this.
You can
For some
see a little
reason,
bulge
it's
there, right?
yeah. Get it in better
middle of the,
perspective there in the middle of the that'll do a little better. Now, David.
Yes.
Is it the tits? Is it the hips? Is it the pubic mound that you see?
Yeah, what gets you going in that
What
picture?
gets you going? What gave you a boner looking at this picture?
I don't know. It just was looking at it. I just did. I don't know. I just did got one.
Keep looking.
I just got one. I don't know.
You just got one.
Yes, I just got one.
Point at the areas. Roll up to the screen.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Roll up
There's
to the
not one
screen.
specific.
No.
David, just roll up to the roll up to the
Give
screen.
him a pointer.
Roll up to the screen.
All right, now just
What do you
point
got?
to
You
the-
got a pen, right? in your
Yeah, point
hand?
to the part you
All
like.
right. Now point at the part you like the most, that you would focus on the most.
That's fair.
Go ahead.
I would focus on.
Just point.
Just
to...
point. All right. He has just let me let the ladies and gentlemen of the jury know that he just pointed at each tit
Right.
with his pen.
All right.
One and then the other.
All right.
So you kind of like that. And what do you think when you're looking at those titties?
Sure.
You're thinking you want to touch them?
Yes, sure. Yes.
Don't yes, sure. Just look at it. Don't take your eyes away. Look and describe like what it is about those titties that you like.
They're just nice. That's all.
What's nice about them as opposed to bad tits? Why is that nice? Why did you pick that picture?
I didn't pick that picture. It just happened to be what I was looking at.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't pick it. No.
You didn't pick it. It was just what I was looking at.
So
it just appeared on your fucking monitor, and you were walking by.
He was looking at a lot of pictures, and he stopped on this one. What's the worst part of that body?
Yeah, what don't you like about it?
You pointed at the boobies. What part don't you like about the body? We all have our favorite parts of a female body.
I like this part.
All right, we point at the tits again. We understand what you like.
All right.
So then
what don't you like?
Yeah, what part of the body don't you like?
Or you might like the whole thing, but what's the least liked part?
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead.
Come on, don't be shy. Point. It's easy. You just pointed at the face.
Yeah, I don't like the face isn't so good.
She's a very pretty girl. What are you talking about?
So, you don't like the whole face? Is there something about the face?
I don't know. Just don't like it.
You do realize you're looking at Anthony's sister, right?
No. No, I am not.
I'm not.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You're positive, right?
Yes.
How do you know?
I don't know. I don't know. I would guess not, though.
You'd guess
not.
Right,
you're right.
Yes.
You're right.
Yeah, you're right on that one.
Yes.
Now
but you don't like the face.
All right. What do you like now below the tits? Point to your favorite area below the tits.
Below?
Yeah, below.
I don't really have a favorite area. It's all nice. Everything except for the face. It's all the rest of it's all nice.
So when you look at that, do you imagine your hands rubbing down that hip, maybe the side, and then right where the bikini kind of like cuts into the hip there? Is that where you imagine rubbing?
Where the bikini cuts into the hip over here.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. See right there?
Over there.
Is that a good area that you would like to put your hand on, maybe?
Yeah, you like that part?
It's all right, yeah.
Hey, you know,
yeah.
I got to stick up for this picture. The girl has a very nice face.
Fantastic.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you're not into getting to know these women. You just want their naughty parts.
David, your body language now, your right arm is grabbing your left kneecap.
Yes, that's correct.
And your arm is crossed over your crotch area.
Okay, now it isn't.
I think I see a boner.
You do?
I think I'm seeing a boner.
Okay.
Do you have a
boner?
No.
Do you have? Is it getting bonerized? Is there any bonification happening?
Maybe a little.
Let's stand up and face Jimmy.
Just don't
stand up and face Jimmy.
Just don't run at me if I yawn.
Don't do anything. Lift your shirt up a little bit.
I don't want to look. Don't look at me to be the judge.
You know Rods.
I certainly do. I don't want to look at his.
Hey, Sam, pat him down. See if he has a boner.
Pat him down.
I'm not looking, David. I don't care.
Does it look like he has a boner?
It's growing. There's some growth in this area.
There's a little plumpness going on.
Would you allow an ex-detective to pat you down to see if you have a boner?
No.
Right. All right. Well, there's the rest of her Facebook page. Were there any other pictures you enjoyed of this girl, David? Anything else?
We should wrap up. We got Ann Coulter on the line here.
No,
we do.
No, there's nothing else now.
Okay.
No. She's been listening to this whole thing.
Oh, good. All right, so we'll
get back to you in a second, David. You keep getting that boner.
Okay.
Or Ann.
I certainly called in at the right moment.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
Cavuto show, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is just like going on MSNBC.
How embarrassing. I must apologize, Ann Coulter.
Are you aware you're going out on radio?
Sometimes we completely forget, and we get caught up in what goes on with these interns and guys.
Well, we got this intern David, and he pops boners very easily when he sees pictures of women.
Yeah.
You know, there's some aspects of the male mind I think should remain a mystery.
Yeah, you're probably right.
He's all embarrassed
God.
now because we caught him pretty much getting close to doing the work jerk.
Yeah, I picked up the general.
Okay, you got
the
it.
conversation.
Yeah.
So, of course, we have to exploit that a little bit, you know.
And by the way, Jimmy Norton, I like that they call you Jimmy.
They do.
When my brother Jimmy was going on and on and on, he listens to this show every morning, about how hilarious and quick you are. He did say he caught you once on HBO, and your actual stand-up act was, I believe the word he used was filthy.
Yeah, it's rather raw.
Rather raw.
I'm a much nicer boy in person. On that stage, I'm a rotten little man, but in person, I'm a sweetie.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I've sometimes it's really dirty. The special was shot. That was a lot of stuff that was in my personal life. And then the next hour I had, a lot of it was about politics and about the election. Depends on where I'm at in my life. Sometimes it's very dirty. Other times it's just a lot of political stuff and whatever.
And these days, with the new administration, it's both at the same time.
Yeah, I did the Obama stuff. All the election stuff had to go, but the Obama stuff I can still talk about. Obviously, you're informed. And I know we talked, I plugged this morning that you're debating Bill Maher. Are you guys both speaking, or is it an actual head-to-head debate?
Well, we'll both speak at the beginning, I assume. Neither of us quite know how it works. But we'll both give, I guess, 15, 20 minutes. And then I assume there will be a moderator, and we debate Radio City Music Hall on Monday night. And then we go to Boston on Tuesday and Chicago on Wednesday.
What kind of relationship do you two have as far as, professionally? I mean,
Well, I used to do his show Politically Incorrect all the time. I was his most frequent guest. We'd go out after the show. We'd go out when he was in New York, and I just haven't seen him for a long time. And I used to watch Politically Incorrect religiously. I don't really care for his current show, not so much. Well, I haven't watched it in such a long time. I can't even say much about him, though I think he's very funny, and I always really liked him. But it's his audience I can't stand.
Ugh.
Have they gotten too radical, do you think? Are they like they irrationally left?
It's the crazymoveon.org crowd. Remember, he got kicked off ABC for what appeared to be, and I think it was unfair to Bill, as I told him I had a notebook of all the things he said on Politically Incorrect that he should have been kicked off for. And this wasn't it, but it sounded like he was dissing American troops and saying nice things about the terrorists a few weeks after 9/11. That wasn't true, and not to rehash the details, but that's the way it came across. That's why he got fired. People who liked that ended up in his new audience.
Yeah, they love him. Ugh. It's hard to watch when they cheer for these things that are just like, oh my God, could you shut up?
Right, and Jimmy must appreciate this more than I do even, and it drives me out of my mind. You can see Bill up there setting up a joke, but the audience ruins it because they must cheer at certain names and they must boo at other names.
Because they think they're part of these dumb audiences think they're part of the creative process. And it drives me nuts when they think they need to agree ideologically in order to enjoy the joke, which I never do. Like, Paul Mooney's a black comic. He's fairly radical. He's a good reference point.
Fairly.
But, I mean, I agree with very little of what he says. And he really gives it to white people good. But you know what? He's a really funny comic, so I enjoy watching him. I don't need to agree to enjoy what he does.
Right.
So when you're setting something up and they're like, oh, hey, yeah, it's like, you idiots understand there's timing involved here?
Yes.
And they don't.
Yes, and you can see Maher wincing when his retarded audience applauds. No. Comedians don't want applause. Applause means you said, you're Whoopi Goldberg. Laughter, that's like a sneeze. You can't help laughing.
Yeah, and you know what? One thing I loved about George Carlin is the longer he went on, the more they would applaud at what he was setting up. And George would just kind of, okay, and he would put his hand up, and you could see he didn't want it. He wanted to make the point, or he wanted the laughs, but he wasn't looking for, like, the cheap slut applause that a lot of comics try to go for by saying something poignant.
Right. So I think Bill Maher has roughly the same opinion of his audience that I do, but what can you do?
Now,
so that's why I want your listeners to come to the show.
Besides the audience, you and Bill in particular, do you have a differing point of views enough where the debate could get heated?
I don't think either of us are particularly the heated type.
I think that you guys are pretty opposite sides of the spectrum, though. I mean, I could definitely see you saying something that sets him off or vice versa.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I think there's very little we will disagree on.
Agree on, you mean?
Right, agree on, but I don't think we'll. We also, neither one of us, I think, is very likely to become offended, to use the feminist word.
Well, no, that's good. But I would like to see two people disagree on things like that. Cause,
At this point, I'm not sure there's anything we agree on.
It's so, politics is so odd because it's debated so much, but you're never changing anyone's mind.
That's not true.
Well, 99.9% of the time, you're never changing anyone's mind.
Oh, I don't think that's true at all. Especially with young people and college students. I meet loads of college students and recent college graduates who've changed their mind. I was giving a speech up at Syracuse a few years ago, and at dinner, and this happens frequently, at dinner one of the kids, although this was a little odd, one of the kids starts, laughingly telling me about everything that goes on at the green meetings on campus and the idiotic things they were planning, and he was giving me so many details. I finally said to him, "What, are you like the college Republican secret mole in the Green Party?" And he said, "Oh, no, I used to be a Green." And I said, ask him what happened to him, and he said he had come to see a speech of mine 2 years ago, soon after 9/11, and he said nobody else was making any sense. You were the only person who made sense. I meet a lot of college kids who change their minds, and young people who've read a book and become conservative.
Yeah.
Are people taken back? I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that's. It seems very rare though when you're debating something. I guess with people who you can kind of that are a little more malleable, you get a little more luck. When people are stuck in their ways and you try to just argue points with them and they're spewing out the same crap, it just gets frustrating.
That's true. That's why I tend not to listen to people I'm arguing with.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating when you listen.
Whose idea was the Bill Maher debate? Did you approach him, or did he approach you? And what was it like? Because, I mean, you've pretty much gone out. I mean, I saw you really gave Matt Lauer a nice beating, which was nice. And I like Joy Behar, but I thought on Larry King, I thought you did a really great job of knocking down every point she made. I mean,
thank you. I loved that interview, and I've always liked her, too.
It was
that was good.
You seem like a tough person because you have, whether people agree with you or not, you have your facts lined up, and you're always able to defend your point. So what sparked this whole Bill Maher?
I think it was the Speakers Bureau that dreamed it up, because the Speakers Bureau approached me, and they came up with the idea, and I must say it's a great idea. Most of the potential sparring partners that people have come up with for me, I have not thought, oh, that's a good idea. I mean, James Carville, snooze fest, Al Sharpton, witty, but you're kind of talking past each other. Yeah. Let's see, and of course the whole Tawana Brawley thing. Al Franken, obnoxious and unfunny. Bill Maher will actually be fun, I think.
Who would you say is one of the tougher people you've had to debate against?
I was supposed to be, and I'm brokenhearted over this. This isn't exactly a debate, but it was the only interviewer I was ever intimidated by. I went down to Washington last weekend for CPAC, but got there early for a book notes interview on C-SPAN. And my interviewer, I don't know if you've seen these things on C-SPAN, they have sort of unusual pairings of interviewee and interviewer, was going to be Phyllis Schlafly. And I realized as it was approaching, this is the first interviewer I think I've had where I know the interviewer is smarter than I am. And even though we're simpatico on many things, she's just a very smart woman. I write about her in Slander. It's stunning, especially the way she's been dismissed as if all she does is cook brownies. She's written, dozens of books, most of them serious, solid books on foreign policy and military weapons systems. In any event, she's much older than she looks, and she broke her hip the day before. Oh, wow. The interview, and they just pulled in somebody else to do the interview. So I was disappointed about that. And as for the best, Maher, I would say, is one of the better ones, mostly because he's funny and smart and quick on his feet. He's not as much of a political junkie, but he's witty, and being funny counts for a lot.
Was there anybody you thought was going to be tough that just turned out to be a complete horse's ass, or that was just completely inept?
The toughest debates, in my opinion, are the ones where the person you're debating has you may want to write things about them. They have done things that you want to say that are true, that were bad, but you don't want to say it to their faces. At least I don't. I'm a polite person. One of them was Al Sharpton. I was on Politically Incorrect with him one time, and we were talking about some phony race crime out in L.A. that the cops had engaged in. And all day I kept saying to myself, you have to mention Tawana Brawley. You have to mention Tawana Brawley. I don't really enjoy doing that. I just did the Dr. Phil show with Scott McClellan, whom I completely justly make fun of and attack in my current book, Guilty. You know, everything I say is true in the book, but that doesn't mean I want to face the person. And the one I was least looking forward to, because it's the most egregious, was a debate with Janet Reno. You know, how can you not mention that this is the Attorney General responsible for killing the most Americans?
Exactly. Ruby Ridge, right?
Yeah, so those are the ones I really hate. Other than that, I like the debate.
Well, I was talking to you last night, and you said you were. I mean, you're a late night writer, and you were going to slam somebody who I've slammed and who none of us here like.
It's going up at 6 o'clock tonight.
The Keith Oberman article.
I hate that guy.
Yeah, we were not fans of Oberman here.
Oh my God.
Well, I've been meaning to getting around to writing this, but other things were going on, and he's not that important. But if you've ever watched any 2 nights of his show, you know that Keith Oberman went to Cornell. He's constantly talking about going to Cornell, about having an Ivy League education. Also, if you've ever watched any 2 nights of Oberman, you know that he goes for these lame-ass gotcha moments where he will catch someone in the most minuscule mistake. As, for example, when I put in the column when he corrected Charlie Rangel, said inferred, but he meant implied.
Oh, God.
Now, that is a correction Oberman cannot let pass. He cannot mention George Orwell without giving the true name, Eric Blair. He could not do that any more than a neurotic could walk past a sink without washing his hands. And so I must say, this is not something people who actually went to good schools do. So I had to point out that Keith Oberman didn't go to the Ivy League Cornell. He went to the Ag School, which isn't something I would normally bring up or make fun of. And by the way, the farmers and the veterinarians who go to the Ag School are totally cool. But the SATs are obviously massively lower for the Ag School. The acceptance rate massively higher. And in point of fact, the Ag School isn't an Ivy League school. The Ivy League school is the Arts and Sciences Cornell. It's the only school at Cornell that grants a BA. The Ag School is more closely associated with, other land grant colleges in New York, like Morrisville Agriculture School, which is to whom they have a transfer program. This guy is a total and complete fraud, and he's constantly going around bragging about my Ivy League education. As much as loathsome as Jonathan Alter and Frank Rich are, people who actually went to good schools would never sneer at other people for going to not so good schools.
Yes, so you had to call him out.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So basically, Keith Oberman went to the Apex Tech of Ivy League schools.
Yes, he went to the one with classes on milking and bovine management.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I bet he put that rubber glove on a few times to do that pregnancy check on a few horses.
He's just a nerd, man.
I want to...
Screaming, pretentious, may not realize it, but he's gay. Screaming, angry, 57-year-old woman trapped in a man's body.
Wow.
And having him go around claiming he went to the Ivy League school at Cornell is more than we should have to put up with.
Wait, Ann, is he 57 years old?
No, but he seems like a 50... I have no idea how old he is. He just seems like a 57-year-old woman.
Is he married or anything?
I can't imagine.
I want to get into a few things concerning our beloved president, Obama.
Love the Obama.
Do you? There's a few things that have been popping up lately, and first of all, how long does he have to be in office before he can start being responsible for what is being done? Because it seems like, well, it's only been so long and we have to blame everything on the past administration and the mess he stepped into. I mean, obviously things like the market have no faith in what he's been doing.
Right.
When will he have to start accepting responsibility that he is the president, and when things aren't going well, it's now his fault and his problem?
That is a great question. I think around the year 2020.
2020? All right. Yeah, I just wanted some kind of ballpark figure there. And what do you think about this this letter written to Russia about let's make a deal about the missile shield over Europe in exchange for helping out with Iran and their nuclear technology, and then Russia pretty much saying, we don't haggle like that. I think it made him look silly and weak, weaker than everybody thought he even was internationally. And it kind of shows his foreign policy. That is a giant mistake, and I barely read about it.
Yeah, it's almost as if we elected a completely inexperieused president.
Almost.
Who did way over his head.
Wow, you would think that if it,
you would think that.
Let me ask a question. Let me play devil's advocate here, because is it possible? Because again, he reached out to Ahmadinejad and also now Russia.
It's reaching out to everybody.
But I mean, both
except to us.
Yeah. It's reaching into my pocket. That's where he's reaching.
Typically, Iran and Russia have not been close U.S. allies. Is it possible that it was dumb to reach out to them, but both of them are seeing this as an opportunity to make what could be, like they say Kennedy possibly cut a deal with Khrushchev on many years ago.
Yeah, but look how far that had to go before he cut a deal. This guy writes a letter pretty much giving away Europe's security, or this at least the guise of security. If you look at what Reagan did, he scared the crap out of the Russians with this Star Wars system that made Russia pretty much break themselves defending against something that didn't even exist. So what you got to do is let them think you're building this shield for Europe against missiles, because, believe me, Russia's been very concerned about that. Don't tip your hand and say, we'll give it to you if you help us with Iran. It's such poor foreign policy.
But is it possible that Iran and Russia basically have used this as just an opportunity, instead of doing the right thing, to just kind of use it to make the U.S. look weak?
He should have known that they would do that then. They're known as people that don't treat us fairly when it comes to negotiating.
We shouldn't be involved in Europe's defense anyway. Europe has done nothing but show ingratitude.
We have
Muslim now.
Yeah, exactly.
This is stunningly bad. I mean, Bush reached out to Russia, but you don't lead by offering the opponents everything they could possibly want.
Yeah.
And by the way, despite Hollywood movies to the contrary, I write about this in my current book, Guilty. Kennedy's meeting with Khrushchev was one of the great foreign policy disasters of our time, as has been described now, 20, 30 years later, because the press was covering for him at the time, as they're going to be covering for Obama. When he met with Khrushchev, he was batted around by Khrushchev. Khrushchev was belligerent and angry, and Kennedy didn't know what to say. Kennedy was completely shaken and white-faced. Khrushchev was on the top of his game, and in his autobiography he wrote, "This was wonderful. I realized that the Americans were being led by a weak and useless president." And when Kennedy came out to meet with an exclusive interview with James Reston of the New York Times, shaking, pale, the whole staff was demoralized and depressed. Jim Reston just lied about it and said, "Oh, our confident president had a good meeting with Khrushchev. No gains were won." Khrushchev realized what a wimp Kennedy was. Moves missiles into Cuba, and then and the Cuban are the Bay of Pigs, which Kennedy does, but gives the Cubans no air cover. Khrushchev realized he was dealing with an imbecile, and that's when he moves the weapons in. So then Kennedy gets praised for his brilliant handling of a crisis he himself created.
And then meanwhile, when all is said and done and the missiles are out of Cuba, we then had to pull missiles out of Turkey.
Thank you. Yes.
So they won. In the long run, they wound up getting the advantage.
That's right. That's all Khrushchev ever wanted. He also wrote in his memoirs it was absurd. He didn't care about Cuba. He didn't care about those missiles. He just wanted our missiles pulled out of Hungary.
Yep, and that's exactly what happened. So, unbelievable.
And that's what we have again. And once again, we'll have our watchdog media, watchdog for the people, acting as guard dog for the government.
And Barney Frank talking about cutting the budget for the military. Again, such a Democratic thing to do that just takes any bite out of whatever tiger is left of the United States. It leaves the Republicans, once they do regain power, because they always do, because the Democrats just are incapable of running a country, it leaves them having to rebuild the country's military and the respect in the world again.
No, that's absolutely right. And on top of that, I consider it amazing and appalling that Barney Frank can show his face in public.
Oh, I know.
It shows you how much media power, how much power the media has, let me put it that way, that Barney Frank, along with Chris Dodd, Bill Clinton, was pushing Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac into making these preposterous loans, forcing banks to abandon all business judgment. That is the nuclear time bomb that went off, that set off the current recession and is destroying bank after bank across America. There is video of Barney Frank standing up, denouncing Republicans who were complaining about these politically correct rules for lending, and yet he's still out there, giving us his foreign policy advice.
Yeah. Isn't that great? Foreign policy advice from this guy. It's angering. And again, speaking of foreign policy, Hillary Clinton just being welcome everywhere she goes.
Well, at least she's tougher than Obambi.
Well, yeah, that is true. What do you think about her stance on Israel? She seems to be a little more sympathetic to the Palestinians than the Israelis want.
Yeah, I can never figure these Democrats out. I mean, all they have to do is show up at a single AIPAC meeting, and Jews are on board or down with the Democrats, but then they turn around and I mean, in vote after vote, talk about our darling Ahmadinejad.
Isn't that something? He's a rock star, that guy, Ahmadinejad. They love covering him. The news is so responsible for where we are right now that it's stunning when you look at it, how they build these people up into rock stars and heroes. And Obama is a prime example. I mean, this guy could do no wrong in the press. He was on the cover of every paper for so long, just looking like the savior and hero of this nation, while, of course, for 8 years, George Bush, whether you agree or not, was just the devil, the villain on the cover of the papers. And they pretty much sold Obama to everybody.
Right, though I think there's going to come a point when no matter how much the media keeps telling us how adorable Obama is, people are going to get fed up with their 401ks disappearing, their jobs disappearing, the capital to fund new projects disappearing.
Oh, and sorry, I'm interrupting you. I just wanted to comment on what Michelle's wearing. My God, is that dress just fantastic on her? Oh, I'm sorry. Were you saying something important? Ugh. What color are the kids wearing to school? I'm broke.
Are you in love?
Exactly
She's
right.
Great.
Anthony's in love with you, Ann.
I just listen.
God.
It's like
do you guys disagree with anything?
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Nothing.
Oh, can't we have a little fun? The country is collapsing.
Her hair color's perfect.
Hey, do you? Too bad you're not 20. It's the only thing holding you.
Hey, do you know
that's against you with Ann?
I was surprised at this because colleges are such liberal, real bastions.
Agree with her.
I mean, look, bastions for like this liberal obsession, and I was surprised when they had Ahmadinejad speak at Columbia the way Bulger, I think his name is.
Right.
I was trashing them for allowing him because they were the ones that were booing the Minutemen because they were anti-immigration.
Yep.
Were you surprised with how
Illegal
he handled the Iranian president, the way he really gave him a smash?
Well, giving a lot of college speeches, I wasn't surprised at all. Bollinger, in fact, had been my constitutional law professor at Michigan, where he then became the dean before ending up at Columbia. And no, it was just what I expected. The only thing Ahmadinejad got booed for was when he said there were no homosexuals in Iran.
Yeah.
He didn't mention, why there are no homosexuals.
That was hilarious, though. That got a great reaction, though. Everyone laughing at him.
Yeah, that really is embarrassing. They all just laughed at him. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was the only thing.
You know
killing
what's
the Jews, they didn't mind so much.
You know what's frightening though? They were laughing, but don't they understand that just by him saying that, the way he said it, that's the type of intolerant guy he is, that he thought that was fine for him to say in front of these people, because to him it was fine. We don't have any gays. We kill them.
Right.
That's pretty much it. And they're like, oh, gosh, he's so wacky. But, he wears a suit, and I've never seen a towel on his head. So I guess he's okay. Ugh.
Fortunately, that's the way it always is with totalitarians. The one bright side is they always kill, the intellectuals first.
Right.
Well, thank God we're safe here on this show.
Yeah. We'll be the last one to go before mice. So you do now doing college speeches again, being really, really conservative. Are they normally, do they receive you better than you expect them to, or is it typically a horror show, or what is the normal experience?
That's a great question. I write about it in my last book, If Democrats Had Any Brains, They'd Be Republicans, giving college speeches. Well, for one thing, because I love my country, love God, I show up on a college campus and, have to have a phalanx of cops like I'm David Duke. But
you aren't?
I've told my yaff, we could, judge the number of security on the security team by letting me check and see what the average SATs are at the school. Curiously and actually contrary to my expectation, Harvard, Yale, Wellesley, basically all of the good schools, any school in the South treat me absolutely respectfully. They have too much intellectual pride and too much chivalry in the South, certainly, to be, booing or screaming their heads off or throwing food. A lot of college liberals will come if I give a speech at Harvard, but they want to challenge me in question and answer period, and I'll take questions until they have collapsed of exhaustion. It's the Bush League schools out in the middle of the country, where you have, obviously some smart students. Even at the Cornell Ag School, I'm sure there are a few smart students. But you also have a lot of stupid kids who probably should not be in college at all. They're ginned up by their professors, or for short, former members of the Weather Underground, and Ward Churchill, and they are just in a feral rage. They would ask a question during question and answer, but they can't think of one. But they can throw food and engage in violence to try to impress their professors.
Wonderful.
So basically, they're just acting like, because they can't do the battle intellectually, they're just kind of kicking and screaming like petulant children.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and to give you another example, I just got back from L.A. About something you asked me about earlier. And when I was doing a radio show, a young entertainment guy came in. He was probably in his late 20s, working for one of the big studios in Hollywood, and we were talking he wanted to meet me and get his book signed. And we were chatting during the breaks, and, he's very right-wing. And I started making fun of college liberals. And he just incidentally remarked, oh, yeah, I used to be one of those. I was up at, I think it was the University of Oregon. He said he was standing out with a bullhorn protesting the war in Afghanistan. Afghanistan. Even Michael Moore pretended to support that one. So he was some crazy liberal with a bullhorn on a college campus. And I said, what happened to you? And he said, well, I graduated from college and I thought I should read some stuff, so I picked up one of your books. And now he's read them all, and now he's a total right-winger.
No, but is he a right-winger, or is he just kind of obsessed with you? I don't know if I like this guy or if he's kind of creepy.
It's a stalker.
No, he's read other people, too. He just happens to have started with one of mine.
So you and Bill, now, are there debate parameters, or are you really not too sure exactly where it's going to go?
We have no idea. Or maybe he does and he's not telling me, but we've emailed about it. And I don't know, we just both sort of assume we each start with about 15 and 20 minutes, and then the moderator will ask us questions. And the only thing I really care about is that we slightly change the questions or the emphasis of the debate each night, because, we could argue for 18 hours straight without breaking a sweat. And I'm not an actress. I'd have a much bigger apartment if I could act. And I don't want to go to, I think audiences notice, and I sure notice. I don't want to do one of these stale, pre-programmed tennis game where we say the same things in Boston and Chicago. So we have enough to disagree with that we can slightly change the emphasis. But that does seem to indicate that New York is definitely going to be the best night, since it'll be all fresh.
And is there anything that, that the Republicans or that the ideology of the Republican Party pushes that you disagree with in favor of what the Democrats push?
No.
You pretty much you're down the line. There's no ideological separation.
There's sometimes when Republicans are pushing the same thing as the Democrats, and that ticks me off.
It's not
but
even
I can't think of anything the Democrats are right on, except in those rare occasions when they agree with the Republicans.
Okay. All right, well, the debates are starting Monday, which is March 9th here in New York City, at Radio City, which is, again, probably a great night to go because it's still fresh and it's all happening for the first time. And also, we're heard in Boston, March 10th, which is Tuesday, the City Performing Arts Center, Chicago Theater in Chicago, which is Wednesday, March 11th. And for tickets and more info, you can go to www.speakerseries2009.com. And, of course, your book, Guilty, which is still on the bestseller list, you can get it or at least get info on AnnCoulter.com. Good luck with these debates. Obviously, we're certainly pulling for you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you. I hope you'll be there.
I'm flying home from San Francisco on Monday, and that is something I want to do Monday night. I would love to go and see that live because I've only seen you debate a few times. But Matt Lauer is not a dumb guy at all, and Joy Behar is not a dumb person either. And you ran circles around both of them, so I'm looking forward to this.
Thank you. Thank you, and thanks so much for having me on.
No problem, Ann.
It was great.
I'm going to call her Ann instead of Ann Coulter or, Ms. Coulter.
And I'll definitely see you soon. It was great seeing you last night.
I know, that was so much fun, and of course I was just wrapping up my column about that, and so I watched some of it.
Well, hopefully we could do that again.
I know, that was great.
All right, Jimmy.
What? My friend and I, two intellectual giants are talking.
Hilarious. You should have seen him last night.
They're fighting over
Your line about what you can say about the Muslims was the funniest line of the show.
Thank you very much.
Some people have called me funny, too.
Ant is a brilliantly funny guy.
Just would like to say... Throw that out there.
Ant doesn't like that a couple of intellectual giants / authors are having a nice discussion. There's nothing wrong with that.
All right.
A couple of
I
respected
get it.
pundits chit-chatting. It's what we do.
Yeah, tip my hat to you, Jimmy.
Hey, have a good weekend, Ant, and good luck with these debates, and we'll definitely see you soon.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Good to talk to you guys. Thank you for having me. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye, Ant.
That was nice. A fair and balanced discussion. It was,
that
amazing.
was, something?
Amazing.
At least it was honest and truthful.
But you know what? I'll say this. I don't know enough about the Obama stimulus package, but when you listen to
It's stupid because he's an idiot.
Well, that was the angle
It's
I was
only
looking
been
for.
44 days, though.
See? That's exactly what I'm saying. When is it not going to be? It's only been. The guy's
only
already
been
come up with a
44
stimulus package and a budget, both of which
they usually give
suck.
the guy the first 100 days.
And look at the confidence the market has. This is the first up day I've seen since he put his hand on the Bible.
There you go. Everything's going to be all right now.
Oh, yeah. What are we up?
See, we hit our bottom, and now we start moving back up.
Excuse me. It's about 11 o'clock.
And
we'll see what happens by 4.
He also said it's a good time to buy, so he knows.
Really?
He knows that Wall Street pretty good.
Racial?
Yesterday he said, go out and buy stock. It's a good time to buy. He said that. I don't know why he's saying that. That's a little crazy, but
she does defend her points well. I mean, it's like at least you're talking to a person who's informed. Like
she doesn't agree with anything the Democrats do.
No, some people are hardcore across the. There are party loyalists who are. She's far more conservative than I am.
Yeah, I'm not even as hardcore as that.
But there are people who completely agree with the Democrats and completely agree. With the right, they're just way too far to one side for me.
Let's play who likes her best, Anthony or Jimmy. Anthony was pretty smitten.
Well, I like the way. Well, of course, but I like the way she, she's got moxie, and I like a lot of her politics. Some of it, if she's just like she said, straight across the line, Republican conservative. I'm not, I'm not a pro-life person. I'm not against gays being married. That's fine. Any other issues like that? And believe me, those two issues aren't that big a deal. They're huge politically. But as far as how this country is run and stuff, it's been fine letting women get abortions. And, gays getting married, who gives a flying fuck? It doesn't matter to me. But other things, crime, gun control, things like that, for me, I'm staunchly Republican and staunchly conservative on. Other things, I'm a little more liberal.
Other things, you dip a little.
Yeah.
Do a little dipping.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I think the thing I like about her is she was surprisingly nice. Like, it was amazing to me. There was nothing arrogant about her when you meet her. There's no.
It'd be funny if she just punched you in the face when she first saw you.
Well,
she's very mean.
She spit on me, actually. She said, quiet,
You
boy.
loved it.
And Voss came over. Dr. Laura?
Dr. Laura. He did. He called her.
He called her Laura Ingram.
Yeah, Laura
It was just
Ingram.
very funny, that dummy.
What a dolt.
And Bonnie just said, if you didn't know, why would you say anything?
Yeah. He goes, well, I didn't know. It's like, why not call it like,
Just say, hey.
President Clinton.
But I like anybody who's able to defend their points, at least make a good argument. Because the Khrushchev thing, I didn't know that. So it's like, all right, that makes sense. If it's wrong, somebody has to be far more knowledgeable than I am to debate it, because I didn't know.
All right.
Yeah, that's a great story.
I need the early out today. I got somewhere to go.
Does you?
Yeah, I got to go. I got to be somewhere.
All righty, let's see.
You guys could continue with fucking David and his boner or something.
I got a text from the person who...
oh, did you?
I certainly did.
Yeah, what did
David?
that person say?
Well, talking to the young lady who said, oh, shit, I just woke up to David bitching me out on Facebook. What the crap is going on with bikinis and nerd angst?
That's pretty funny.
She would like to know what the issue is.
What's the issue with
David?
The issue?
Yes, she was a little hurt by what you said.
But what are you talking about?
Remember when you posted on her Facebook and called her a bitch?
Oh, I did do that, yes.
You remember?
Why'd you call her a bitch?
Because she went ahead, like, we conversed via email on Facebook, and then she proceeded to post our email conversations on Whackbag for everybody to read.
Well, did you say anything embarrassing?
No, it wasn't embarrassing. It's like, it's just the point is that it's no one's business. It's a personal...
Just so everybody's on the same page, David, you should tell them what you wrote to her.
Yeah, I will. But the point is that it's not everyone's business. Like, the whole world doesn't have to know.
None of your beeswax, right?
The whole world doesn't have to know what we're talking about. And she went ahead and posted it on Whackbag.
It's no one's business.
Not everybody knows about it. The whole world. The whole world. And I had the girl from the past saying, "Well, I heard you said this to this girl." Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Marianne, the married girl.
Yeah, Marianne.
Right, I remember Marianne
I still talk
now.
to her all the time, and she goes, "Why are you telling this girl emailing these things to this girl? What about me? I thought you were with me. Why are you talking to other women now?" Ooh.
How does she know you're talking to other women?
Because this girl that we're just talking about posted on Whackbag that I talked to her, and so she read it on Whackbag.
That's private. Why would she do that? Everybody in the world knows now.
Yeah, now everyone in the world knows. Marianne is upset.
You should find out what David wrote to the bikini girl.
What did you write to Bikini Girl?
She's upset, Marianne, that I talked to other girls.
What did you write to
Bikini Girl?
I wrote that I checked out her website, and that I think she did a good job. That she does a good job with her website, and that I was sorry that I couldn't come to the funniest listener night. I apologize for that, but I heard that she was very, very funny, and then I asked her if she could please send nude pics.
Wait, that was your email?
Holy
shit! That was the email. On advice.
You asked for nude pics.
On advice from other people. On advice from two other colleagues.
On advice from two other colleagues. Let me guess who one was.
You can guess, sure.
Sam Roberts.
Ding ding ding. Ding ding ding.
He was encouraged to write. I checked out your website.
Brilliant.
You're really talented. I'm sorry I couldn't make it out to the funniest listener contest.
Yes, which is what I just said.
I heard you did really well. Please send nude pics.
Please send nude pics. Worded by you, I'm sure.
Well, that's
yes.
You know,
you and,
did it work out for you?
Was the other one Travis?
No,
it was Daniel.
Travis.
No,
Derek. It wasn't Daniel. No, Derek doesn't go over there.
Kenny.
Hey.
Yeah.
Kenny.
Yes, Kenny and Sam. Yes, the duo.
The duo.
Yes.
All right.
So can I see the nude pics?
Yeah, where are they?
I didn't get any.
Oh, maybe they're stuck in the email.
Listen to what she said to me. She said to me, I appreciate the nice comments that you say about me. Unfortunately, I don't have any nude pics left. I gave them all away. The only nude pics I have left are a fat E-Rock.
Oh, man.
And then
because
you got a fat
she's a graphic artist, so she drew a lot of nude pics of herself, but she gave away, but she has nude pics that she drew a fat E-Rock.
Oh, how about that?
She didn't send them to me, but she said that's the only one she has left.
And then what did you say to her? And this was your own wording, not on advice, after you saw her whackbag comments. What was that thing you wrote on her wall?
Oh, yeah, after I wrote... Yes.
We'd never have to be in the studio.
Yes, after I wrote on her... After I saw that, I called her an asshole, didn't I?
Yes, you wrote... You called her an asshole and a bitch.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. I said you're an asshole. Why would you post our private emails on Whackbag? What a bitch you are for doing that.
David, when are you going to learn? They're setting you up every other day with this stuff.
Yeah, but it's no one's business. It's someone's business.
That was private.
Oh my God!
Someone's business.
Way to get what I was getting at.
That's not for the whole world to know.
Right?
No, it isn't.
Of course not.
Well, would you have sent her nude pics first if she had asked you? Because I've sent out nude photos. I mean, a lot of times a girl wants to know that you're going to send nude photos of yourself first. That's what I've had to do on occasion.
You have?
Yes, I have.
Would you do that?
Yeah, I'd probably take some. Yeah.
You would take naked pictures of yourself?
I don't have any. I'd have to take some. I don't have any around.
So then, if you wanted nude pictures of somebody, you would have to tell them you're serious and not joking around. That would be the way to...
Well, I personally have done it. You have to be aware of who you're sending to, of course, and
Yes,
that
of
they're
course.
trustworthy. But I've not been above doing that, as I'm one of those people that enjoys good camera angle on the genitals and set up small things around it to make them look larger.
You got to think angles.
Yes, shadows, certain time of day. Like I'll put my penis by a little Fisher Price desk, so it looks bigger than the desk itself.
shoot the penis from below.
Oh, okay.
So it looks like a big monster.
Yeah. Big dripping monster.
If you take it from above, it's all about the angle.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll get a midget to hold it, so it looks that much bigger. Huh?
Yeah. All right,
David.
Yep.
Well, I'm sorry it didn't work out.
No, it didn't work out. She was rude.
Why don't you ought to do that? You ought to write back to her and make good. There's no reason to have a fight because she might have been somebody who would have banged you, but there's no reason to get so angry.
Now it's all out on Whackbag.
Maybe she was showing off, dude. Maybe she's got the thing with you and she's bragging. You're on the show. You're intern David. She's just some broad. Maybe she was showing off that she knows you.
That's true, but I don't need the whole world knowing about this stuff.
She didn't say anything insulting about you when she posted that, so he made.
She didn't really say anything. She said, "Look, this is intern David. This is what he sent to me," and then she copied and pasted the exact words.
So maybe the bitch is trying to get a little bit of props for herself by associating herself with a known show character. You know,
that could be, yeah.
Of course. I mean, why else would she take a celebrity's email and put it on a website?
There's a bunch of girls and women messaging me on this.
Of course
Facebook.
there are. They all, because you're on the show. You're intern David. You're not just some guy.
Right, I know.
Well, that might be it. You can't allow...
Yeah, might be, yeah.
If the bitch is starstruck, you can't allow that to work against her. You have to understand how to tell her, you know, look, this is an A and B conversation, so everyone else should see themselves out of it. That's a good line. That's a good line. You can use that.
Yeah.
But I would make sure that they know. I was just telling David that, you know that maybe she posted his stuff because she's a little starstruck, and here she is talking to David from the show.
Opie and Anthony show.
And she's bragging.
Right.
Hey, I do know him. Because people probably say, you don't know the motherfucker.
It does happen. You're going to have to start getting used to that, which is a weird thing.
I have to piss, too.
Celebrity. That's celebrity status.
Yeah.
It's like tag team with a fucking asshole. This is hysterical.
All right.
So, you didn't get the naked pictures. She's mad at you.
I don't know.
For talking with the other girl.
And because David called her an asshole and a bitch for posting the email on Whackbag.
But you asked her for naked pictures. That pretty much gives her free reign to do whatever she wants with you.
I guess.
You know, you take a shot like that, and the consequences are going to be a lot greater. That's risk versus consequence like that. See, you risked a lot by saying you want naked pictures.
Yeah,
the consequences are that she's going to do that. If you just carried on a nice, mellow conversation with a girl, you're not much risk, right?
Yeah.
So you're not going to get many consequences because they're not going to post your discussion on a site because it's dull. But if you ask for naked pictures, you might get naked pictures.
Yeah.
But you might zonk out and get your discussion printed on Whackbag.
Yeah.
You learned a little lesson here, didn't you, David?
Yes, I certainly did. I didn't want to write that message about nude pics. I was pressured by my colleagues.
You did. You know something? You wouldn't have done it if you didn't want to do it. You got to learn something, David. You only do things you really want to do, even if on the outside you don't. It seems like you don't want to, and you even tell yourself I don't want to, and you tell everyone else you don't want to, and you really don't want to.
Right.
Apparently, you want to, because you give in to, especially Sam, all the time. Sam is like a Svengali with you.
He hypnoptizes
He's
you.
very intimidating.
He's got intimidating.
He's intimidating.
Sam is as intimidating as a little puppy.
I got David to follow me to Grand Central Station.
He's
on
very
Monday, even
intimidating.
though he gets on at Penn Station. No
way!
He's very intimidating.
That's so out of the way.
He's not intimidating.
I'm not.
Does lightning come out of his fingertips and go into your eyeballs, and then they go woo, woo, woo around, and you just follow his orders?
I don't know. It's very intimidating. Like I was just there, and he showed up, and then we were both at Times Square, and I had to go on the 1 to go to Penn Station, and he has to go on the shuttle to Grand Central. He's like, why don't you come with me on the shuttle? You've never been on the shuttle before. And he was like intimidating me. I didn't want to do it.
You're like the Manchurian idiot. He's like kind of hypnotized you, and he can make you do things.
We're friends.
Well, of course, no, I don't doubt that. Probably best of.
Bromance.
There's a bromance going on there, yeah.
I don't know. I think I kind of feel like bad, like saying no to him because he is like a colleague and he's above me. And if I don't listen to him, it'll be like bad for me if I don't listen to him and do things.
And I do a lot of stuff for you. I mean,
yeah, he does a lot of stuff for me. I don't want to like not
What's
do
he
what
do
he
for you,
says.
David?
What?
What's he do for you?
That's not what he does for me. He's just like trying to help me out.
Tells you what to put in
He's just-
Facebook messages.
Yeah, and he just tries to help me out on the show, like give me props and like guide me along up through this internship. He's guiding me along.
What's the best advice Sam gave you?
He's not. I don't know if he's giving me.
Well, what's the best advice Sam has given you? You've been around long enough to pick up something.
Yeah.
What's the best advice?
He's just been helping me out. Like he's been telling me to listen, like pay attention, like listen to what other people are telling you to do. He's telling me to do a lot of listening and tell like to what other people, like not like
listen.
Yeah, like not disobey other people. Like even though you might sound like wrong or rude, like the people are trying to help you out and get you like forward in life, like getting on the air, and like you might think like, oh, that's stupid to do that, or go on the air and say about this, but it's all good. It's all helping you in your career. So take people's advice and go with it, even if you might not enjoy it.
Well, I mean that's actually good advice.
Yeah.
Disappointingly enough, and surprisingly enough, what are you actually gonna? So what are you gonna do with this bitch who you've been Facebooking back and forth with? I mean, it seems to me like you guys got some kind of a sexual energy going, and that she's not too sure how to handle it.
You're talking about, yeah.
Yeah, we know, a bikini broad.
Yeah, that one.
It sounds to me like there's some kind of a sexual energy between you two.
Well, the last I talked to her, I was rude to her, and I said, I called her a bitch and an asshole because she posted on a whack bag.
So what? A pimp slaps a woman and she comes
Yeah.
back to him. You can sometimes talk to him like that.
Sometimes chicks like that kind of, not abuse, but like, wow, this is a bad boy, and like I better listen to this guy because he's tough.
Yep.
And he's willing to treat me tough, and I can respect that. Girls, getting a girl's respect, dude, it's fucking key. And when you treat them a little shitty like that, sometimes you're making points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to check and see how she responded to me. Right?
You're a player with an A at the end.
Oh. Player. Okay.
He's right. Well, it's like that other bitch. The married bitch came back around, right?
Yeah, she wasn't mad at all. She liked me, yeah.
She ended up emailing me and asking if it was me on David's Facebook
that.
because David was being weird. And I said, no, it wasn't actually. This time it actually wasn't.
All right, see? And you know how cool Sam is? Sam is Mr. fucking cool.
Yes,
and
he
she
is.
thought your posts were Sam's. So how cool does that make you
look? It's not
look?
just a post. It's like when we were on Instant Messenger. Like there's the Instant Messenger on Facebook. We were talking back and forth, and she was denied. She said, "Is this Sam? I don't think this is you."
Get the fuck out of here!
I'm serious. She kept asking
Holy
me, "Is this Sam?
shit,
I don't
you
believe it's
Jew.
you."
She thought you were him?
Yes, she did.
No way.
She thought so much that she proceeded to email Sam and ask him,
Oh, my
"Sam, did you?
God.
Was that you?"
She emailed me like 7 times.
It
That's
wasn't Sam at
crazy
all.
because Sam is the epitome of fucking cool. Now she thinks you're cool. She can't tell the difference between you two.
She's married.
Oh, Christ.
Yeah,
Who cares
please.
about that, right?
Married with kids.
Oh,
With
what? Tell her
kids.
husband to take the kids out and you and the wife?
That's it.
Whatever.
Bust that up. Jewish
Yeah.
guy can do that. Ask Travis.
What does he know about Jewish
Oh,
guys?
you know, oh, believe me, that story's tragic.
That's
Some
right.
Jew came along, took his fucking mom.
That's right.
Away from the kids, the husband, everything.
His mother had
Really?
2 big matzo balls put on her nose.
Oh, and she
Travis'
apparently
mom?
loved it.
That's
What happened there?
wow.
Travis's mom. Okay.
Yeah, Travis's mom.
I don't know that story.
Well,
it just it happened.
Okay, I believe you.
You don't
Yeah.
need it to know anymore.
Nope.
But it's just because she's married is what I'm saying. She's married with kids won't stop a guy like you.
No.
Oh, see, you're
No
doing
way.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with Sam's tutelage.
I got your back, bromance.
Oh, he certainly does. Right at the edge of a cliff. With a good push.
Okay.
What an ass.
All right,
yeah,
David.
you're doing fine.
Yes.
Go do something. Go pop a boner in the back office.
Any boners today, you think?
It's boner time. Show's over. It's boner time for David.
You think boners? What do you think?
Perhaps.
Today? Couple of boners, maybe?
I gotta go look at some pictures, yeah.
There you go.
Bikini girl.
You report back to us next time you're here if you get a boner.
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know.
Post it on your Facebook. Say, David is popping a boner.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. You know,
that is your status.
You got to update your status.
Update your status.
Yes, I certainly
and
do.
maybe even a picture of your pants tenting out.
Do you want?
And then people
Wait,
can comment,
wait.
wow, that's a boner.
No, I got... Why don't we have the women send bikini pictures to your Facebook page, and then you report back to us which picture gave you the actual boner?
Fucking A.
That's a brand new bit. Whoa! David Freed on Facebook. Start sending your bikini photos, and then next time when are you back? Friday?
Friday, yes.
You are in for some boners.
You will point out what picture gave you the boner, all right?
2 days of boners.
And please, for the ladies out there, real pictures. Real bikini pictures.
Real boners.
Absolutely.
Real bikini pictures from actual Facebook people.
Right. No gaping anus shots or anything.
No big hairy fucking man gaping assholes.
No way, never.
No big cocks. Unclipped black cocks are probably the worst thing ever, so don't send that.
No way.
No.
Old Brillo balls.
Oh, no.
No. All right. We've done enough here. What do we need to do? Any plugs, anything? We're all good?
Me and
Jimmy,
San
San
Francisco.
Fran.
We all know I'm going to San Francisco tomorrow, but I'm not working till Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right.
At Cobb's.
So you're not going to be here tomorrow?
I will for the first half of the show, yes. Oh. I have an earlier flight.
Be able to say safe trip then.
Yes, Godspeed. And
Godspeed, all that stuff. Yeah.
All right.
All righty.
See you tomorrow. 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 See you tomorrow.